पे बाकी रहने वाले। आज के दिन पे जो दूसरा ग्रुप है उसकी यहाँ पे जंग होने वाली है। आज के दिन पे इंडियन ग्रुप स्टेज का जो सेकंड ग्रुप है वहाँ पे उनकी फाइट होने वाली है। 2 दिन ये फाइट चलेगी, 12 मैचेस ये टीमें लगातार लड़ते हुए हमें नजर आने वाले हैं। इनमें से छटके भी 6 टीमें आगे जाएंगी। दैट मीन्स की टॉप 6 टीम्स, टॉप टोटल 12 टीम्स ऑफ इंडिया एक दूसरे के साथ फिर जो है हमारे रीजनल फिनाले पे लड़ने वाली है। देन उसके बाद से उनमें से छटके जाने वाली सिर्फ और सिर्फ 4 टीमें यार, वो जाएंगी हमारे इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करती हुई।
एग्जैक्टली तो यहाँ पर अब जो छटाई है वो हमारी चरम सीमा पे आती है देखने को मिलने वाली। वेल नॉट एग्जैक्टली मैक्सिमम पोटेंशियल पे हमें देखने को मिलेगी, बिकॉज अभी एक और छटाई का लेवल हमारा बचा हुआ है। लेकिन उस लेवल तक जाने के लिए हमारा जो सेकंड ग्रुप है वो किस तरीके से यहाँ पर तैयारी करके आने वाला है, ये हमें बहुत ज्यादा एनालाइज करना होगा, बहुत ज्यादा देखना होगा, क्योंकि इसके लिए मैं बहुत तैयार हूँ। बिकॉज कल जब हम देखें तो हम ऑलरेडी ग्रुप 1 के 12 मैचेस खत्म कर चुके हैं। जब ग्रुप 2 यहाँ पे जो आने वाला है उन लोगों के पास होमवर्क करने के लिए बहुत ज्यादा मटेरियल। मानते हैं कि उन टीमों को उन्होंने नहीं देखा जिनके अगेंस्ट वो खेलने वाले हैं, लेकिन डेफिनेटली एक आइडिया उन्हें लग गया होगा कि यार किस स्पेसिंग से वो खेल सकते हैं, किस तरीके से वो एग्रेशन दिखा सकते हैं या फिर पैसिव जा सकते हैं, किस मोमेंट पे क्या करना है। लाइक कल हम बात करें तो एरो स्पोर्ट्स की तरफ से हमें एक शानदार तरीके की स्ट्रैटेजीज देखने को मिल रही थी। वो बैलेंस करके चल रहे थे खुद को। टोटल गेमिंग की तरफ से कंट्रोल्ड एग्रेशन देखने को मिल रहा था और टीएसएन तो खैर सबको मार ही रही थी। तो वो चीज हमें यहाँ पर देखने को मिलने वाली है कि यार आज जो टीम्स आएंगी क्या उन्होंने अपना होमवर्क करा है एंड क्या वो लोग आज तैयार हैं अपने इस ग्रुप के बेस्ट ऑफ 12 के लिए।
फॉर श्योर ये जो चीज है जो हमें देखने को जरूर से मिल सकती है। बात की जाए कल के दिन की, ओल्ड मॉन्क की तरफ से हमें बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस देखने को मिला था। बात की जाए एरो गेमिंग की, रोशन ने एक बहुत एक क्लचिंग सिनेरियो यहाँ पे क्रिएट करा था, जहाँ पे एक नेट से पूरी टीम को एलिमिनेट करते हुए चले गए थे। बट इसी के साथ बढ़ेंगे हमारे प्राइस पूल की तरफ एंड देखेंगे 75 लाख रुपीज का ये टोटल प्राइस पूल यहाँ पे रहने वाले। फर्स्ट पोजीशन पे आने वाली टीम को अगेन जैसे हम यहाँ पे कहते हैं 35 लाख मिलेंगे सेकंड पोजीशन पे, बट देन अगेन 15 लाख का यहाँ पे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन रहने वाला है। सिर्फ और सिर्फ मैं एक चीज देखना चाहता हूँ, बेस्ट क्लचेस किसको मिलने वाले, बेस्ट क्लच अवार्ड किसको यहाँ पे मिलने वाला है। क्योंकि देखिए क्लच यहाँ पे हर रोज एक नया देखने को मिल रहा है, हर रोज एक अकेला प्लेयर पूरी टीम को निकालता हुआ जा रहा है। बहुत बार ऐसा देखने को मिल रहा है कि एक नेड ने कहीं ना कहीं बाजी पलट दी है, 9 किल्स भी प्लेयर्स यहाँ पे निकाल के जा रहे हैं। तो ये सभी चीजें देखते देखते तो मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि बेस्ट क्लच यहाँ से निकाल पाना एक बहुत बड़ी चुनौती बन जाती है।
एग्जैक्टली बेस्ट क्लच निकालेंगे भी कैसे, बिकॉज कल की मैं बात करना चाहूंगा। आपने टीएसएम ओल्ड मंक का एक 1v3 देखा जहां पर वो अपनी टीम को बिल्कुल ऐसा वो होता है ना कि यार खाई के किनारे पे हो गई है, उनकी टीम गिर गई है
और एक हाथ दिखा दिया उन्होंने।
एग्जैक्टली गिरती हुई टीम को जो कि खाई में गिर रही है, एक हाथ पकड़ा और उनको वापस ऊपर खींच दिया और जो टीम उन्हें गिरा रही थी उन्हें नीचे पटक दिया। तो वो चीज हमें यहाँ पर कल देखने को मिली उनकी तरफ से। फिर लास्ट मोमेंट पे कालाहारी का जो मैप था उसमें अनस्टॉपेबल की तरफ से, जो कि और के प्लेयर है, अनस्टॉप की तरफ से जो हमें क्लच देखने को मिले। 7-8 किल उस बंदे ने निकाले थे एक आधे मिनट के स्पैन में, मैं कहूंगा 30 से 40 सेकंड्स के स्पैन में उन्होंने 8 किल्स निकाले थे ग्रेनेड से। तो ऐसे ऐसे क्लचेस आपको अभी देखने को मिल रहे हैं। ये ग्रुप स्टेजेस हैं, इसके बाद एक फाइनल रीजनल भी होगी एंड उसके बाद ओवरऑल ग्रैंड फाइनल भी होने वाला है। तो जस्ट इमेजिन कि ये बेस्ट क्लच वाली जो एंट्रीज हैं वो हमें कितनी सारी देखने को मिलने वाली है।
जी फॉर श्योर यहाँ पे जो बेस्ट क्लचेस हैं वो और भी ज्यादा आते हुए हमें नजर आ सकते हैं। देन अगेन फिनाले यहाँ पे बाकी रहने वाला है। फिनाले पे तो अलग ही स्तर का गेम प्ले रहेगा, क्योंकि हर एक नेशन से पर्टिकुलरली 4 टीमें जा रही है। दैट मींस आप सोच के देखिए कितनी ज्यादा कंपटीशन के बाद वो 4 टीमें चूज करी गई और कितना ज्यादा वो टीम पोटेंशियल रखती है। और हर एक नेशन से, दैट मींस कि 3-3 नेशन से वो टीमें आने वाली हैं। डाइवर्सिटी बहुत ज्यादा होगी, हमें स्ट्रेटजीज नई नई आती हुई देखने को मिलेंगी। और ये फाइट सिर्फ और सिर्फ स्किल की नहीं होने वाली, ये फाइट होने वाली स्ट्रेटजीज की, ये फाइट होने वाली रोटेशन की भी। माइंड गेम यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा खेला जाएगा। तो ये सभी चीजें यहाँ पे आने वाले। बट इसी के साथ बढ़ेंगे हमारे शेड्यूल की तरफ एंड देखेंगे कि कौन कौन सी जो मैप यहाँ पे खेला जाएगा। हमें पता है, आपको भी पता है, यहाँ पे 4 बार हर एक मैप खेला जा रहा है पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप से। बात कर जाए बर्मुडा, देन पगेट्री, देन कलाहारी, देन अगेन बर्मुडा, पगेट्री एंड कलाहारी। आज के दिन मैं कहूंगा पहला दिन है, इसलिए थोड़ा पैसिवली टीमें जाती हुई नजर आ सकती हैं, थोड़ा होल्ड लेके, थोड़ा रिस्क फैक्टर को कम करके खेलेंगी। लेकिन कल के दिन पे घमासान युद्ध होने वाले गॉडशॉट।
एग्जैक्टली, बिकॉज यहाँ पर हम बात करें तो जिस तरीके से हमने पहला ग्रुप देखा था उसमें भी हमने पहले दिन में जो हम बात करें तो काफी ज्यादा हमें फोर शैडोइंग, 4 प्रिपरेशंस देखने को मिली। वो तैयार हो रहे थे कि अगले दिन वो किस तरीके से खेलेंगे। टोटल गेमिंग का एग्जांपल लेते हैं, पहले दिन उन्होंने इतना शानदार परफॉर्मेंस किया, 91 पॉइंट्स पे वो एंड अप करें। कहीं ना कहीं वो जो 11 या 12 पॉइंट्स की जो लीड उन्होंने बनाई थी, अगले दिन एक गेम में वो थोड़ा सा मेसअप कर रहे थे, उसके बावजूद अगले जो 5 गेम खेले उन्होंने वो कवर अप किया एंड स्टिल वो हमें टॉप पे बने रहते देखने को मिले। तो आज भी कुछ वैसा हम यहाँ पे एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज जो टीम्स यहाँ पर हैं उनमें से 6 हमारे इनवाइटेड क्वालिफायर से आ रही है, जो कि हमारी काफी एक्सपीरियंस टीम होती देखने को मिलने वाली है, एंड 6 आने वाली है अंडरडॉग क्वालिफायर्स यानी कि ओपन क्वालिफायर्स से। तो लेट्स सी कि जब ये जो मिक्सचर है, ये जो सब्जियां आपस में मिलने वाली हैं, इसका टेस्ट कैसा होने वाला है। बिकॉज अगर हम बात करें तो कोई भी टीम एक पॉइंट पे अपने आप को स्लैक नहीं कर सकती, ढील नहीं छोड़ सकते, बिकॉज उन्होंने ढील छोड़ा, सामने वाली टीम उसे पकड़ने के लिए तैयार है।
डेफिनेटली ये चीज होती हुई हमें जरूर से नजर आई, क्योंकि देखिए अंडरडॉग की अगर बात किया जाए तो उनकी स्ट्रेटजीज यहाँ पे ओपन नहीं है, टीमों को नहीं पता कि कौन सी स्ट्रेटजी वो लेके आएंगे, किस तरह से रोटेशन लेंगे, कैसा उनका ड्रॉप पॉइंट रहता है। एंड जो टीमें हैं जो यहाँ पे अगर बात की जो स्टार लाइनअप्स है, उनका जो ड्रॉप पॉइंट है, उनकी रोटेशन है, ये सारी चीजें ऑलरेडी देख चुके हैं प्लेयर्स, समझ चुके हैं। लेकिन फिर से यहाँ पे एक और चीज एडअप हो जाती है कि आपको एक नई स्ट्रेटजी इन्वेंट करके चलना पड़ेगा। हर एक बार वो सेम स्ट्रेटजी काम यहाँ पे नहीं आने वाली, तो ये सभी चीजें होने वाली। बट इसी के साथ बढ़ेंगे हमारे पॉइंट्स टेबल के ऊपर एंड देखेंगे कि कितने पॉइंट्स हर एक प्लेयर को, हर एक टीम को यहाँ पे मिलने वाले हैं, कौन से पोजीशन पे कितने पॉइंट्स यहाँ पे रहने वाले हैं, और छोटे छोटे अक्षरों पे जो लिखा गया है कोड शॉट अगर आप वहाँ पे बता सके तो।
एग्जैक्टली। तो गाइस आपको ये जो प्यारा सा स्मार्टफोन का डिस्प्ले दिख रहा है इन्फिनिक्स नोट 11s, उसके जस्ट नीचे 2 लाइनें लिखी हुई हैं सफेद सफेद अक्षरों में। ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट लाइनें हैं, इन पर हम जरूर फोकस करेंगे। लेकिन पहले बता दें कि यार पहली पोजीशन यानी कि जो बुया निकालने वाली टीम है उसे 12 पॉइंट्स दिए जाते हैं यहाँ पर पोजीशन के लिए। सेकंड पोजीशन वाली टीम को 9, थर्ड से फिर 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 हो जाता है। एंड जो सबसे पहले एलिमिनेट होने वाली 2 टीम्स होती है यानी कि 11वीं एंड 12वीं पोजीशन पे उन्हें 0 पॉइंट्स दिए जाते हैं। फिर हम आते हैं उन 2 शानदार सफेद सफेद लाइंस पे जो चमकती हुई आपको देखने को मिलेगी उस फोन के नीचे। वो है कि अगर 2 टीम्स जिनके टोटल पॉइंट्स सेम हैं, उनमें हम जिस टीम के किल्स ज्यादा हैं उसे हायर रैंक पे रखेंगे। तो ये चीज बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है, बिकॉज हमने काफी बार ऐसा देखा है कि टीम्स के पॉइंट्स सेम हो जाते हैं, 3 टीम्स के पॉइंट्स सेम हो जाते हैं, एंड फिर हमें किल पॉइंट से डिसाइड करना रहता है कि कौन आगे जा रहा है, कौन हमें ऊपर रैंक पे आता देखने को मिलेगा। लेट्स सी कि वैसा कुछ यहाँ पर सीन होता है या नहीं। बट उससे पहले लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, आपने जो वो छोटा सा डिस्प्ले देखा था इन्फिनिक्स नोट 11s, ये हमारे इन्फिनिक्स स्मार्टफोन्स की तरफ से आया एक अपग्रेडेड वर्जन है। ESPL में हम भी थे, एंड हमारी जो जनता थी जो कि अभी हमारे साथ ट्यून इन कर रही है, उसमें से कुछ जनता ESPL में भी आपको देखने को मिली होगी। तो आप लोगों ने देखा होगा उस टाइम आया था नोट 10, अब उसको अपग्रेड करके हम लोग नोट 11s ले आए हैं इन्फिनिक्स स्मार्टफोन्स की तरफ से। तो मेक श्योर कि आप इसको चेकआउट रखिए, बिकॉज ये इसी टूर्नामेंट के साथ साथ इसी महीने लॉन्च होने वाला है, ज्यादा टाइम नहीं है इसके लॉन्च का। तो मेक श्योर कि आप इसे लूप में रखें। और ऑल्सो हमारे सामने जो शानदार सा डिस्प्ले है इन्फिनिक्स इनबुक X1 का, आप इसको भी फ्लिपकार्ट पे जाके चेकआउट कर सकते हैं। बहुत शानदार नोटबुक है आपके लैपटॉप रिक्वायरमेंट्स के लिए, तो मेक श्योर आप इसे भी चेकआउट करें। बट विद दैट आई थिंक कि आज का जो दिन है वो कुछ स्पेशल हमारे लेके आने वाले, कई बार वो वाइब्स आती है। तो लेट्स सी कि आज का दिन हमारे लिए क्या स्पेशल लेके आने वाले मनीष।
वेल आज का दिन यहाँ पे स्टार्ट डे रहेगा फॉर द सेकंड ग्रुप, एंड बात की जाए आगाज अच्छी हो तो जो बाकी का सफर रहता है वो काफी अच्छा हमें गुजरता हुआ नजर आता है। तो देखते हैं अग्रेशन के साथ अगर शुरुआत करेंगे तो बाकी जो दिन है वो भी अग्रेशन के साथ हमें जाता हुआ नजर आए। कुछ कहा नहीं जा सकता, लेकिन हाँ दूसरा दिन यहाँ पे बाजी पलट भी सकता है कि कोई भी टीम और कोई और जो टीम है दूसरे पन्ने पे रहने वाली टीम भी पहले पन्ने पे आती हुई नजर आ सकती है। कुछ कहा नहीं जा सकता, बहुत कुछ हो सकता है। तो ज्यादा देरी ना करते हुए इस आगाज को शुरू करते हैं, बढ़ेंगे सीधे हमारे कास्टर्स की तरफ जो होने वाले यहाँ पे एरो एंड ऑरो, एंड वो स्टार्ट करेंगे।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मुनीश एंड गॉड शॉट, आपने काफी अच्छा शुरुआत दी शो का। बट मैं आप लोगों का फिर से स्वागत करना चाहूंगा इन्फिनिक्स स्मार्टफोन प्रेजेंट्स वर्ल्ड ई स्पोर्ट्स कप ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बाय इंडिया टुडे गेमिंग। और हम लोग आपके साथ फिर से शुरू हो चुके हैं और जुड़ चुके हैं ताकि आपको फिर से एंटरटेन कर सके। मेरा नाम है और मेरे साथ डेस्क पे मेरा साथ देने के लिए जुड़ रहे हैं एरो भाई।
जी हाँ बिल्कुल, ये है WEC। यहाँ पे सिर्फ एक कंट्री की हम बात नहीं करते, हम बात करते हैं इंडिया, नेपाल, पाकिस्तान, तीनों कंट्रीज की। एंड यस, जिस तरीके से हम लोग यहाँ पे ग्रुप स्टेजेस में आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, बहुत ही जल्दी हमको रीजनल फाइनल्स इंडिया के भी देखने को मिलेंगे। लेकिन वो तब देखने को मिलेंगे जब हमको वो टॉप 12 टीम्स इंडिया से मिल जाएंगी, तभी तो होगा यहाँ पे उनका महासंग्राम, जिसमें से 4 टीम्स सिर्फ निकल के जाएंगी जो रिप्रेजेंट करेंगी इंडिया को। एंड कल जिस तरीके से हमने देखा और कि कितना ज्यादा इंटेंस माहौल था, आज मैं बता रहा हूँ और ज्यादा इंटेंस होने वाला है। बिकॉज अगर मैं टीम नेम्स की बात करूँ ना, ओरंगुटान एलीट है यहाँ पे, कैमिन ई स्पोर्ट्स है यहाँ पे, गॉड लाइक, मतलब जितनी स्ट्रैटेजिकल गेम प्ले वाली टीम्स हैं जो एक अलग तरीके का फायर पावर दिखाती है, अलग तरीके का रोटेशन दिखाती है, मैक्सिमम वो सब है यहाँ पे। लेकिन यूजी एम्पायर इसने क्वालिफायर्स में हम लोग को इम्प्रेस किया था।
एग्जैक्टली देखिए यहाँ पे कुछ टीम्स हैं जो इनविटेशन क्वालिफाई से डायरेक्टली आके आए हैं, जो जो 4-4 मैचेस आप लोगों ने इंडियन इनविटेशन के टाइम पे देखा था, वहां से सिर्फ 2-2 टीमें आगे बढ़ी थी। एंड उन्हीं उन्हीं से कुछ टीम्स आपको देंगे, और कुछ है जो ओपन क्वालिफायर से क्वालिफाई होके आए हैं। जैसे मैं अगर यहाँ पे बोलूँ टीम एवाटार O7, देखिए इन लोगों के बारे में शायद हम अभी नहीं जानते होंगे, बट जब आज के दिन के मैचेस और कल के दिन के जब मैचेस खत्म होंगे, आई एम श्योर कि ये भी आपके दिमाग में एक ना एक छाप जरूर से छोड़ने की कोशिश करेंगे, क्योंकि इनका यही यहाँ पे मोटिव होगा कि कैसे वर्ल्ड ई स्पोर्ट्स कप के अगले पड़ाव में आगे बढ़ा जाए, जो कि इंडिया फाइनल्स होने वाला है। और सिर्फ 4 टीमें ही अपने देश को, मतलब हिंदुस्तान को रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते। कितना ज्यादा प्राउडफुल मोमेंट है। आपको फाइट करने के लिए क्या कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है। एक तो इतना बड़ा प्राइस पूल है, 75 लाख इंडियन रुपीस, उसके बाद वर्ल्ड ई स्पोर्ट्स कप का ताज, उसके बाद अपने देश का झंडा यहाँ पे लगा के खेलने का मौका मिल रहा है।
एग्जैक्टली एंड अगर थोड़ी सी चेंजेस की बात करें तो यहाँ पे पहले जो क्वालिफायर्स में खेल रही थी टीम लूजर्स नेम से, अभी उन्होंने नेम चेंज करके हैदराबाद हाइड्रास कर लिया है। तो ये देखना होगा, जैसा आपने बात करी हमारी टीम अवतार जो है या फिर हैदराबाद हाइड्रास है, ये किस तरीके से परफॉर्मेंस देती हैं। बिकॉज बाकी टीम को हमने कई बार खेलते हुए देखा है, लेकिन कुछ ऐसे नाम जैसा आपने कहा कि ये एक मौका है उनके लिए, यहाँ पे अगर वो कुछ बड़ा करेंगे तो लोग उनको हमेशा के लिए याद रखेंगे।
एग्जैक्टली एंड यही तो हम भी देखना चाहते हैं एज कास्टर्स, क्योंकि देखिए गॉड लाइक बोली, ओरंगुटान एलीट बोली, ये लोगों को भी हम देख चुके, बहुत देख चुके हैं। और ऐसा नहीं है कि हम इन्हें परफॉर्म करते बिल्कुल देखना नहीं चाहते, बिल्कुल इनका काम ही है। और ये लोग प्रोफेशनल टीम से टीयर 1 सेक्टर में दिन रात मेहनत करते हैं और अपने देश को पहले भी रिप्रेजेंट कर चुके हैं। तो अब इनके लिए ना एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बन चुका है कि आओ परफॉर्म करो और इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करो। एक ऐसा चीज बन गई, वो एक आता था ना कि ईट स्लीप कॉन्कर एंड रिपीट, कुछ ऐसा ही है। ओरंगुटान एलीट, गॉड लाइक, इन सारे केमिन ई स्पोर्ट्स, एंड आज फिर से जब रिफाइनरी आएगा, फिर से हमें केमिन की वो रिफाइनरी किंग्स जिसे हम कहते हैं, पहले 4 अननोन के नाम से जाने जाते थे, हिस्ट्री बहुत लंबा है इन टीमों का। एंड सिर्फ एलीट की बात नहीं करूंगा, सिर्फ यहाँ पे गॉड लाइक तो सिर्फ केमिन ई स्पोर्ट्स की बात नहीं करूंगा, यहाँ पे हर एक टीम, चाहे वो असैसिन आर्मी हो, ये टीम भी एक कंटेंट क्रिएटर की टीम है। असैसिन भाई जो हमें बहुत ज्यादा मजा दिलाते हैं अपने कंटेंट के साथ, बट उनका एक प्रोफेशनल टीम भी है जिन्होंने अब इन्विटेशनल क्वालिफायर में बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया था।
एग्जैक्टली एंड इसके साथ यहाँ पे हेड हंटर्स भी होने वाली है कि जिनकी परफॉर्मेंस हम देखते हैं, कंसिस्टेंसी इनके पास रहती है। सिर्फ कंसिस्टेंसी नहीं, ये मल्टीपल बुयाज भी करते नजर आते हैं। अभी हमने रिसेंटली देखा था 6 गेम्स की बात करें, 4 गेम्स के बाद 2 से 3 बुया ये आसानी से निकाल लेते हैं। मतलब इनके रोटेशंस बहुत ज्यादा बेहतरीन रहते हैं, टू दी पॉइंट रहते हैं। लाइक जो होती है ना बहुत इंटेंस मुश्किल सिचुएशंस, वहां पे जो इनका माइंड गेम होता है वो नजर आता है, वहां से ये सिचुएशन को अपने फेवर में कन्वर्ट कर लेते हैं।
बिल्कुल सही। देखिए अभी गेम एक इस लेवल पे आ चुका है जहां पे दिमाग का ही खेल बन चुका है। हम ये पूरे टूर्नामेंट के शुरुआत से बोलते हुए आ रहे हैं और आपको टूर्नामेंट के अंत तक बोल देंगे और आगे भी बोलते हुए दिख जाएंगे, क्योंकि ये एक चीज है, जैसे हम कंसिस्टेंसी वर्ड को हर एक टूर्नामेंट फॉर्मेट में यूज करते हैं, ये शब्द भी आपको हर दिन जब भी हम लोग आपको देखेंगे डेस्क पे, ये वर्ड आपको सुनते हुए देखने को मिल जाएगा। एंड आई थिंक आज देसी गेमर्स भी मैदान में उतरने वाले हैं। वो एक बहुत यंग लाइनअप है एंड उनमें कुछ ऐसे प्लेयर्स है ना, वो बोलते हैं ना कि यंग प्लेयर्स का खून बहुत गर्म होता है, अग्रेशन दिखता है, तो ये टीम में ना आपको अग्रेशन तो जरूर से दिखेगा। कुछ चेंजेस इन्होंने भी किए हैं अपने टीम में, ब्लैक टाइगर को इंक्लूड किया गया है एंड एक स्नाइपर, प्रोफेशनल स्नाइपर जिसे हम कहते हैं, कि आपकी टीम में एक सेट रोल होना चाहिए एक प्लेयर का। यस मैं असॉल्टर हूं, मेरा काम असॉल्टिंग है, बट ऐसा नहीं कि आप बाकी चीजें नहीं कर सकते हो। एक डायमेंशनल चीज और डायनामिक चीजें टीम में हमेशा लाने की जरूरत है। बट हम ज्यादा टाइम यहाँ पे व्यस्त नहीं करना चाहेंगे और वेट नहीं कराना चाहेंगे आप लोगों को, सीधे चलेंगे आज के दिन के पहले गेम के अंदर। इन्फिनिक्स स्मार्टफोन प्रेजेंट्स वर्ल्ड ई स्पोर्ट्स कप ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बाय इंडिया टुडे गेमिंग के पहला मैच यहाँ पे एरो हो चुका है शुरू, जो कि बर्मिंघम डे का होने वाला है।
एग्जैक्टली यहाँ पे सबसे पहली नजर जो रहेगी वो रहेगी मैप पे, कि यहाँ पे किस तरफ से वहाँ प्लेन पा जाता है, कहाँ पे जो टीम्स है वो स्पॉट लेना पसंद करती हैं। बिकॉज हमको मैक्सिमम टीम्स के ड्रॉप पॉइंट्स यहाँ पे जरूर पता है, लेकिन क्लैशेस क्या होने वाली हैं ये हमको जरूर पता चल जाएगा जब मैप हमारी नजर में आएगा। यूजी कॉन्कर करके बैठी हुई है मिल्क को, उनके आसपास अभी कोई भी नजर नहीं आ रहा है। हेड हंटर्स की बात करें, हमें पता है ये सेंटोसा जाती है तो जिप लाइन्स के थ्रू सेंटोसा जाएंगे, कोई भी ऑब्स्टिकल्स, कोई भी बाधाएं इनके आगे नहीं है। लेकिन केमिन ई स्पोर्ट्स को कहीं ना कहीं एक चुनौती देने वाली टीम जरूर मिल गई है, जो कि होने वाली है टीम नंबर 8 यानी कि टीम अवतार।
एग्जैक्टली देखिए हम इनसे यही एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि बहुत ज़्यादा अग्रेशन, रॉ अग्रेशन। देखिए जब भी नए प्लेयर्स आते हैं ना, हम इनके बारे में कुछ नहीं जानते, ये अनप्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी लेके आते हैं। जब ये बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करते हैं, हमारे लिए खुशी की बात होती है यार, जब गेम में कोई प्लेयर इतना ज़्यादा टाइम बिता रहा है, इतना ज़्यादा ग्राइंड कर रहा है, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा क्योंकि देखिए हम हमेशा चाहते हैं कि फ्री फायर आगे बढ़े।
हाँ।
और इस साल में फ्री फायर ने तो बहुत कुछ ऊंचाइयां ऑलरेडी छू लिया। ऑब्जर्वेटरी पे देखिए बोलते ही बोलते हैं का फाइट शुरू हो चुका है। देसी गेमर्स का ड्रॉप स्पॉट है फैक्ट्री एरिया और पोचिनॉक एरिया, एंड देखिए उन्होंने मार्स इलेक्ट्रिक पे असैसिन आर्मी के प्लेयर्स को स्पॉट आउट कर लिया है। इनसेन ने एक आध शॉट कनेक्ट तो किया है और अपना जो एरिया है उन्होंने कैप्चर किया ना, कि बोल दिया और जनाजा दे दिया कि आप इधर मत आइए।
एग्जैक्टली एंड मैं वही चीज़ बोलता हूँ, जीसी गेमर्स का जो यहाँ पे ड्रॉप है ना, ये उसमें सब कुछ कवर कर लेते हैं, उसमें पोचिनॉक कवर कर लेते हैं, मार्स इलेक्ट्रिक कवर कर लेते हैं, इसके साथ साथ फैक्ट्री भी कवर कर लेते हैं। लेकिन यहाँ पे अवतार यानी कि हमारी जो टीम अवतार 07 होने वाली है, जिस माइंड गेम के साथ खेल रही है, क्या ये केमिन स्पोर्ट जैसी टीम को एक शॉक दे पाएगी? बट स्वास्तिक ने कहीं ना कहीं स्पॉट जरूर कर लिया है एंड आई डोंट थिंक कि कोई भी एंगल देना पसंद करेंगे सामने वाली टीम को।
एग्जैक्टली देखिए मैंने ना इस जगह पे शिपयार्ड पे पहले भी एक टीम को बहुत ज्यादा परेशानी करते हुए देखा था, केमिन स्पोर्ट्स को। तब ये 4 का नाम जाने थे, वो टीम का नाम था डी स्पोर्ट्स, अभी वो एरो के नाम से खेल रही है। वो प्लेयर्स बहुत शानदार तरीके से उनको चैलेंज पहुंचाए थे। और इससे पहले ना ये जो एरिया शिपयार्ड का, यहाँ पे भी अनबीटेबल थे ये लोग। क्योंकि देखिए जिस भी टीम जो भी एरिया को जाते हैं और
favor for the team.
I completely agreed on that point, but at the same time, how much of synergy can actually be built up as soon as a new player comes into your team is also going to be a bigger question, because it's easy for Radhe Thakur, Beam and Anand. Let's not forget that there are 2 grenadiers in this team. One is going to be Beam and one is going to be Radhe Thakur. That comes up to say that, you know, a player like Swastik and Anand have to make sure that they live up to the expectations of these two who will be going forward. They'll need the right kind of cover. So Swastik and Anand, probably Anand would have had an abrupt idea or a better idea than Swastik as how to, you know, support these two. But at the same time, you know, it's going to be Swastik, the new man in. Let's say it's going to be NYM goes in for a close range fight with that, you know, Mag was able to connect one, but Beam is going to make sure that he fades it off with that MP40, goes in for a, oh, one more good shot coming in from his side, goes in right into the head, is that crosshair, gives the right kind of backup for the team. He's going to put 2 people down at this point of time. Beam is going to confirm both, gets the 2 frags in his name, but at the same time, Radhe Thakur, even though this is what I was speaking about, when you have a player like Beam, it's important for you to be a good support, because when you give the right kind of, you know, when you give him the right kind of support, not just support, the right kind of cover, he's going to make sure that he decimates any team.
Yep. I would like to give a title that Beam is one guy in the team who can move mountains entirely for Kemin Esports. I know he can sacrifice and he can put in all the efforts needed by him. And I'm pretty sure it's working very well, as the first blood will go to the hands of Kemin Esports. Now that we've got Blind Esports completely taken over on the other side of the Rimnam village, well, we have Headhunters on the other part. Well, looks like it's going to be a head-to-head fight in case the circle starts to close in. They have to move inside the map. Kumban is planning to take a rotation towards the water. I don't know if it's advisable, but if Durgesh spots him out, then it's going to be a problem for Headhunters as well as Blind Esports to begin with. We've got Avatar, already lost 2 of the players. We've got only Randir and Lynx up and running, barely surviving right now. Well, 2 of them are also away from each other. They have to regroup right now, and as we were speaking about Godlike, they took off a drop at Observatory, and now they've regrouped back at Graveyard being one of a very good place for loot. I think it's going to be definitely working in their favor. Swastika, on the other hand, will take and confirm one of the players from Avatar right now, leaving only one player of Avatar, that is Lynx, who's trying to survive, who's trying to take a rotation through the edge of the map, and I hopefully think that he will make it inside 3rd circle or maybe 4th circle if he does not give his position away. Godlike having a good start. Now I think they'll be moving for rotation over from Graveyard to Observatory, and then maybe Kathulistoa. Even I think if they take the rotation all the way from Graveyard to Kathulistoa, then Demon Sakti Strip can be their prime spot, I would say. AC Gamer spotting out on players. That is TG. Arka. Now TG is in a huge trouble.
Yeah, but at the same time, TG also have to be a little more confident because with their rotation, because at the same time, and this is what's going to happen if they are a little overconfident, is what I was about to say. Ronigi comes in from behind with that woodpecker, doesn't, you know, wait for any kind of, you know, IGL calls. He's going to just put him down and also confirm him at this point of time. Team DG are becoming a patty in the sandwich between 2 different teams. If they come out a little bit in the open through the 2 doors, then things can go wrong in their favor. On the other side, we can see that Concept does believe in his crosshair. He's going to take down Arpit in, you know, with that VSS, and he's also wanting to confirm it. Look at what's happening on the other side. Grenades are being cooked. That does give a little bit of a damage against the side of War. A second one cooked right behind it could have been a little more bad for them. Team HG on the other side, after Ronigi came in, he's got the treatment gun, and that can do a lot of healing within the team. At the same time, they have to make sure that they go a little away from one another. All 4 players inside one single spot is a bad story for sure.
Yep.
At the same time, it looks like the AC gamers are not going to stop themselves. They really want to get in. They do understand Walkout is right there. They've done the right kind of damage with the grenade, and the push comes in the perfect way. Team DC on the other side will be the sufferers. Insane is almost down to 2 HP. He's going to heal himself up. Whereas Story Gaming on the other side, they'll be decimated, as DC Gamers is going to show them how to do it in style. And 3 frags already in their name. They'll be happy to move on because they also know that there's another team pretty close by.
Yep, DJH making the most of it. They see Gamers having a really good start now that they've made a move, and it definitely went to the favor. Taking that rotation, taking that push inside the compounds was a bold move made by them. Although, despite the fact that Tycoons already had the advantage and the control of the compound, Harsh managed to move in, sneak in through the compound, and that fight definitely rewarded them a profit. Well, they see Gamers will go back to their usual positions. We've got one at the sniper tower, Insane coming back. We've got Monty along with him. I think all the 4 players will be taking a cover throughout there. And what else do we got here? We've got HG a little far away from Desi Gamers. We've also got UG Empire on the way
Yes.
to their
Yes, exactly.
uphill.
Yep. And at this point of time, I don't think so UG Empire need to take this fight because Desi Gamers are pretty much loaded up. Even though they burnt a little bit of their resources, they just got 4 easy pickings with those bodies, and they'll be looking forward to take fight against any team at given point of time. And I do believe that, they also, have a very good hold on the position of this terrain, because I've seen a lot of people when they're inside hard cover, they tend to not get into any kind of early skirmishes or early fights, because that is the only spot where they can be safe once the circle shrinks in away from them or probably towards them. At the same time, Orangutan Esports, if I'm not wrong, I've come a little more closer to Kota Tua, and everybody are stacking themselves up towards the side of Kota Tua. Will have to watch out for the circle's shift, because in case it goes away from the spot, then this rotation can be challenging, because there are 4 teams and each of them will be waiting for the other so that they go front and they can easily backstab them. Edgy on the other side does see Iconic from the side of Orangutan, tries to connect some shots. UG will be watching all these from below, and I'm wanting to see whether Java Boy will have the right kind of sniper to put a person down.
Well, Java Boy, I'm not sure if he holds a sniper, but a shotgun maybe for sure, because right now the position that they're taking or towards the low hill, not really a good place, advisable place to pull out a sniper right now. They don't have a terrain advantage, but I think they'll be staying in the place, taking the cover for a little time until the second circle starts to close in. And looks like Headhunters are in trouble. They're trying to rotate through Clock Tower to make it inside the circle. We've got the second zone closing in, and the circle can be shifted any moment right now. Godlike, they're trying to take a rotation over towards peak, and looks like they'll be going on top of the peak, but the circle will mostly be taken away into the hands of Kotor Tua and Pochinok. We've got the circle once again a little closer to the bridge and the water area. We've got HH, Asim, Arsh, Kunal trying to gatekeep over towards the bridge. If anybody wants to take that rotation, I mean, most of the people will be moving into the center of the circle, not to the opposite. But yeah, HH got a very good advantage on cutting off the rotations that will be happening through Sentosa right now.
Yeah, but at the same time, Orangutan Esports have to make sure that, they don't get into any kind of skirmish at this point of time, because they're pretty much away from one another. And one knock from their team, it's going to be hard for them to pick their players up, because Orangutan Elites, I'm so sorry, because we can see that Killer and his teammate are the only 2 players pretty close to one another. Iconic is pretty far away. Pahadi is pretty far away. So these 2 players, in case they get taken down, it's going to be hard for their team to actually come in and give them the right kind of cover and also get a revival. Blind Esports also wants to get a little bit of this map in their name. They have come in with the Korg on the other side. This gun seems to be the strongest when it comes to, the making sure that they take down the enemy's glue wall, because even in the close range fight, the firepower of this gun doubles itself when you get closer and closer to the enemy. But at the same time, Blind Esports, they're looking out for their back. They have to also make sure that they do not get into the crosshairs of anybody, because backstab is pretty much possible from the side of Headhunters, who are trying to cross this bridge. But at the same time, staying over here for a long period of time can be the cause of concern for them.
Yep, and looks like the fights have already begun. Team Avatar getting eliminated at 11th position. Well, it was the last player who was surviving and making a position for his team. Not much he could do, but at least he tried. We've got Blind Esports on the low side of the bridge, which surprises me because Niku is out in the water, and if he gets spotted out, he's going to be receiving some serious damage. Desi Gamers, on the other hand, they're at top of the hill. UG Empire is trying to gatekeep and get a headshot, most preferably onto the heads right now. But I think UG Empire has the best position compared to the rest of the teams right now. We've got headhunters over towards the bridge and a team approaching towards them. But UG, nobody knows their location, or maybe they do, but they have very good cover of the compounds coming in. Well, Godlike, they're still trying to make their way inside the circle. Currently, they're at Pochinok, and I think they'll be moving out very soon. Oh, that's Desi Gamers at Pochinok, and we've got Godlike at Kota too, if I'm not wrong. Yep.
Yep. But at the same time, UG Empire have one, I would say, one disadvantage among themselves, that they're holding a hard compound and it has a lot of windows. If somebody sneaks in from behind, cooks up a grenade and puts it inside, then I think they can easily decimate the complete squad of UG Empire, no matter how much resources they're having in their name right now. But at the same time, Team HG and DG are pretty much so close to one another, still not taking those fights because they do realize that it's going to be hard. Godel will be the catalyst in this fight, who's going to initiate most of this fight and make sure that they attract one another's attention, so that they can also come into third party or probably fourth party with one another. Godel having the higher advantage because of this, because of the high ground. I do believe that Godel from here on should be very careful, because CS on the other side, I believe that the side of Kemini Sports will be wanting to come in and attack them from behind, get those valuable 3 points for themselves.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, that Godlike will be losing one of their players. Now they're going to be coming out for a fight where it's going to be helping gamers who are currently in the crosses of Nuvesh. It's going to be firing a lot of shots, but there's not going to be any response coming in from helping gamers. But one good grenade launcher can make the job easier for Godlike right now. But since it's a long range, they will be depending on scopes and snipers right now. But helping gamers, they're in a huge trouble. Although one kill in the hands of Ronnie, I'm pretty sure he's the one who took one of the players from Godlike down. Now they're not going to be really happy about it. They have the advantage of the draw, but if the circle starts to close in, they have to move out of the tower eventually, which means that Godlike will have a better chance at gatekeeping on them. Well, 3 seconds until the next zone starts to close in. Godlike, they got their eyes on helping gamers. Well, coming back 30 minutes into the game, we've got third zone already.
Just one point which actually came into my mind, which I had to restrict you, was helping gamers. If all the teams push in against them, then helping gamers will be decimated so badly that they'll go down without a fight. Asim on the other side cooks the right kind of grenade, places this perfectly. The second one is going to put another person down for sure. In case he places it like he did in the previous time, we can see that there's another body falling in from the side of Blind Esports. Mavic wants to push in. He has taken down another player. The last man standing for them, who has a lot of job to do. It's going to be Nico, who's also going to get taken down because of the car being used by the side of I do believe that it was the side of... Oh my god, before I could even think about it, we can see some sniper shots coming into play from each and every team. It's going to be Desi Gamers, it's going to be Headhunters. Look at what Desi Gamers are doing. This is what I was speaking about. They have some grenades in their hand which they can put in good use. 5 frags for them already, and they're counting more within their name. At the same time, Godel, as I said, they have a very good spot in the house. All they have to do is hold on to this position, allow the others to fight it out with one another. But team number 12 seems to be coming in from behind their back and wants to take them down. Nivesh coming out in the open could be the beginning of the end for the side of Godel. Assassin left out with 2 players. We saw that Assassin was the team which took down the team of Blind Esports, but they have tasted their own medicine and they're left out with just 2 players. Godel slowly converging towards the side of HG is a point of concern for now, but let's see what's going to happen.
Well, what's going to happen? I pretty much think that Kevin Esports is going to arrive at this point, although they're going to be facing off a very strong fight against Desi Gamers. Desi Gamers Iconic will be getting spotted out. He'll be knocked before we even know it. Kevin Esports Beam getting one. Killer, on the other hand, from Desi Gamers will be taking down one of the iconic players, that is Beam, will be getting knocked out. Maybe he'll be getting confirmed anytime soon, but Killer with a double kill coming in from the shotgun. He'll be confirming 2 of the players from Kevin Esports. Swastik also goes down. It's just the last man, Radhe Thakur, standing all by himself in a 1 versus 3 situation against Desi Gamers. And I don't think that
Oh,
Radhe Thakur can do much at this point but to live on the other
yeah.
side of the blue wall.
Yeah, but at the same time, Radhe Thakur has to also make sure that he puts one or two player down with his beautiful grenades. He's cooking one at this point of time, but he doesn't connect at the right spot. A lot of glue walls around him. He's going to build up a fort, and he's going to make sure that, he gets taken down within that, as Pahadi is going to jump in with that Max 7, connects that shot. The crosshair placement was perfect from Pahadi, and that is going to be rewarding him with one more frag. At the same time, some grenades are taking down headhunters at this point of time. It's Hedgie inside the sniper tower actually making others pay. The slow grenade, the ice grenade had slowed down a player, and that's the perfect way for you to use two different kinds of grenades against an enemy.
Yes, the tables have turned, but this time into the favor of HG, helping gamers. We thought they were the ones who will be getting initially taken down, but they've made every opportunity turn into their hands. Right now, they are in the top of the server with 5 kills, alongside with Desi Gamers. Desi Gamers, unfortunately, losing one of the players, that is Killer, who had a double kill in his hands. Now that UJ Empire will be approaching Desi Gamers with Pahadi on the hands right now. UJ Empire won't be stopping as Prince will get one, Rahul gets one, Pahadi will be getting confirmed in no time. UG with 5 kills. Desi Gamers getting eliminated in 6th position, and we've got Headhunters walking into the way. They're outside the circle, but not sure if they're gonna be ending up in the good side of the fight as UG's two of the players get knocked out. Desi Gamers is still up and running. Insane Harshan, Real Tiger, they're trying their level best. They get knocked out. Headhunters gets eliminated. UG Empire gets eliminated. It's just the top 2 teams, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Desi Gamers and HG.
Yeah, but at the same time, Desi Gamers, it's going to be a 1v1 fight, which is going to happen over here. Harsh has got the right kind of gun in his name. It's a grenade launcher versus a grenade, which is going to be taking place over here. Harsh is trying to push in. He knows that if he gets a little more closer, it's going to be much more easier for him. He's waiting, but Nivesh puts that grenade right into his face. Nivesh exactly knew where to put that grenade, and I do believe that's the best way for you to end a person who's holding a grenade launcher in his name. He could have used it. I believe that he had very limited, bullets in that grenade launcher, and that is why he wanted to push in and then take that map. But on the other side, I want to say this to the players that Nivesh cooked that grenade to the entrance of the glue wall, but not behind that, and that gave an opportunity for him, because he knew that at the end of the day, Nivesh would want to step a little more. I'm so sorry. Harsh would want to step a little more closer from that glue wall. Oh my God. Names are getting jumbled up because of this pressure, but at the same time, what a booyah coming in for the side of Godel, and a well-deserved one, especially the final grenade.
That was definitely one of the best choke I've ever seen, I would say. I mean, Harshi definitely could have made a better
Yep.
decision, but Nivesh, he already predicted it
Yep.
out. As I told you, 50% of the storyline is already predictable because they've already seen each other at a point in World Esports Cup the entire tournament. Well, good job coming in from Nivesh. That grenade, that spontaneous decision that was taken by him, it definitely did end up in his favor. That's going to be godlike, walking away with the first booyah of the first map of Bermuda in the group number 2. Now that we've done with Bermuda, I pretty much want to talk about how the circle ended. Well, I was pretty much expecting the major part to be around Peak and Factory and Mars Electric, but it has taken a huge shift over towards Kota Tua, which played most of the
And
fight. And I want to talk about helping gamers as well. They were in a sniper tower, and I don't know how the hell they managed to get 5 kills in their hands just by staying in a corner. All 4 of them. One good grenade could have definitely put an end to them.
at one point of time when helping gamers actually got a grenade launcher in their name, because I do believe that when they summoned some drops on top of that sniper tower, they did have a grenade launcher in the name. If they had put that into a good use, it would have been much more helpful. But every team knew that helping gamers were pretty much holding that sniper tower, so every time they were taking a rotation, taking another fight, they were making sure that they turn around, hit a shot into that sniper tower, at least get a knock, or make sure that they put themselves in a cover fire position before they stepped into the circle. And I believe that was the hindrance for the side of helping gamers to step out of there. But the way helping gamers are actually fought themselves in the previous stages in this tournament was really, really commendable. I was hoping to see a better performance from them, but somewhere I feel that in this stages they're actually getting a little scared to come out in the open, and that's why they're trying to play a placement point game. But in case they had come out, they would have been in a better position, even though they've got 5 frags and 6 rank points in the name, 11 valuable points for them. But the team who will stand on the top for performing really well, exceptionally well, because of the kills they've acquired, is 9 rank
Yep.
points and 9 kill points. That's going to be Desi Gamers, 18 points for themselves. UG Army, even though they came in and backstabbed the headhunters at the right time, it's just that they couldn't be held behind because of Godel coming in and making sure that they take them down. 8 and 7 for them, 15 points for themselves. Godlike, even though they secured that booyah for themselves, it's just that they had 1 kill point, and that was the final kill which was running towards them. But 13 valuable points, that gives them an opportunity to go all out brawl in the next game. Let's see whether they'll choose to do so. Orangutan Esports leveling up with the rank and kill points with 5 each, 10 points for them. Headhunters with 1 kill point and placement points of 7, that is going to be 8 in total. So the teams on the top are having a head-to-head battle. Apart the first 3 positions are pretty much close to one another, but we have to see how the others are going to bounce back.
Yep, the others, that is the bottom six. We've got Kemin Esports at 7th position, Assassin Army at 8th, Hyderabad Hydras at 9th, Blind Esports on 10th, Team Avatar at 11th, and TG Tycoons on 12th. Although I was expecting a much better performance coming in from Blind Esports, Hyderabad Hydras, and Kemin Esports. Kemin Esports, the only reason I think they couldn't move into the final stages of the circle is because of the trap that they've got set into, the trap that they walked into, where Radhe Thakur and his teammates were completely vulnerable to the enemies and they were out in the open. Only if they had cover, they could have done much better. Although we can see that they've got 5 kill points in hands, that 5 kills already confirmed in their hands. They should concentrate a little bit more on the placement points in the next map. But so far, they're doing good. They're still in the 7th position. We've got 5 more maps, so major changes will be coming in through. Assassin Army, they fought till the very end. Not much firepower coming into the play, and Hyderabad Hydras, it was a total, what was
Massacre.
it? Yep, you finished my
A
sentence
total
there.
massacre. Yeah, that was a total massacre for them. They couldn't come out of that fight. At the same time, somewhere I feel that Kemeny Sports strategy is that in the first few games we are going to make sure that we acquire enough number of kill points for ourselves and then play for placement points, because that is going to be helpful for us in the overall points table. At the end of the day, you need to balance the rank points and placement points for yourself to make sure rank points and kill points for yourself to make sure that you be in the top 4. See, there are different kinds of strategies coming from different teams. Few teams will want to play for placement points first, make sure that they get that rank points on the table. Probably 2 to 3 booyahs will give them 24 to 36 points, and then later on the rest 3 games, if they get an average of 5 kills in their name, they're going to be securing 5 points, another 15 in the name. So 40 plus points is more than enough for any team to be there on the top of the table in this group stages. All these things said and done, I'm wanting to see how Kemin Esports wanted to come to the center of the circle in the beginning itself, because they are the teams who come in for a late rotation. They have they have more grenadiers in their team, right? So they can
Yeah.
actually come in late, use those grenades, decimate the team while they're watching the front position. They can backstab them easily with the grenades and then tend to move into the circle after looting them. But this time it was a very different strategy. Everybody wanted to come and make sure they're close to quota 2 in the beginning itself. But I don't believe that it's going to be easy for any of these teams if they do try to do so. Look at what Godel did. They came in
Yeah.
so late into the circle. They had higher ground advantage. I did tell you that if Godel will be able to control this higher ground advantage for a brief period of time, they'll have a higher opportunity to get the booyah in the name. They did control it for a brief period of time. They watched out for their back. When they understood that nobody's going to come in from behind, they concentrated on getting into the circle first and then going in for battle. So there is going to be a different kind of formation coming in from any team. It's important for you guys to make sure that in the beginning you have to make sure that you come into the circle first, but at the end, the third or fourth or fifth circle, that is where you tend to get into the circle late. But for other teams which has been completely successful so far, it's this, that those teams who will come in late into the first circle and then get first into the final circles have survived way better, is what I would like to say.
Yep. Well, this map has definitely explained us that a lot of teams did not go into the initial fights. I think which was one of the
Yep.
major reasons why we had a lot of teams ending up in the fourth circle as well. We had more than 8 teams. And when a cluster of 8 to 9 teams form at a very limited amount of area, the fights become very easy. And a lot of third parties coming into the play. And that's where grenades are most helpful, I guess. Because one area, like, one radius of area is totally damaged by the grenade, and it can easily knock off 2 to 3 players if you're all standing together in a glue wall. And it has happened
Yeah.
a lot of times, not just once. I think
Yeah.
one of the reasons why Kevin Esports got taken down very early into the game is because of the glue wall and the grenade play coming in.
Yeah, see, everybody have understood that it's going to be grenades which will be used against us, because every grenadier will be watching himself. Every time he cooks a grenade, his ears will be eyes at that point of time, because he wants to hear if he can hear a click of another grenade being pinned out somewhere else, because he knows that in case his grenade misses out, the other grenade is going to come flying into his face. So everybody are actually making sure that they have their ears also pretty much open, making sure that they watch all of their surroundings so that no grenade is going to fly in. At the same time, the best thing for a grenadier to have is a chrono ability within himself, because every time he throws a grenade, it's just that the second grenade is flying towards him. He knows that this chrono ability is going to restrict the damage of that grenade, as well as give him 4 to 5 seconds to actually change his position from there and then go in for a second one. But we have seen that few people not choose to do so. Some few people try to go in for DJ lock ability, so that as soon as they throw one, they can actually run away using that ability far away, and then try to increase their I do believe there's another agent. I'm not getting it on my, it's at the tip of my tongue at this point of time. It increases your explosive ability, so that grenade is going to double its ability when it explodes. So few of them will be actually wanting to keep this agent in his name. So chat, if you guys know who this specific agent is, do not forget to spam it in the chat, so that we can also understand who this agent is precisely.
Yep, I definitely agree with the kind of strategy that you've picked up for certain amount of grenade fights. But at a point in WC scrims, at a point at the invitational qualifiers, I just thought that the guns were not at all used. It was a point of 1v1s coming with the grenades, grenade launchers, a
Yeah.
lot of different guns were put to use. But one impressive thing that I've seen after a really long time in Free Fire was the Nivesh putting out that 1v1 with just a single grenade and bringing out one kill for blind, one kill for godlike. They managed to get a booyah with one kill in the hand. As we move into the second map of World Esports Cup, in India's qualifiers right now, Group 2, day number 1, and the map number 2, that is Purgatory. We're going to be seeing the plane path pretty much looking very clear, I would say, walking through the golf course, a little tilted towards the southern side. We've got a lot of teams taking a drop out, so Fire Brigade. Fire Brigade is one of the best positions to take a drop in if you want the better loot, but a lot of initial fights also begin through over there, so you need to be really careful. We've got Lumber Bill by Headhunters, and more than 3 teams at Brasilia. We've got Tia, we've got Helping Gamers, and we've got Headhunters, if I'm not wrong. It looks like Desi Gamers are going to be making their way in towards Forge and leaving Moathouse once again isolated. Quarry in the
Yeah.
hands of Godlike, this means that they're going to be having much better loot than the others.
It's not only Moat House which is being isolated, it's like the complete northern side is completely isolated at this point of time. At the same time, the blue zone falls in a place where where there are not much compound, so that comes up to say that the amount of loot, even though it's going to be doubled, it's just that it's not going to be enough for 4 people. At the same time,
Yeah.
any team which chooses to go to crossroads and then make it inside the circle will have an higher opportunity to get the booyah in their name, all because of this, that the late rotation inside the map of Purgatory is always welcomed from anybody. And I do believe that you need to have some kind of charisma with your crosses to make sure that you come in late and connect those sniper shots against the enemy's head, or else it could be the beginning of the end for your team. It's because the zone is pretty ruthless when it comes to the map of Purgatory.
Yep, on the map of Purgatory, it has got a lot of, quick scope positions coming in. As we said, we have very few places where teams take drop in Purgatory, and the very few places are very crowded, like Fire Brigade and Brasilia. Although I'm expecting that initial fights will be not coming in, as this group, the group number 2 that we are watching at India Plains, I feel like these are someone who would rather choose to play for the placement points, survive till the very end, rather than taking initial fights. We've seen more than 3 teams have taken a drop at Brasilia, and we still do not hear a shot from a gun. Not a single fire shot being fired right now. 2 minutes into the game is going really slow, and I think I'm really loving the way how this group especially is making the entire map go through their favor. Like every team is playing for the position points. It's very less that they are going in for the kill points, although they know for a fact that kill points make a huge difference, as we've seen. Godlike, despite of getting that booyah, they couldn't be in top of the table because Desi Gamers had 9 kill points in their hands. And I think they are one of the fearless teams that we've seen all the way from the beginning.
Yep, headhunters on the other side have to realize that their rotations are actually not working out in their favor. Even in the previous game, they came into the center of the map earlier itself, and this time they've taken a takeoff or a jump towards the center of the map itself. And we have seen that headhunters are one such team which takes longer rotations, and every time they get into a fight with any team, they do not back out from that fight. But in the previous game, the way they were trying to cross the bridge, knowing that the zone is going to fall towards the side of Kototua, I would believe that the IGL did not take the right kind of call, due to which they suffered a bit. Even though they have got some decent points in their name for the first map, it's just that they've suffered themselves for a better they've suffered themselves and put them in a wrong position for a better points. But for now, towards the side of Brasilia is where the circle is still going to favor. I hope that the zone is going to take a northern shift, go towards the side of Motors or Crossroads, so that all of these people who are on the southern side will have a longer journey into the circle. And during those rotation, when there are clashes, it's going to be much more fun, because it's going to be third party, fourth party, and by the time they reach the circle, they'll be left out with just 2 to 3 teams.
Yep. Well, you know what's one of the main reasons why a lot of teams end up taking a drop at Brasilia? I think it really occupies a massive area, and also with a lot of loot. And definitely a lot of teams tend to go there as it's like, the peak. As we have like peak in Bermuda, we've got Brasilia in Purgatory. And I think helping gamers will be going in for a rotation right now. They'll be walking over towards the southern side of Brasilia. Although coming back, Arca, in the first game, what is that one thing you've noticed from helping gamers that could have been better? For me, I think it was positioning. If they had a better...
Yeah. I just hope that you're still here. The positioning could have been much more better, but at the same time, they were too passive in their gameplay rather than being a little active. And I do believe that became a little bit of an issue for them, because if you're too passive in the gameplay when you're in the center of the circle, it's not going to work out. You need to strike fear in your enemies, so that when they are planning to come into the circle where you're having control, they should have the fear within themselves. They should have an element of doubt which you can actually dominate against them. So I do believe that being too passive from their side was the biggest mistake they could have attained in the previous game. But in this game, they can rectify it really well. They can actually come back a little more stronger. AVT on the other side, they're pretty much in the crosshairs of the headhunters at this point of time, but they have an advantage yet again. That's the high ground which they can put in use. All they have to do is avoid their heads to be visible on the horizon, so that they do not get attacked. TG on the other side, pretty much in the open is where they got down, and this could be the beginning of the end. If a grenade gets connected, Blind is going to push in, take one player down. The second person is going to be attacked with grenades as well. War 3000 down on his feet. Licketh and Concept have to make sure that they give him the right kind of backup. Look at what's happening. Licketh from the other side is throwing grenades, put one player down. He's going to be confirming him with the Mac 10 as well. It's going to be Avneet who's doing doing most of the job for them. Blind Esports, the equation comes to be a 3v3 at this point of time, but they're pushing in together as a pack of wolves. That could be a problem for the other side. It's going to be a 2v1 situation against the side of TG. Concept will be the last man standing. He has a lot of job to do with that Max 7, but Blind Esports are being a little more clever at this point of time. Niku comes in. Niku goes in for a jump shot with that M18, doesn't connect it, and Concept will be the person landing the final bullet against him, and it's going to be much more easier for TG to live from here on. It was not necessary for Blind Esports to actually rush in at the final circle. They had an opportunity to pick up their teammates and then come in for a fight, but still they went in with that M18, and it's important for you to connect your shot with that M18, because if you miss a 1 or 2 bullets, that is all you have in your mag. By the time you reload, a Mac 7 is going to continuously shoot into your head. at the same time things seems to be a little more, intense towards the side of DG at this point of time, because I do understand that DG is one of those teams who are actually making sure that they take revenge against the team which put them down, and the contribution did come in from the side of team HG, which could which could be a point of concern for the side of team HG. They shouldn't underestimate any team at any given point of time in this game, because everybody are capable, everybody have proved themselves before coming in over here. So it's going to be much more easy for the time of helping gamers for to actually move around. But at the same time, helping gamers are not moving around, rather they're trying to gatekeep the side of Desi gamers. Let's see how well they'll be able to do that, because in the map of Purgatory, taking a uphill battle obviously is going to be a little hard. I'm not telling no about that, but still, when you know that you have very good snipers or very good players who can use their who can use their crosses right to the horizon, expecting teams to come into their crosses, that is when it's going to be a point of concern. But at the same time, a third party coming in is a point of concern for the side of team HG at this point of time. Helping gamers does see a person is moving around. That's going to be Concept from the side of TG. They do not go to shoot him. That's a very clever thing, but Harpit does it at the nth moment. I think he's trying to taunt the side of Desi gamers, telling that we are getting into a fight. Why don't you guys try to change your luck? Try to come a bit more closer. This is happening on the northern side of the map at Moat House, where a UAV being summoned. It's a normal UAV which has come out over here. Shanti has to make sure that he crosses this water and comes into the other side. The zone seems to be taking a northern shift. Kemin Esports seems to be the team which is having the best spot in the house. As I said, Kemin Esports right now will be concentrating on placement points rather than kill points, and I do believe that it's going to be much more easier for them to come in late into any fight, conquer that fight, and get that booyah in the name. TG on the other side with Concept lurking around here and there could be a bit of an issue for them. I don't know how well is that going to turn out for them. Assassin and Dracula, this is the side to watch out for, I would like to say, because the assassins have a good opportunity to get into the circle earlier itself, because they're coming in to backstab the side of Desi gamers. But Desi gamers, the way they position themselves is really unique, because two players on the top and two players watching their backs is a very good thing, and that could be a little bit of an hindrance for the side of assassins at this point of time. All these things said and done, it's going to be much more easier for the side of team HG. I'm so sorry. It's going to be much more easier for the side of team Kemin Esports, because the kind of rotation they're coming in, it's going to be much more easier for them. So hoping to see more fights coming in. We can see that assassins are getting close towards the side of Desi gamers, who do realize that there's a team coming in. Iconic has already told their players that there's a team coming in. Grenades are being cooked by the side of Dracula. It won't be doing any kind of damage, because at the nth moment it's a different story. From the other side, Desi gamers are making sure that they come in with unique spots to make sure they restrict players. At this point of time, they did the right kind of backup. It's going to be I think it's Kumba who's trying to come in from a different angle. At this point of time, Desi Gamers Iconic has gone down. Dracula has a lot of options in front of him. One confirmed that player, but he tries to push in and then goes in for confirmation. Desi Gamers looks to be sufferers at this point of time, as Assassin is trying to cook up a grenade against them, and that grenade is going to connect, putting down another player. Killer gets another grenade into his face, and this jump shot could be doing the job for them, as it's going to be much more easier for Assassin to actually see that player coming in a bit more closer. The damage is being done. Fahadi will be the last man standing. He's got some snipers to work out in a close range fight. Fahadi is trying to push back as well. He's got some 2 walls to work out with, but 2 players coming into his face is going to be a bit more harder, as he'll be eliminated with combos clock from far away, and that's not a kind of start which Desi Gamers were wanting. As I said, Desi Gamers had an opportunity to come late into the circle. They had to come late into the circle, but they chose to go in a little more earlier. Headhunters on the other side, it looks like things are going to work out for them as they're coming late. They would have seen that the fights are already initiated. It's important for them to hold on to their nerves, come in a little slow. Powerful on the other side is going to reveal the location of Headhunters at this point of time, which was unnecessary, as some rotations are being heard from them. They're going to put some bullets into the monster, because monster truck takes a little bit of a lesser speed at this point of time. 2 or 3 more shots could have put it on fire, but Headhunters on the other side have to be careful, as at this point of time Assassins are making sure they are also connecting some shots. So Headhunters versus Assassins is what we'll be watching any second soon. Yes,
Yep.
for now it's going to be a Headhunters over here. Let's see how things will turn out for them, as we can see that Assassins have already started to strategize against them. Grenades are not falling in the right spot. Headhunters have a option to run away, and it looks like Hershey getting tagged at this point of time. 2 more bullets and Hershey will be blasted, and I do believe that it's an opportunity for them. Raja tries, oh my god, Raja gets taken on because of the vehicle explosion as well as the AC-80 shot which has been dealt against him. 2 players of Headhunters already got taken down. If you're not a good driver, do not touch a vehicle, and that could be an issue for them.
Yep, that could definitely be one of the dangers, that there's a good chance of you getting knocked out in the open if you've chosen to take that car out on a ride. Well, that's what exactly we've noticed. Helping Gamers, on the other hand, they've been pretty low. They're playing a low profile game right now with only 1 kill in the hands. None of the players are still taken out. It's a good thing for them. Headhunters, on the other hand, are in a huge trouble. They've lost 2 of the players. They just have the rest to. 2 of them are getting attacked right now. Asim is down to very low HP, and so is Urshan. It's going to be Desi Gamers are going to be pushing into that compound with absolutely no fear. Helping Gamers get spotted out. It's just Arsh and his teammate Asim all by themselves in the upper floor, and I don't think they're going to be surviving for a long time because they've got shots firing through the outside, and there are 3 players who've already pushed inside. Arsh gets knocked out, and the grenade will be doing a lot of damage, leaving Asim the only player right now from Headhunters to stay active, and I guess he will be picking up his teammate back. While we have an uninvited guest to the party, that is Kemin Esports, trying to make their way inside the fight between Desi Gamers and Headhunters.
But at the same time, I do believe that Headhunters have got a blessing in disguise as a third party has come in over here. Look at the opening which this person is holding, but it's going to be hard for him to see any team coming in from that corner. He sees one on the other side. Insane is going to be the person who will be, who will be tagging people below that blue wall, but that opening is more than enough for a grenade to actually come in. Ronigi on the other side with that AC-80 shows how to deal with that crosshair at that corner. The AC Gamers are trying to push in. Look at what Harsh is doing. He's holding that grenade launcher in his hand, because he knows that once the grenade launcher is all open up, it's going to be easier for them to put in that grenade launcher. On the other side is going to be a push coming in from them. Look at that person run away. Headhunters will be running away at this point of time. Hush is just wasted his resources, which was a very good one for them. Assassin will be putting down power of HH. A little far away is going to be one other player who will be trying to run away. Java Boy gets taken down by Ginotra, but this love story between HG and TG TR is still not stopping.
Yep. Well, it's the only player left from Avata will be going out. That is Lynx getting knocked out by the play zone and confirmed as well. We've got UG trying to make their way inside the circle from the edges, and there comes UAV revealing away the positions of Desi Gamers and Kemin Esports. Although Desi Gamers pretty much have a really good idea that Kemin Esports are just very near to them, that if the fight begins, then it's going to be it's going to be a show. Definitely a good show, I would say.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're able to see that it's going to be Desi Gamers versus another team which has taken place over here, and Desi Gamers looks to be dominating that fight as well. Godel Ginotra on the other side. He's not using a sniper. That's a point of concern for me. But Ronik is still not stopping with that AC-80. is really good. Radhe Thakur on the other side is going to be cooking some grenades, and we all know when Radhe Thakur connects those grenades, he's going to be so quick in spamming it. It's going to be much more easier for them. Assassin on the other side is making Godel pay at this point of time. Bye-bye. 2 players have already down. It's going to be between CM and Ginotra to make sure that they get it. Dracula is going to come a bit more closer, and it's going to be Dracula clutching it out for the side of AZ. And I do believe that, Assassins will be on the upper hand because they've got decent amount of loot. Radhe Thakur on the other side puts a grenade into his own face, and that could be the beginning of the end for the side of Kemin Esports in case somebody takes advantage of it.
Well, Kemin Esports was on your pickup, and they definitely did not expect that UG Empire will be going all hail against them. Although none of the players have been knocked out so far, they'll be moving outside the compounds to move along with the zone. But HG, that is HP Gamers, Maldi on the other hand, is turning the tables upside down, putting out the grenades, and the mine will also be working in the hands of Anand, as helping Gamers will come as sneaky as a ninja, takes on one player. That's the last player currently standing in for HH. That is Hyderabad Hydras. Not sure how long they're going to survive as they get eliminated at 6th position. And Maldi taking a huge amount in the fight. A triple kill for him. And surprisingly, Kemin Esports is still surviving. Rahul putting out another grenade. He has a bigger fish to fry. 2 knocks down and 2 confirmations down. That leaves only 1 player of Kemin Esports Esports Alab, I guess, who is definitely fighting for his love. And he will also be getting knocked out as Assassin's Army will
Oh,
be
Java
getting eliminated
boy.
in the fifth position, leaving the top four teams out in the open. UG getting haunted by a lot of teams right now.
Yeah, but at the same time, UG have an opportunity over here to take down the player. Yes, they do it. Desi Gamers, Black Tiger out, and it's important for Desi Gamers to come and counter-attack this because Shanti will be the last man standing. Probably a revival will be a better option for him, or else things going to be hard for him. Hedgie on the other side, helping gamers need to help the side of Desi Gamers to heal themselves, or else things
Yeah.
are going to be happy. But UG Empire on the other side, they have control of everything at this point of time. They have the cross as said. Shanti will be the last man standing. I would love to see a sniper with Shanti's hand rather than shotgun. But all these things set and done. Let's see how things will continue from here on as Java
Yep.
Boy in the crosshairs of Salim with the Max 7 for a long range. It's not going to be the right kind of gun to use, but everybody will be coming in close to one another. With any second, the zone is going to shrink, and we can see that
Yeah.
UG having man advantage in the crosshairs of Zalim at this point of time. He has a lot of job to do. He wants to make sure that he connects some shot jumping around here and there. Shanti can take advantage of all these things. This is Java Boy trying to run in, tags him perfectly at this point of time. Shanti has to make inside the circle. He sees, it's going to be one more player of, helping gamer to put the grenade right to the center, takes down two or one at least. Desi Gamer Shanti, the one man standing, makes sure that he converts that into a booyah. What a gameplay coming in from the side of Shanti. 5 kills for him, being the MVP for the team. At the same time, patience was the key for him. He watched
Yes.
everything happen in front of him. He came in at the right spot to the center of the circle, make sure he connects that Max 7 into the enemy's face, and took advantage of everything. Helping Gamers grenade was the one which restricted the team, but still, Desi Gamers, what a gameplay. One man is more than enough if you're situated at the right spot in the right time.
Yes. Even though it was a catch 22 situation, he still managed to take the flight off without taking a knock or a kill inside his hands. All he did was to play it smartly. Although UG had the most majority amount of players in the server right there in the last circle. Three of UG's players, two we've got from Maldas. That was insane game coming in from Shanti. He finally made it to the booyah for his team. And the amount of kills, we're also looking pretty good on his team. So I guess Shanti, GG well played. A total of 5 kills going to the hands of Desi Gamers. In the first map, we've seen Godlike taking the Conquer away. But Desi Gamers were still on top of the table due to the kill points. But right now, Desi Gamers, they also have the kill points along with the booyah in their hands, which has been bought by Shanti, the lifesaver for today's purgatory game. And I guess that definitely worked into their favor. Arca, one best thing which I looked out for is the fight that HG gave. 8 kills in the hands, and Maldas, with only one grenade, he managed to cook up more than 2 knocks and confirmations.
Yep, completely agreed. But at the same time, let's not forget what a gameplay it has been for the side of Desi Gamers. Everything was falling apart for them. I somewhere thought that Shanti could be the person with the sniper rather than short range gun. But still, a
Mm-hmm.
sniper will actually know where to place himself, and I couldn't. It's just that time it didn't strike my mind, but this time when it
Yeah.
strikes in my mind, I do understand that that was a very good gameplay coming in from their side. At the same Oh, I'm so sorry. But at the same time, let's not forget how things are going to turn out for them. From here on, it's going to be a little bit hard for Desi Gamers to bounce back because everybody will be concentrating their firepower on him. They'll be trying to make sure that they restrict the side of Desi Gamers. And that's going to be a point of concern for them.
But again, there's a twist in the story. Despite of Desi Gamers getting the booyah, again, it's got to be helping gamers on top of the leaderboard with 11 kill points and 9 rank points with a total of 20 points in their hands. As we were speaking about earlier, how important kill points, how important role they play in your game, that is definitely proved the second time. Desi Gamers in the overall scorecard, they might have a better position, but currently in the map of Purgatory, Helping Gamer is holding the lead. We've got Assassin's Army at the third position. UG Empire being pretty consistent enough. Even in the first game, they were in the fourth position. Even the second game, we've got Kemin Esports at fifth position. And Hyderabad Hydras, they definitely had a good fallback and a bounce back into the game from the first map to the second, all the way from eighth position to sixth. They've been doing a good role as well. And speaking about the bottom six of the leaderboard, I definitely want to talk about big teams like TG Tycoons and Hyderabad Headhunters, especially. TG Tycoons, they made their way towards the seventh position. Godlike, who secured Booyah in the first game, have been pushed down to eighth position with a total of 4 points, with zero kill points in their hands. Headhunters at ninth position, just 3 points, zero kill points again. Team Avatar at 10th, Blind Esports on 11th, and Orangutan Elite at the 12th position with zero kill points and zero rank points.
Yeah, Orangutan Esports have to make sure that they bounce back really hard in the next game. This team is not like it's a weak team when it comes to this game, right? Because they have a very good lineup, a good number of snipers, and next map is going to be the map of Kalahari, where most of their snipers can come into use. At the same time, let's not forget the Grenadiers also, whom they're carrying at this point of time. And it's going to be much more easier for them to use those in the map of Kalahari because of the high ground advantage as well as the small map coming into play. But let's see how well can actually Orangutan Esports come up to do and fight in the next game itself. But yeah, the favorite team for you in the previous map specifically would be who, Elika? The reason why I'm asking is there were many fights which took place. Many teams turned out to be, that they were capable of doing securing the booyah for themselves because of their rotations as well. But it looks like there was just one team who
Yeah.
secured it. The better team actually secured it. But I'm just asking you, according to you, who was your favorite team in the previous game?
I would definitely say UJ Empire because the push against Kemin Esports into the compounds and Rahul putting out that grenade which almost gave them more than two knockouts. That was the best moment. I think that should be also included in the highlights of today's group because the way they took the control of the compound and managed to push it inside the Kemin Esports and knock the entire team and confirm them as well without dropping a single person from UG Empire. They didn't drop a single body, yet they managed to completely destroy Kemin Esports. Although Kemin Esports could have played it a little safe, but I guess they were playing it too passively that, the passive aggression did not work at them
Yep.
at the final shot. But yeah, that fight from Rahul, that grenade from Rahul was definitely a lot impressive. And we've also seen landmine coming in from Anand, which definitely played out in their favor as well. That is from HG. And one more, the Maldives, the one player from HG when he put down that one grenade and he got a confirmation and he ended up getting triple kill all by himself, a huge amount of kills from helping gamers. Like out of 11, I think he got more than 4.
Yep. And, all these analysis said and done, ladies and gentlemen, you have a small window to go share it among your friends so that they can also come in over here and get a bit more action of what's happening over here. Let me just tell you, I already told you in the beginning itself, it's not just the bulls locking horns at this point of time. It's like the whole jungle has come closer with one another. We can see that every time there's a third party coming in, it's either a boon or a bane for most of those teams because one team tends to run away. There was a point when Desi Gamers were trying to decimate Headhunters, and suddenly they tend to run away from there, survive for a brief period of time, which gave them a little bit of an opening. At the same time, when there's another third party happening where Orangutan Esports got ruthlessly taken down without any stop by two teams. So all these things are happening over here. So it's important for everybody to make sure that you call in your friends so that they can enjoy the game of Free Fire, which is happening over here, ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen. The next team to secure the booyah can actually turn the tables, because if the same team of either of the same team which secured the booyah in the previous game, if they tend to get another one, then they're going to cement themselves in a better position throughout the day. But still, if it's a new team which is going to secure the booyah, that gives a fighting chance for every team in this group to actually go in and place themselves in the top four. The best of 6 still being fought out, best of 12 still being fought out. Let's see who's going to take the upper hand.
Well, I'm keenly looking forward to it, and it's going to be the map of Kalahari upcoming. That's one of my favorite maps to be speaking about, especially the area of refinery, which is a very sweet spot for all the snipers. So if there are, I'm
Yep.
pretty sure there are a lot of snipers coming in Indian region. Pahadi being one of the furious and atrocious player, I think it's going to have a lot of fun if their team takes a drop over towards refinery. And Kemini Sports, I
Yep.
think Radhe Thakur always loved taking the drop in towards refinery. So I think a lot of crash landing will be happening over there. But coming back, I have a strong feeling that TG Tycoons and Hyderabad Hydras, they have a very good chance of taking a drop at confinement in Santa Catarina. Again, the rotations are going to be pretty risky, but since we already finished total gaming in the first group, I don't know who's going to be the kings of Kalari or who's going to be the kings of Santa Catarina, especially. Because so far,
Yeah,
how many times I've seen total gaming played a lot of tournaments, yet they take only that one drop, that one stubborn drop onto Santa Catarina, and no other team dares to take them away.
yeah, it's not only one team, right? When it comes to the map of Kalari, we also have Team Unknown going into the sides of Refinery as well, so they
Yes.
do not let go of Refinery. Then we have the team of I do believe. Oh, let me not go with any more teams because I know that the players are actually waiting to see what is the next game gonna be. It's gonna be the map of Kalahari. Somewhere I would like to say that my communication with the production has pretty much held off at this point of time, but still the synergy between us seems to be working out perfectly as we're stepping into the map of Kalahari. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a most intense fight ever because everybody are aiming to get another Booyah in their name, making themselves a little more prominent when it comes to the top four at this point of time. The flight path seems to be going right to the center of the map. As we can see, there was a
Mhm.
refinery pretty much above the flight path. This is group 2, day 1 and map number 3, and the fight is yet to begin.
Yes, the fight is yet to begin. As I've taken the prediction, it is going to be Radhe Thakur's team and Anand taking a drop at Refinery. We've got Headhunters moving over towards the eastern side of Refinery, but I don't think they'll be taking in for a fight. We've got Hyderabad, Hydras over towards the blue zone. Mamo taking entirely in the hands of Assassin's army. Godlike at command post, although Abhay and Nivesh are trying to take a different set of rotations in the opposite directions to get a hold and control of Refinery, and the teams are trying to gatekeep it. We've got Desi Gamers all the way from Old Hampton spread throughout till the foundation, which is impressive. PG already getting spotted out. That is Tycoon's one of the players. War God going down, and now he'll be getting confirmed by UG's Prince. Prince, the first player of the day, and he's already having a good time as he'll be regrouping back with his teammates before he gets spotted out. That's a very good move. 1 minute into the game, the first player has already been impressive enough coming in from command post, that is UG Empire. Although I'm expecting much better performance coming in from UG. They've been consistent enough in the first two maps. They were in fourth position. They have good number of kills. It's not like they have an unbalanced scorecard or an unbalanced gameplay coming in, but they can do much better. They can move out aggressively and push down the rest of the teams into the bottom of the table.
Completely agreed on this point, but at the same time we have to see the rotations of each and every team because these rotations can actually prove us whether they want to go in passive at this point of time, because in the map of Kalahari, to pick up the beginning frags is the most important thing for any team, right? Because 4 to 5 kills yourself and then come late into the rotation, even though you get taken down because of the placement points being in your favor, probably a 4th or 5th position, those early frags will give an advantage for you to maintain 10 buffer points from the other teams as well. So let's see whether such things are going to happen. For now, we can see that UG Empire and Godel, both of these teams are actually stacking up the enough number of loot for themselves because they want to make sure that they have the right kind of ammunition. When it comes to the map of Kalahari, the grenadiers need to have the right kind of grenades, the right number of grenades, and the snipers need to have
Yeah.
the right kind of scope and the guns for themselves. So all these things said and done, I would want to see which is the first place of clash. Somewhere I believe it's going to be on the northern side itself. But what do you have to
Mhm.
say?
I mean, we can say the north side, but mostly I'm expecting it to be refinery because there's headhunters versus Kemin Esports, and headhunters are looking to settle the accounts with Kemin Esports. Kemin Esports being a very aggressive team that they've taken a dropout towards refinery, which was meant to be in hands of headhunters. So I think the rivalry will be sweet enough for us to watch an initial fight coming in between both of them. And Assassin's Army, this is a very calm team. They believe in, slow and steady wins the race type of objective over here. They took a drop over at Mammoth. They're having the sweet loot and they're taking their sweet amount of time to get the loot and regroup into the circle back. Team Avatar, so far, their positioning has been really bad. They've always got eliminated in the bottom five. If they want to make it to the top five, they need to put their A game right now. We've only got 4 more maps for the rest of the day. And if they make a mistake right now, the entire first half of the day is going not to be into their favor. Godlike, on the other hand, with already one Booyah in their hands, I think they need to pretty much concentrate on the kills. They need to be the early bird, not give the early bird, to be honest. Well, we have Hyderabad Hydras. We only got 3 players. On the other hand, God L getting spotted out. Nivesh, Kinotra out in the open. Kunal is going to be confirming Nivesh, leaving 3 of the players. That is Abhay, who's also been spotted out. Godlike Nivesh has been knocked out and confirmed.
Yep.
Abhay, CM, and Kinotra will be falling back immediately after the fight coming in from Headhunters and Asim. Asim is definitely ready to take the lead over right now. On the other hand, we've got
Yep.
Godlike, CM who already gets spotted out. And now the fight is just going to be as interesting as it's happening on the southern side of Refinery with HH on top of the table and on top of the terrain who have a view of a bird eye.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're using a gun like Korg where it's got just a red dot. They have to be more precise in their shots because even though it has more number of bullets, it's going to restrict you from having burning. It's going to restrict you from having more resources in an aim because ultimately it's going to burn you so much that it's going to be hard for you to continue from there on. All these things said and done, I'm wanting to see how Headhunters will actually, come back into this game because they have to make sure that they get some good points because in the overall points table we saw, right, Headhunters are pretty much in the mids, but in case they don't come on the top at this point of time, it's going to be hard for them to continue from here on. Godel on the other side, even though they've secured one booyah for themselves, they have to also make sure that they continue to play a better game for
Yeah.
themselves. After losing Nivesh, it's going to be hard for them to bounce back. Yep, there's going to be a bit of a confusion for me because there are two teams with the name HH on it, so it's like it's kind of psyching me out, but still we all know
Yeah.
that it's going to be a little more clearer for us at any second soon. But for now, it's
Mhm.
going to be the side of uh, powerful
Hyderabad
was from the
Hydras
side
right
of
now.
Hyderabad. Yeah, Hyderabad Hydras. So Headhunters versus Hyderabad Hydras is what we are able to see at this point of time. But Hyderabad Hydras have to make sure that they don't come into the crosses of the team on the higher ground because once you get taken down, you can't put a glue wall and cover yourself because the higher ground advantage will always give an option for them to fight it out. Nico on the other side, a grenade, perfect grenade being thrown against the side of
Ooh.
Hush, not does any kind of damage, but he's got 5 grenades on himself as well, so he'll be wanting them to get a bit more closer before he takes that fight. Nico's second grenade is also coming in over here against Hush, but he'll be changing his position, giving an opportunity. I believe that Nico is actually putting that grenade and giving a very defensive gameplay for themselves so that it'll help their flank to come in easier and closer towards the side of DG. But DG holding to their nerves, that is what they did in the previous game, and that is how they were able to secure the booyah.
Well, Desi Gamers, as we were talking about, as you were talking about them securing a booyah, I think they are armed at all the points in the game. Despite even if it's the last zone or the first zone, they're always armed. They play the group game, they play the team game, and they definitely have been on the good side of the map so far. Assassin's Army, they've been left out in the top 6 positions, but they have to push forward and play more aggressively. HH Arch, that is Headhunters on the other hand, trying to take a knock over towards helping gamers. One knock, but I don't think the confirmation will be coming in through, and Godlike is going to take a cover and play it very passively without getting spotted or without getting into the crosses of Headhunters. Now, let me make it simple for all the audience. The team with Kunal, Arsh, Asim, and Raja is going to be Headhunters, and the team with Sanu is Hyderabad Hydras. As it's a new roster coming in, it's the team losers who've been equipped and picked up by Hyderabad Hydras, a new team name coming in for them, which means, as Arcus says, new responsibilities in their hands. And so far, their performance have been pretty much inconsistent. It's still the first 2 maps. We've got the third map in the action. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have missed the first 2 maps of the day, don't worry. We've get all the highlights, all the updates on the regional qualifiers updated on our Instagram. That is @India Today Gaming. You can check the link in the description. Also, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel because we're still in the plains of Indian qualifiers. We've got Pakistan to go, we've got Nepal to go, and the grand finale, which will be coming up on January 14th. So you definitely don't want to miss that, and we upload the highlights every day. Speaking about the circle arc, it has taken a huge tilt over to the northeastern side, taking much area of Bayfront. We've got the eastern side of Santa Catarina as well, and Refinery's northern side, which plays a major role. Kemin Esports, they've got the eyes on towards Hyderabad Hydras right now, are taking a rotation and powerful, can be spotted out anytime soon right now.
Yep, completely agreed on this point. But at the same time, we can see that it's a squad of assassins who have to use that launch pad and get right to the center of the bayfront area, probably towards the side of command post at this point of time. But they have to make sure that they do not get in close proximity with any of those teams, and they're landing outside the circle, which was unnecessary for them. In case they had landed pretty much closer to the circle, then things could have been easier. But their rotation is going to be a little more bad because the zone has already started to shrink in, and from here on it's going to be hard for them to fight an enemy as well as the zone as they make it inside the circle, only if there is going to be somebody gatekeeping them in the corner. They're trying to push in the vending machines. Few upgradation of bags and guns are being visible over here. It's going to be the side of Orangutan Esports will be playing it late into the circle. A very good thought for them as well. We can see that everybody are coming in late. Everybody have realized that it's enough a number of stupid gameplay we have done so far. Let's get some sense into ourselves on the other side. The lurkers are being attacked continuously. It's going to be headhunters who are watching out as much as possible, as McLarens are being used at this point of time. I love the way the pre-fire came in from that position itself. He knew that the vehicle has to pass in front of him that way, and that is how they're able to put one vehicle on fire and restrict the side of Team HG at this point of time. Hutch does do the damage before he goes down, and it gives them an opportunity at this point of time for a teammate to come and revive him.
Yep. Well, Maldi is back in the action, although Arpit has been knocked out and he'll be getting confirmed by Hyderabad Hydras in no time, as Avneet will also be taking a huge leap on towards Assassin's army. He'll be taking one confirmation. Unfortunately, one of the players have been dropped. TG Tycoons are in the action right now, going against Dapper. Dapper gets spotted out, but Lick will be regrouping back to get the last player, I guess. TG Licky on his way. That is Assassin's Army getting eliminated on the 12th position. First team to go out is going to be Assassin's Army after 10 minutes going into the game. That is third zone. As I was telling you about since the very early of the map one, that this group has a meta of not starting the initial fights, playing it very passively and playing it for the placement points. To look sharp, you need to be sharp, and I guess most of the teams are working on it. Helping gamers are trying to create a rivalry over towards the opponents, but I guess it's definitely not going to work because Ronnie Gegi and Maldi are the last two players once again left all by themselves in helping gamers. Even in the previous map, we've seen Maldi and Ronnie Gegi to be the last two players in the last zone who almost got the Booyah in hands, but they definitely took away the opportunity to destroy the entire UG Empire. We've got one of the players from Hyderabad Hydras, that is Durgesh, getting spotted out. AC Game is going all air aggressive on him. He'll be getting spotted out in the open. Brian Kumban, on the other hand, takes down Durgesh, knocks him out, and a confirmation might be coming in soon. But Tycoons, Avnit is in a huge trouble as Avatar comes into the play, and Hyderabad Hydras are being gate kept by Desi Gamers right now. That is Sanu getting spotted out, getting knocked out. Durgesh has to come out in order to revive his teammate, but it's too late till he comes in. As Durgesh is gonna heal him back up with Powerful. Both of them are stuck at that position. Bayfront consisting of more than 5 teams in the hands, and Kemin Esports Radhe Thakur has started to roll. He gets 1 kill, 1 confirmation, continued by Tiger coming into the play, but Anand this time gets knocked out by Kemin Esports, and I think it has to be the downhill for Kemin Esports. The confirmation might be coming in any time soon, as Swastik also goes down. 2 players getting knocked out from Kemin Esports. Kunal has been knocked down. That is Hyderabad, that is Headhunters coming into the play. DG, Kemin Esports last 2 players. We've got Anand, we've got Beam, and we've got Swastik stuck over towards that side of the compound. Well, I'm not sure how long they're going to survive, but if there's one team who has a prime position, that's going to be Desi Gamers. They're in the middle of the circle. They've got all the advantages, as Hyderabad Hydras will be getting out at the 11th position, leaving Headhunters and the rest of the teams into the circle. The only team which is not inside the circle is godlike Esports right now. Ginotra, although is trying his level best, Kemin Esports trying to be very aggressive on towards Desi Gamers. I don't know how far it will be working for them, but Desi Gamers Harsh is already pushing out against Kemin Esports. Anand is trying to take shots. Desi Gamers Shanti connects 2, putting down 2 of the players of Kemin Esports on their feet. But will they get confirmed? Yes, seems like they'll be getting confirmed as Radhe Thakur also goes down, gets confirmed. We've got Anand, we've got Swastik, we're trying to take over the rotation, but Anand gets spotted out. Harsh is definitely going to confirm him within no time. Beam goes down. Kemin Esports goes out at the 10th position. It's a terrorized aliens coming in from Desi Gamers with a total of 1 kill. But Licky on the other hand coming in from Avatar with a double kill, double knock, double confirmation. That is Licky with a double grenade kill and a triple kill right now in the hands. Desi Gamer Search is not going to stop anytime soon, and I think it's going to be a quad kill. It's a 5th kill for Licky all by himself. This man is trying to prove that Tycoons can be much better. Godlike, they're still not inside the circle, they're in the edge of the zone with 3 players in the hands. Nivish already getting knocked out way too early. Desi Gamers have shifted their animation on towards UG Empire as Team Avatar's last player Licky gets spotted out. Oh, no, it's actually Team Avatar's last player who gets spotted out, and Licky from Tycoons will be confirming him, as Godlike are still trying to look away to make their way inside the circle, which is not definitely working in his case. EG Tycoon's last player, Licky, gets the 7th kill. 7 individual kills all by himself. Desi Gamers with total, they only have 5 kills, triple coming in from Harsh. BLK Tiger still trying to make his way. He gets 1 confirmation but is knocked out right now. They're trying to raise him back, but unfortunately he'll be getting confirmed. Rahul goes down, Jabai goes down from UG Empire, leaving Kasana all by himself. He's trying to get a knock through shotgun. He's going to be confirming him as well. But Desi Gamers, on the other hand, they'll be pushing onto his face. Shanti with the triple kill will not let Kasana get away. It's Killer and Pahadi from DG right now, helping Gamers. Right now, they'll be arriving at the prime spot where all the fight is happening. It's 6 zone, 10 seconds until the next zone starts to close in. 5 teams, 7 players. Insane is definitely going insane. Puts Killer back into the sleep. The last nail in the coffin, leaving Shanti and Insane all by themselves. A triple kill, a quad kill coming to the hands of Insane. LP Gamers getting eliminated out in the 4th position. UG out at 3rd. It's TG versus Godlike. Godlike once again making it to the top 2nd position. It's a 2v2 situation. Godlike same is pushing against up high, and I guess Insane will be getting knocked out. Both the confirmations will be coming in through as Godlike Esports will be walking away with that booyah with a double kill in the hands. A nice try coming in from JC Gamers, I would say, up by making the most of it. Initiating that fight was one of the best parts. Godlike, the 2nd booyah of the day in the 1st rotation of maps. In the 1st map, Bermuda, they walked over with a clean booyah with only 1 kill in the hands, with Nivish coming into clutch for his team. And in the 2nd booyah of the day, that is map of Kalahari, where it's going to be Abhay and his teammate being the rescuers for day. Right now, Godlike is on top of the charts in terms of placement points. I can say that. Well, it is going to be godlike. Well, speaking about the overall scorecard that will be coming into later on in these cards, I have a very strong feeling that in the top 3, we've got Desi Gamers, we've got Godlike Esports as they've put in most of the efforts. We can also see helping gamers coming into the play with a strong way of Kemin Esports as well. Although Kemin Esports started on the wrong side of the foot, the wrong side of the bed, that is Refinery. They definitely took a drop over towards Refinery. They had the advantage, but they couldn't maintain it for long. They eventually ended up cooking into a small compound again, just like in the map of Purgatory, I would say. So I think one thing which Kemin Esports can be better at is playing by split wise, as every player from Kemin Esports is talented individually. We've got Anand, we've got Radhe Thakur, who can be very aggressive. They can do justice to the guns. I'm pretty confirmed by it, and I'm pretty sure about it. If they can move a little forward and take that fear away, they can be much better than what they are right now. And UJ Empire going out all aggressive on the opponent teams. I'm really loving the way how UJ Empire is carrying themselves all the way from first map, pretty consistent enough. But this map scorecard is going to explain a lot of things. Helping gamers, they've been very consistent enough. Assassin's Army, they got eliminated way too early into the game. And Hyderabad Hydras, the only mistake that Hyderabad Hydras is doing right now is moving as a group together in open areas. I mean, they definitely should have cover. They should have a split gameplay coming in, because if you all get spotted out and once the circle starts to close inside, you'll have to move together into the circle, which means the teams are gatekeeping on the edges of the circle and the corner of the compounds. It'll be easy for them to spot you out and take you down. As we are going into the map-wise scorecard, it is once again going to be Desi Gamers yet in the top, despite of Godlike getting the booyah. It's the 2nd time that Desi Gamers has dominated Godlike's booyah. A total of 11 kills. I'm pretty sure most of it was made by Insane. The AC Gamers were so close to be getting that booyah, but Godlike walked at the end and rained on the parade of the AC Gamers. The AC Gamers with a total of 9 rank points, 11 kill points, with 20 total points. Godlike with 12 rank points, 3 kill points, and a total of 15. A 5 point score different coming in from the AC Gamers and Godlike. We've got TJ Tycoons all the way pushing up from 12th position to 3rd position. Good game coming in from them. UG Empire once again consistent enough to be on the 4th position with 13 points. We've got Helping Gamer at 5th. We've got Orangutan Elite at the 6th position. Okay, to my surprise, Orangutan Elite, who had 0 points in their hands, they made the impossible possible by getting 10 points in a game and moving to the 6th position in the mapwise scorecard. And speaking about the bottom 6, I'm definitely disappointed by Kemini Sports. Ninth position. Headhunt is on the 8th position. Blind Esports on 7th. Team Avatar on 10th. Hyderabad Hydras once again getting eliminated on the 11th position. And Assassin's Army at 12th. Assassin's Army, not a gameplay I expected them to showcase. But again, it's fine. They did put up their efforts. It's the first half of the day yet. We've got one more half upcoming after the short break. But before the short break, I would like to discuss the overall scorecard, which I'm keenly looking forward for. One of them is definitely going to be Desi Gamers. I wouldn't be surprised if they're in the first position right now. Followed them by, I'm expecting UG Empire, as they were pretty consistent enough in the first 3 games of the day with average of 15 points in every game. And the next, I would like to say it can be Helping Gamers as they had most of the kill points in their hands. Most of it. I think the major part was carried out in their hands as the overall scorecard. Just as I said, it's going to be Desi Gamers in the first position with a total of 56 points. We've got Helping Gamer on the second position. We've got UG Empire on the third. And Godlike with 2 Booyahs in 3 games at fourth position. Assassin's Army at fifth. Orangutan Elite in the sixth position. Now, this is the kind of performance I wanted from Assassin's Army and Orangutan Elite, and they definitely are making it happen. But Godlike has to have a very strong lookout as Assassin's Army pretty close nearby him. And UG Empire has a really good opportunity to push Helping Gamers to the third position and acquire a better position, because the difference between Helping Gamer and UG Empire is just 2 points difference. And I think things will be pretty interesting once Helping Gamer starts to take the entire map over from Desi Gamers. Desi Gamers currently at 56 points. Now they'll be looking forward to maintain the consistency in the next half of the day. They've already hit half a century in the first half of the day. I think it's going to be a piece of cake for them to hit 100 total points by the end of today. That is 3 more maps to go, another set of rotation of maps. We've got Bermuda, Purgatory, Kalari upcoming again. But an impressive performance coming in from Desi Gamers. It's the second time that they've dominated Godlike after getting the Booyah. Godlike in the first map, in the map of Bermuda, they've got the Booyah, but Desi Gamers had the highest kills, 11 kills. In the second map, we saw Desi Gamers itself getting the Booyah. But again, there's a twist, as it was Helping Gamer who took away the lead. In the third map, we saw Godlike getting the Booyah, but Desi Gamers, they steal the thunder away. And in the bottom 6, we've got TG Tycoons, Kemini Sports, Headhunters. TG Tycoons and Kemini Sports are standing really close in terms of the point differentiation, 19 to 18, which means just 1 point differentiation between both of the teams. We've got Headhunters over towards the 9th position. 10th position, we've got Hyderabad Hydras, to my surprise. That is Team Losers, who've been newly acquired by Hyderabad Hydras. Blind Esports on the 11th position is something which I definitely did not expect from Blind Esports. Speaking about their aggression throughout the qualifiers, it was much better. But maybe it's just not their day. Maybe this first half of the day is not working well for them. Maybe the next half of the day will be the best in their lives. That we have to look out for and wait. And we've got Team Avatar at the bottom of the table with 5 points, 4 rank points, and only 1 kill point in total of 3 maps. I mean, this is
Absolutely. This is a little difference of opinion coming in here from Blind Z Sports performances than we Elika. This is not exactly how we expected coming in from particularly Blind Esports during the qualification stages. They have utterly been so dominating, and today they are into the bottom half. Let alone bottom half, they are into bottom two. That is the last thing that we can expect coming in from team like Blind Esports. And talking about the team on the last, only 1 kill point, 3 matches down, 3 more to go. What are your expectations for the next half of the day? No doubt, for the top 6, top 4, we have seen a strong performances. But what about the bottom half then?
Well, bottom half, I think strong. There are strong teams like Blind Esports. We've also got TG Tycoons and especially Headhunters. If there's a chance left for them, I think they're definitely gonna grab it away into their hands in the next half of the day. Headhunters, they have a really good chance that they can climb up to the ladder, climb up to the leaderboard in the next half of the day. And if there is one team which is easier for them to climb up the ladder is going to be UG Empire. They've been in the fourth position in all of the three maps in the first half with an average of 15 points in their hands and a 40 points in total. And they're just 2 points away from the second position, that is Helping Gamers. Helping Gamers, they haven't secured a booyah so far, but they managed to get most of the kill points in their hands. So if UG Empire can crack the strategy of Helping Gamers, I think they can easily push down to the second position and maybe to the top one. But I guess Desi Gamers, they always have, a part of the top table. In the first game, we saw Godlike taking the booyah, but Desi Gamers were on top because of the kill points. In the second game, we saw Desi Gamers itself pulling off a booyah. And again in third game, it was Godlike who pulled out a booyah, but Desi Gamers yet been top of the table. So Desi Gamers are the spotlight right now. They're never gonna let that spotlight walk away from them.
And they have been always very, very strong in terms of kills, and they are a balancing team when in terms we talk about placement points inclusive of what they have for particular kill points. And the best part of Desi Gamers is they are not dedicated to one thing, they are dedicated to rotation. During entering the circle, they pick up the battles and they are able to win each and every battle that they pick. So yeah, I would definitely second your words here, and I am very sure of Desi Gamers have dominated the first half and have got an entire potential to dominate the second half as well.
Yep, I will definitely agree with you. So, I guess before we go down into the second half of the day, Tanya, I'm sure you're going to have a strong recap of the first three maps had today. And also, welcome back on the desk, Tanya. It's been a long time that I've seen you beside me, and it's truly a honor to cast beside you, Tanya. You're a really fun person to go along with, because one thing that I love to talk about, Tanya, is the predictions for the upcoming game. And we've already, I think, given away for the predictions of the second half of the day. But ladies and gentlemen, before we close out on the first half and go for a short break, I want to remind you guys to go us and follow us on our social media. That is at Great India Today Gaming, because we update all the regional qualifiers, planes, and the teams and the highlights of the day into our social medias. Not only that, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, because you don't want to miss away the planes, the group stages of the regionals. We've got Pakistan, Nepal, and India fighting for the prize pool of 75 lakh rupees. That's around $100,000, Tanya. That's a huge prize pool to fight for.
Absolutely, that is huge prize pool to fight for. We are in the mid of Indian segment, then it's going to be Pakistan, then it's going to be Nepal. It is a long journey to get this humongous prize pool, but for that we'll have to go for a short break. After that, we are going to get an entire different set of play, because first half is always for the learning and then is for reciprocating, retaliating. Let's see who is going to retaliate, let's see who's going to bounce up or who is going to dominate. For that, we'll have to go for a short break, so see you on the other side. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back after a short break in Water Magic from Elika to Edge, and we can clearly see the co-caster has switched up in a blink of a second, just like the next half is going to get. First half got over in a blink of a second with Desi Gamers performing best amongst all, and Blind Esports is definitely underperforming. So, Edge, What are your thoughts for Blind Esports today? And do you think Desi Gamers dominated in the first half? Are they going to continue in the next half as well?
First things first. That was a unique, introduction to me. I mean, I absolutely loved it. But yeah, I mean, talking about the maps that we have up here. I mean, 3 maps were already done. Daisy Gamers, they've been putting up some insane number of kills. But here's the thing: Daisy Gamers only have 1 booyah. Godlike, on the other hand, they had 2 booyahs, but only 4 kills. That is not something what you expect when you hear the name Godlike, right? They've been in the esports scene for a really long time, and we know how good they are in like multiple titles. So at the same time, watching them get only 4 kills, that is not something what I expected. So I mean, they did get the 2 booyahs, right? So they are only getting those final kills. They're trying to stay alive, sneaky beaky, like trying to get those 12 points. But at the same time, it'd be great if we see them get a bit more kills. But you're right, Blind Esports not the kind of day. They also have 4 kills, but yeah, just not the kind of day that they wanted. On the other hand, Helping Gamer, the team that actually made their way, into the playoffs, into the group stages in a really great fashion. The last time in the invitational qualifiers, they were at the bottom of the scoreboard, but then the last couple of matches, they made their way back to the top. So I'm really happy to see they have got themselves 20 kills. That's a really good point. They're in the second position right now, just I think 14 points behind Desi Gamers. But yeah, I mean, Desi Gamers, that's just a name we all know. And the way that they're playing, they are going to stick to that top position for a while here, Tanya.
Yeah, they are using their experience as well. They have been played. They are new to the circuit and to the official tournaments, and they have dominated that. Now having an international expertise as well. Maybe not qualifying, not winning is a thing, but you always tend to learn if you don't win. So I think Desi Gamers have learned a lot out of it, because I definitely tend to see the rotations are on point. Alongside that, they are prioritizing vehicles for rotation, and firepower is unmatchable. They are always on point in terms of kills. But I like the way how they are picking up the rotation. Alongside those rotation, they are picking up all the battles possible. They are not going ahead directly hitting the center of the circle, holding it, and then getting the booyah. They are fighting for the booyah, and now that is what matters the most. When you are able to get those 12 points, alongside that, you're also able to get a decent amount of 6 to 8 kill points, and they are crossing the marker of 20 somewhere, and they have managed to create the buffer from position 1 and 2, and like 14 points, which is not very massive, but indeed very tough to overcross. So godlike as well as Desi Gamers are doing a very good job. Let's hope they are able to continue into the same way, and this tough competition continues by the end of the day.
Yep, I mean we are done with for the first cycle. Now we'll be jumping into the second cycle. It's gonna be the map of Bermuda again. So what are your expectations coming in, Tanya? I mean, do you still expect Desi Gamers or Godlike to win? Or do you think any other team has a good chance of taking the booyah this time around?
Oh, let's hope that there's a new name into the Booyah list, because seeing repetitive Booyah is always way more interesting, ladies and gentlemen. It is World Esports Cup Infinix Smartphone presenting, and it is Indian group stages too. Flight path diagonally bisecting the map into 50-50, if at all we forget Sentosa Island. Sentosa Island has also got the highest resource loot zone. Who is going to head to over there? Desi Gamers heading for the factory side. Team TG is on the grounds of Clock Tower, and if you have a look at Hangar, Headhunter Shanu is in the mix of Blind Esports. Now that is the last thing Shanu would have wanted. 1 versus 4. Other 3 teammates are on the grounds of Rimnam Village, and we can clearly see an early casualty to be spotted on the grounds of Mill. 2 teams are already colliding against each other. And if you have a look at Team AVT right now, split of 50-50. And what next? Against Team... who are they though?
Team Blind Esports, on the other hand, they are safe here, at least for now, towards this hangar area. But Team UG, they might be going in for a fight against the Assassin Army, I believe that is. Let's see. They are trying to take the fight, but not a lot of gunshots being fired, but not a lot of damage being dealt. There you go, the first grenade, and the first grenade of the match, and the first grenade kill as well. I mean, still a kill. Bhavik almost went down there with the grenade. Prince 19 on the hand, he is kind of low, but there you go, Assassin Army, they are going down. Rahul with the first blood, that's grenade kill. Java Boy takes that arm and confirms it as well. Assassin Army, I don't think that is the kind of start they wanted. They've been at the top of the scoreboard in the group, the invitational qualifiers. So it looks like this is not a great start for them. But on the other hand, UG.
Yeah, sure. Continue.
I mean, nothing. I was about to say. I mean, that UG was looking absolutely, strong here.
Definitely, UG has got an upper hand there, but if you have a look at Shipyard over here, it is a mix of 2 teams, which is Gemini Esports against them, Team Avatar 07. One of the player is left with little to no HP. Let's see how it is going to go ahead, and he is choked totally. If he gets up, he's going to be taken down by 4 sprays coming all together, and if he lies into the prone position, he's going to survive to see another day. How long will he be allowed to be in that prone position when all the players are trying to go ahead and stack up against each other, upon each other, to get the exact pixel view required? And I think Swastik was very close to that view, and unfortunately they decide not wanting to get that pick.
Yep, they decided, not to get that one. But at the same time, Assassin Army, they're still on the back foot here, UG. But Run there has already gone down. That is gonna be, a bad start for the side of ABT as well. And just when I say that, CE Radekar just goes down. CE, another team that we've been seeing for a really long time, they've been doing really, really well. So we expect a lot from them. They only have 8 kills before the start of this match. I think they got 1 more here, Kemin Esports. So let's see what they can bring to the table this time around. Blind Esports, on the other hand, almost took a fight there, but they decided not to take that anymore. Let's see if any other teams are wanting to. But there is a player down there. I don't know why no one is. Okay, that's Rade, and he is gonna get taken down. Ooh, lot of damage coming in from Lynx. Can he confirm it onto Anand? No, sir, he cannot. Swastik, on the other hand, he's being circled. Him is really, really low. If he gets, if he gets hit once, he's gonna get taken down. Team Kemin Esports. They're not in a good spot here, but Common gets one. So does War 3000. Common will confirm it onto TG's player. Niku and Sai. Let's see if they can do anything. Yep, all they can do is go down there. Conceptor and Niku. Oh, actually, Niku got the kill. Never mind. Niku is the only one surviving right now on the side of Blind. They do have 2 kills, but Niku. Bye bye. That's gonna be the first team eliminated. Blind Esports once again, Tanya. We expected better performance, but unfortunately not the day. And it looks like Kevin Esports are being ripped apart by the side of TR here. I mean, AVT. I'm sorry. Lynx getting that kill. Good showcase of skills here coming in from them. You know, they're taking on the big dogs. Yes, there are a lot of other, big powerhouses here as well. But taking out Kevin Esports, that's going to be a statement here from the side of AVT.
Absolutely, Team Avatar is doing all that they can to decimate the team like Kemin Esports, who have got an upper hand, who have got so much of experience, and now if they're able to do that, that is going to be one of the most interesting battles for the day. 4v3 is the situation. Highest resource loot zone, well, definitely nobody landed there, but Headhunters have got a default drop point of Sentosa Island, finally taking a leap anywhere on the map and rotating towards Sentosa. Coming back to Team CEO here, they are surviving as the Dios, not willing to battle any furthermore. And if we talk about Team God, like the team into top 2, they are also going a little passive. Now that was the last thing we could have expected, because next half is always, the second half of the day is always very, very aggressive. Still 11 teams and 37 players alive. Circle is also going to take a shift, and if I'm not mistaken, Circle was exactly on the eastern side, which is the current meta. Every single time players are now looking forward to land on the eastern direction of the map to get the advantage of Circle and not suffer or maybe struggle during the rotation phases.
Well, I am looking forward to see what Avatar can do here, because all they had was 1 kill, but already in this map up, they already have 2, so they have beaten up their own score. Let's see if they can make it. I mean, it's still very early into the series, right? If I'm not wrong, this is also a BO12. So there is a really long way to go. We are only done with 3 maps. We have 9 more left. I mean, 8 more after this. So Avatar, they still have a chance. Although they're at the bottom of the scoreboard, there's still a really good chance. But on the other hand, the one team that I'm looking forward to are Helping Gamers, because they made an insane comeback last time. But this time, a comeback can happen, but at the same time, it's going to be risky. So they better just get as many kills, as many points as they can in the day number 1. So moving on to day number 2, they feel confident, and then it's going to be pretty easy. But another team that has been on the radar for a lot of players are Orangutan Elite. In the invitational qualifiers, they got, I think they were the I'm pretty sure they were one of the teams that have gotten the highest amount of kills. They, every time they go down, like maybe in the top 5, but they do have the highest number of kills on the server. So if that happens again, Orangutan Elite might just be one of the top teams here.
We can expect them to go ahead, get the number 1 position, but the competition is rising at such a level that it is not going to be any easier. Team Elite is definitely outperforming every single time. And once again, this is not only about the nations, Indian teams performing here. We have got a collab of 3 nations fighting against each other. So let's see if they're able to for that. We are heading towards the 100 Team Elite battle over here. They have spotted the Team Assassin army over here as a duo, surviving from all the way to Mill towards Riverside. They have been spotted. How long will Dracula survive with the Rat? And Killer is going ahead, pushing it in with the M1887, the miraculous play that comes in from Killer. One of the best players to watch out for. He not only takes 1 but 2 altogether. These are going to be the 2 kills coming in from Team Orangutan, and both coming in from Killer. And for Team Orangutan, I always mention Killer is the key player no matter what. If he is surviving, the hope is still there. Talk about Desi Gamers. Now this is going to be one more interesting battle. It is going to be Team UG Empire against Team Desi Gamers. Best of the rotations versus best of the firepower. 2 giants colliding. Who will survive, with Desi Gamers being on the disadvantages of lower side?
And a lot of gunshots being fired here, left and right. Oh boy, this is not looking good. UG does have the the blue walls, but they do have the upper high ground advantage as well, taking a fight. But Orangutan Elite are your opponents. It's not going to be an easy fight. Yes, they do not have any kills just yet, but they're slowly making their way towards that UG team. And there you go, Insane Let's see if they can actually get any kills here. That's Daisy Gamers, I'm sorry. I actually thought that was Orangutan. Well, Daisy Gamers anyway. They are the the top team on the scoreboard right now. So if you want to take a fight against them, UG, you better not miss. And just as I say that, one of the players on the side of UG goes down, make it too, because Java Boy just went down. Tana Boy and Kasana is gonna be taken out. Prince goes down. Rahul, the only survivor on the side of UG. He's gonna be taking a lot of damage. He will manage to take down one, but yeah, actually will not be able to manage that one as well. He will be going down. UG, they are out in position number 10. Daisy Gamer start out strong. 4 kills. Actually, almost everyone went down there, right? All of them were really, really low, so you gotta give it to UG. But you know, Daisy Gamer is just on another level, and it's not gonna be an easy one to take them. And as I was saying, UG, if you wanna, go for the Kings, you better not miss. And they missed, and Daisy Gamers, they will capitalize on that. Now healing up, making sure to get everything, looting up everything. Make sure you have enough ammo moving on forward into the second zone. Right now, it is towards that Riverside and Mill area. Now here's the thing, Tanya. Last time around, we saw that zone in the water, right? So I actually want to see that happen once again, because that'd be great, having that 4th zone, 5th zone towards that water area. Then you'll have really less, space on the land, and let's see how the teams battle it out. Because right now, Orangutan Elite, they have 2 kills, but the guy who actually got 2 kills, that is Killer, is actually already gone down.
Absolutely. Killer has gone down now. Without Killer, how are they going to move ahead? The only fragger of the team has been decimated by the table toppers. Team Desi Gamers, 4 frags already, no less of player, automatically having an advantage of men to men. And with that advantage, let's see what is the Grenadier Shanti up to. He did attempt to cook a grenade, but they're not willing to take a fight. They are trying to get a perfect angle. Pahari, with the cover of the glue wall, is also cooking grenade. And let's see what are these summon airdrops for. Well, these summon airdrops were called by Team Orangutan, and advantage has been picked by Desi Gamers on the court. Headhunters are here picking up a battle against them. It's going to be Hyderabad Hydras. 4 versus 4, legendary one track for himself. And if you talk about God like Nilesh, the Grenadier is able to take down Pahari. The sniper is gone. The rusher is gone. Definitely, there's a big struggle coming in for Team Orangutan.
Excuse me, Orangutan Elite. Well, Pahari was the best sniper there was on the server the other day around, and it was just beautiful to watch him. It was a treat to watch him. But here, Team Hyderabad Hydras versus... Oh, it's HH versus HH, the Headhunters versus Hyderabad Hydras. Let's see which HH has the better aim, better gameplay. It looks like... It's going to be confusing, guys, for a while. It's going to be a Legend taken down. What's the guy from the side of Hyderabad Hydras? And let's see, they are shooting a lot of gunshots being fired, trying to take down glue walls, but there are a lot of glue walls inside of Headhunters. They're trying to hunt heads, but they are unable to. Right now, Sanu goes down. Asim goes down to Iconic. Third party coming in, is it? Oh, Orangutan Elite. There you go, third party and Iconic. He's taking full advantage of that, and so are Hyderabad Hydras. Oh, Headhunters. This is not looking good. Raza and Ursa are the only ones alive right now. Iconic, OG Elite. There you go once again, as we're talking about the best kills. They always get the highest number of kills, and once again, they're the kill leaders. They will also take down Raza. The only player alive on the side of Headhunters is Harsh right now. He's really, really far away. But he's still, spotted. That glue wall is the only thing that's keeping him alive right now. He's trying to peek. He's trying to do something, putting up more glue walls, trying to get back with the glue wall. That's a smart move. But how far can you come with those glue walls? I mean, you're gonna run out of those in a minute or two. So Orangutan and lead once again, take advantage of that. ROD MVP. DP, I believe that is. He will get that final blow onto the player of Headhunters. Will take them out in position number 9 here, Tanya. I mean, okay, what is this? Zalim in a beautiful F1 car? That sounds amazing, by the way.
Team Headhunters are over here decimated, and now if we talk about Team Desi Gamers, they've lost Shanti on the court, but 5 frags earned. They are into the positive trade. Insane with the Woodpecker attacks. He's doing wonders. Helping Gamers over here have joined in, and they are trying to create troubles for Team Desi Gamers. And now this is where exactly Team Godlike can be able to adjust themselves those extra 14 points that they need. And Desi Gamers are being attacked by Zalim. Water grows a spray. That was a lot of damage delivered, but unfortunately or fortunately, the player was able to survive a little extra longer with the cover of the blue wall. Godlike are also taking an entry here. 1 frag already. They are under the influence of UAV light, and they're sharing the grounds with Desi Gamers here. Desi Gamers playing as a trio, and if you have a look at Team Godlike, they are squad strong. They have got a men-to-men advantage here, and also an advantage to gatekeep one of the teams. Let's see if they are able to successfully gatekeep Team Avatar here, who are also as a trio. Circle takes the shift, and now Circle Nuggets all 3 teams who are standing here parallelly, and with that, the CM is trying to take one more player down. Coming in from Team Tycoons here, delivered a lot of damage thanks to the prone position and the cover of the wrist. The player was not immediately taken down, but who is taken down is none but Team Godlike. After 7 frags, 1 player is already confirmed. Second down on the knees, 1 more down on the knee with last man Genopra standing. How long will he survive? That is going to be the question, and Team Godlike cannot afford to get eliminated so early when there are 7 teams in the lobby. And over here, Team HP helping Gamers. No frags to confirm. 1 player decimated. Ronnie Bravely also is eliminated, and now it's Dalim and Arpit. How long will they survive by the firepower coming in from Hyderabad Hydras?
Hydras looking strong right now. But Team Helping Gamers, this is not the kind of position I expected them to be. It is Group 2, day number 1, map number 4, and that heal gun will heal Tanu up to, 25%, 30%, that's it. He does have the heal kits, I believe, or maybe he's waiting for his team to get it, but on the other hand, Desi Gamer Alex will take down 1 more player, eliminating the team in position number 7, and Desi Gamer, they're not stopping just yet. Look at this. Hyderabad Hydras, they're running, they are trying to chase down the side of Helping Gamers, but that vehicle is just too quick. And Desi Gamers, a lot of fights happening, a lot of kills in their favor. Orangutan Elite, they are still lurking. Godlike, they get eliminated once again in position number 6. While Conceptor take down Alex, and Orangutan taking down the big dogs now. Will take down 2 players on the side of Desi Gamers, and they do eliminate Desi Gamers. Iconic, what a play coming in from him. RDP MVP on the hand, getting 4 for himself, helping Gamers on the other hand. Will eliminate in position number 3. Well, there you go. Iconic quad kill for him and quad kill for RDP as well. Absolutely beautiful gameplay. But on the other hand, TGTY, they are, they are doing a really good job here, staying alive. TG Tycoons, 7 kills for them. Can they take down the 2 players from the side of Orangutan is the question right now. Yes, they do have 7 kills, but Orangutan, they are just feeling confident. They have everything they need. Glue walls, the grenades coming in as well. They have 4 health here. Let's see. Any grenades being thrown? Iconic and RDP. 2 versus 2 situation. This is going to be the fight that we all were waiting for. It's going to be the grenades coming in. It's going to be out in the open. This Conceptum will be dealing a lot of damage with the... Is that the crossbow? It looks like a crossbow. Never mind. Well, Iconic with the grenade launcher, I believe that is. And he is shooting. UAV Light has completed scanning. Never mind. Not going to be of any use because both the players are right in front of them. And MVP is going to be taking a bit of damage. TG Tycoons, they're not afraid of them. And so is Iconic. It means it's the grenades onto himself. Oh no, that's a bad thing. There you go. Iconic is running onto him. Licky and Conceptor, they don't know what to do. There's a lot of blue balls here. There's more balls here on the entire goddamn map. Conceptor will take down one of the players. Iconic goes on. It's all about the MVP right now. Can he do this 1v2? No, sir. He cannot. Conceptor will take him down. They get themselves 9 kills and Orangutan lead. Although they did get 10 kills for themselves, it's gonna be DG Tycoons getting that booyah for themselves.
Finally, we have a new name on the Booyah board. Total Gaming Tycoons take away the Booyah here with massive 9 kills for themselves, taking down one of the strongest team in the lobby, which is Orangutan Elite. Well, somewhere Team Elite is also doing very, very good. 10 frags is not an easy job after losing Killer and Pahadi, so it was a good combo spotted with the remaining 2 players, and Iconic with the grenade launcher could have done a little extra damage if at all he would have got that angle. Unfortunately, he was not able to not able to spot that exact angle, and that is how I feel they could not get the booyah. And Total Gaming Tycoons literally behaved like the tycoons here, unstoppable, fearlessly. Two players rushing one, taking down one, and then they realized it was a 1v2 situation. All we have to do is just confirm that required kill, and ultimately that was the booyah. And for the booyah board, finally we have a new name.
Yep. I mean, finally we have a new name, but I wanted Orangutan Elite to be the ones who actually come out on top because Iconic and MVP, they were just too good. You know, third party, they were like so. That was like a smart move. Once again, kudos to the IGL whoever was giving the calls and calling the shots there. They were two players alive for a really long time. They took down Headhunters. They took down Helping Gamers, I believe. They also took down what's the other team? Desi Gamers. They took down three teams. Just two players taking down all those teams. That is a brilliant gameplay coming in from them. Yes, they only had two players alive, but they were third partying the hell off every third partying the hell out of every single team. That is the kind of gameplay you need. It doesn't really matter. You can't take one-on-one fights. It's fine. Let others fight, and you just go in and just throw a bit of fire and then burn the entire house down along with the two teams inside of it. That's what they did, and they did it beautifully. And I believe they still will be in that top. I think they'll be second, right? I think 9 kills for the side of TG and plus the booyah, so they will be on top. But Orangutan Elite, you gotta give it to them. And on the other hand, it is really sad to see Desi Gamers. I think they're out in 5th position. But let's take a quick look at the map-wise scorecard here. Tanya, why don't you walk us through this?
Absolutely. On position one with total of 9 frags and 12 booyah points. Just Total Gaming Tycoons with total of 21 points with only 2 points of buffer coming in Orangutan Elite. Orangutan Elite not taking away the booyah, that's all right, but they are the highest fraggers for the match 1 of segment 2. And if you have a look at Desi Gamers getting eliminated on position 6 or 7 doesn't get counted when you have frags like 8 total of coming in from Desi Gamers, Hyderabad Hydras. They were definitely trying to delete so many players on the lobby. Unfortunately, they got only 2 kills on the way, but they did survive a little extra seconds, a little extra minute. That is how they have total of 7 points to follow. And Helping Gamers, no frags whatsoever, but 8 position points, and then comes total of 7 points coming in from Team Avatar, 3 frags. Now that is something good to see. Teams taking away 3 frags. Not even Hyderabad Hydras, not even Helping Gamer has got 3 frags for themselves. So firepower for Team Avatar is very, very good. All they need to make sure is they thrive to reach into top 4, top 5. So the balance that they're trying to create can be achieved.
Mm-hmm. That top 6, they need to be in that top 6. But Godlike, on the other hand, as we was talking about them, they need to step up. Kemin Esports, not the kind of performance I was expecting from them. UG Empire, on the other hand, they started off strong, but not the performance, not the placement that they wanted. Blind Esports yet again at that bottom of the scoreboard. Headhunters, you just gotta say it's unlucky. They were caught between two teams, Orangutan and the Hyderabad Hydras. There was just no way they could, fight off, especially because, Orangutan was behind them and Hyderabad Hydras, they had a high ground advantage. It's kind of hard for your Headhunters, and they're out in the open. There was nothing they could do except the glue walls, and there were not a lot of glue walls on them. Maybe like 10 in total. But Assassin Army, on the other hand, 0-0, not the performance we expected, not what they wanted as well. I mean, they still have chances. We don't want to count any team out yet. We're just done with 4 maps. We still have 8 more. I mean, if we include tomorrow, so we have 2 more today. Let's see. Maybe Assassin Army, Headhunters, Blind Esports, and UG as well. Maybe they can put up a better performance and make their way at least in top 8, top 9 would be good for today. And moving on forward tomorrow, maybe they can make it to the top 6.
Absolutely, there is a good room of chance where they still have the opportunity where they can at least rise up until top 6 gradually by the end of the tomorrow's mid segment. But talking about tomorrow is going to come tomorrow. Let's come back to today, where Blind Esports once again underperforming even to the next segment of the day. Now they cannot afford to continue to play this way. They need to make sure they level up, because once the buffer goes towards the triple digit score, you cannot reach the target that you are desiring to. So this shall be the exact point. The last 2 matches for the day shall be the point where Blind Esports literally go unblinded. They are able to see what exactly they have got in front of them and pick up the strongest battle that they can, because we know Blind Esports is a team which has a lot of potential. But coming back to Team Godlike, they are also struggling to reach into position 2, but they are choking themselves into a position where either they will die to a zone or they will die to a team gatekeeping them. So Godlike is a team who needs to make sure they rotate a little bit earlier to get that required booyah once again, though they have got 2 booyahs. But I think this is a team who might take away triple by the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean they did get a couple of booyahs, but we have a Desi Gamers on their hand. You know, getting one booyah, staying at the top of the table at least. You know, up until map number 3, and now map number 4 is done. Map number 5, map of Purgatory. So we have seen. I believe it was Godlike who got the booyah here, right? Oh no, was it Desi Gamer? I think Desi Gamers got the booyah on Purgatory, and then Godlike got it on Kalahari again. So let's see if Desi Gamers can put up a similar performance, because we've seen teams that put up a good performance on one particular map. They keep doing it in the entire series, right? Like there are other teams like there's Total Gaming who put up really bad performance on the map of Bermuda, but when it comes to Purgatory and Kalahari, they become dominant. So maybe Desi Gamers are a similar kind of team. Maybe Bermuda is not their best map. Maybe they'll show up huge on the map of Purgatory and Kalahari, on which they had really good position. They were on top of the scoreboard, if I'm not wrong, in those two maps. So let's see if are they going to be doing the same thing here. But Helping Gamers, on the other hand, I want to see them, get those late fights. I'm pretty sure they're the kind of team that avoid initial fights. So I want to see them take those late fights later on into the game. Maybe come out on top, because we did see what they can do. So this is the time for them to prove to us show us what their true potential is, and prove why they belong in that top 6. And on the other hand, Headhunters, a lot of expectations. I'm pretty sure they have a lot of fans, and that is not the performance they were expecting. So let's see. And talking about the side of Hyderabad Hydras, they did change their name, the transfer. So maybe it is helping them. That was the key to their success, maybe, because right now they are looking decent. Not great, but there's still a long way to go here, Tanya.
Absolutely, Hyderabad Hydra's roster's name is definitely changed, but the players are same. The synergy is same, and I think the synergy is improving as they are trying to perform into such a big platform, World Esports Cup, and they are able to show the set of skills that is exactly required to qualify into the next stages. But they are only 4 spots ahead to qualify from Indian stages. Yesterday we did get 6. Now today inclusive of 2 matches, and as you already mentioned, for tomorrow 8 matches to decide which are those 4 or 6 teams to qualify towards the next stages of World Esports Cup. And now talking about talking about today's day, I think it has been one-sided for sure. Teams like Godlike, teams like Desi Gamers are definitely dominant, and they're not allowing any other team to get to that double-digit kill. And ultimately, as the second segment has initiated, we can already see one more star rising up. That is nothing but Orangutan Team Elite, who are performing very, very good in terms of after losing to players, and if you're still able to continue to get the battle until position 2, because there were still so many teams having a squad strong roster, just like teams like Headhunters were alive. There was one more team which was, if I'm not mistaken, Helping Gamer, who had a squad strong roster alive, still surviving. Now that is a key factor to get that balance, to achieve that balance. Talking about balance, this is the map of Purgatory, where you have to definitely make sure you balance the rotations without losing yourself, but with the choke of the zone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the 5th match for the day. It is World Esports Cup Group 2, Day 1, map number 5. Associated with India Today Gaming, streaming partner being Platonia Esports. Flight path bisecting diagonally map into 50-50, but it goes from northeastern side towards southwestern direction, so circle may not be expected on northeastern side. Talking about the drop points, Desi Gamers heading for Moat House, going for the passive approach. That is the last thing that we can expect. And Orangutan going towards their routine drop point, default drop point, which is Key Lodge. And over here we can see Assassin Army did decide to go and collide, but ultimately decided not to pick up any fight.
No fights, no initial fights, and that's the best thing you can do. Purgatory, once again, is a map, as you was talking, as Tanya was saying, you need to balance the rotations. You can be caught off guard, especially on the zip line. It's early, so it's okay. But imagine if you were, zip lining mid-game. You will be out in the open, which gives a clear shot for anyone, just like how Arpit was running out in the open, and Combat will take him down. First shot, Niku, Blind Esports. No, bro, you are not supposed to go down there. Niku is barely holding on, 2%, I think 5% health. And Arpit will be the first player to go down. Blind Esports starting off strong. Starting off really, really strong. Niku is really low. Yeah, he did get that heal finally. And he is... Oh, that's the heal gun. I actually thought he had some health kits. But that's going to be a heal gun. Doesn't really matter how you get yourself healed up. Everything's good. But helping gamers, they did lose. Not the kind of start once again. Not the kind of start I expected, at least. Not the kind of start I wanted. But helping and blind. There's one more team. I believe that's Hyderabad Hydra is there. Oh, they can be, third-partying this time. And helping gamers. Already a man down. They need to be aware of this. And yeah, it is Hyderabad Hydras trying to make their way in. But Prince 19 confirms 2 minutes in. 2 players out.
Prince definitely went with that AC attack, was able to take down one player, and all four roster alive, going with the McLaren. Java Boy will be the man to just slam in, and let's see if this slam is going to be successful to get few more kills, to decimate few of the other teammates, because you can clearly see Team Avatar 07 is definitely going for the split play. Now that is really unsafe. 4 players attacking one player. How long will he be able to survive? Firing shots have already initiated, and a lot of damage dealt. Once again, it is going to be Prince delivering the damage and no delay in the confirmation. 2 frags confirmed by UG Empire with no loss of players. This sort of a split approach on the grounds of Purgatory is the last thing any player should follow. Taking the risk did not end up exactly how they wanted to, but coming back to the grounds of Brasilia here, Headhunters are also sharing the grounds. Let's see how are they going to share furthermore, because against them it is going to be Blind Esports who have picked up the potential, and Central City totally procured by Team TG Tycoons. Nobody to share the grounds. But if I'm not mistaken, Western Island did have one more team taking a leap. Who is that exactly? We'll get to know soon. But for now, we can clearly see after loss of 2 players, the chase is real coming in from UG Empire.
Well, Avatar, they have already lost 2 and they're trying to take down the McLaren that's going in, along with the player of UG that's in it. Java Boy, he's in danger, boy, right now. Oh no, that freeze bomb will slow him down, will deal a bit of damage. The blue walls are coming out. He's so... Why is he alone? Why is he alone? Java Boy caught off guard, but doesn't really matter. He might confirm the kill as well, but he doesn't really want to right now. Avatar, the only player alive right now, is run there. He is trying to fight that. Java Boy healing himself. Pretty smart move. Pretty smart move. But I don't think he's been... Oh yeah, he's spotted. Never mind. Groot, on the other hand, he's bleeding. He's bleeding. He's bleeding. And guess what? Randir is going to start bleeding as well, because his team's here to support him. UG will take down Team Avatar in position number 12. Nikki, on the other hand, he gets a kill. Well, Orangutan Elite and Desi Gamers, they're not, looking to take any initial fights as of now. Mode House has been looted by Desi Gamers. As you said, Tanya, they were the only team that actually went there and got all the loot that they needed right now. And now, side of UG, yeah, please continue.
Look, now with that sort of a load, they are going to be very, very destructive against all the teams. If you have a look at the circle, it is on the northwestern side and consisting only of the Western Island, negating all the eastern part of the mainland. Now it is going to be very troublesome for Team Assassin Army to take a move. Same goes for Desi Gamers. They are into the highest resource loot zone, but making a move is going to be very difficult, because on the course they might have to pick up a battle against Desi Gamer. And the team that I was talking about did take a leap on the southern island was none but Headhunters. They have got a thing with landing on the south side. If they are on the grounds of Bermuda, they go for Sentosa. If they are on the map of Purgatory, they go for Lumber Mill. So the rotations that they are picking up is going all the way from south towards wherever the circle takes them. To coming back to Team Godlike, they are on the grounds of Mount Villa on the Western Island, and they are doing very, very good as well. And with the split of 50-50 and a vending machine nearby, we can expect some grenades cooking up real soon. And Team Godlike going with the split of 50-50. Do you think this is what exactly Team Godlike needs right now by going with this sort of a split? 2:1:1.
Well, the kind of performance the Godlike's putting in, I think they need to stick, right? Because they're not having a great time. If it's the same kind of split coming in from someone like Desi Gamers or Orangutan Elite, I can understand, because everyone on them is like popping off right now. Especially Orangutan Elite getting those number of kills, and also Desi Gamers getting a lot of kills as well. So if they do this 2-2 split, I can understand, or even a 2-1-1, I can understand. But I don't think they should be the ones doing it. Godlike, that is. Hyderabad Hydras, they lose their legend. And that UAV is towards that Brasilia. It will be moving and spotting. Blind Esports. Brilliant game, at least up until now for them. Multiple kills. But Durgesh, just as I say that, will take down Niku. but I think he'll be revived, so nothing to worry about there. So did Legend as well. He is also revived, and as you said, those vending machines are there, and I think they are cooking up a lot of grenades. Grenades are the ones that renew the game at the end circle if you make it that far, and even the houses can be cleared using that. And blind esports, they're kind of not stuck, but they might be in a tough spot here if they make it into this house. And if they're stuck there, those grenades can deal a lot of damage. And let's see if the side of Hyderabad Hydros, they can make good use of those grenades.
Grenades are going to be one of the key factors to be used while rushing. One grenade can take down 3, but what we are seeing is Logan taking down with AC-80 Legend. Will he get any revival? He exactly knows from where Powerful is joining in to revive his teammate on the grounds of Brasilia. There was a split of 50-50. How within a blink of a second and a single knock, all 4 players reunite immediately, and Sai will try to go ahead with the MP5 spray that he is having. But Koman with UMP is also trying to push it and decimate all the blue walls. Liquidity is already, and he wants to make sure he confirms, and he is trying to register that point. And by climbing on the knock player, he wants to make sure that the grenade goes far, far away, and the launcher is also being used on the other side of the map. Though Logan will be revived immediately, but Headhunters have lost the player. Getting the first knock, it was Headhunters. Losing the player, it is again Headhunters. Sanu with the grenade launcher, with the one of the most destructive weapons. He is again revived, coming back on the fit. Foot and Powerful down, Logan down, and it is going to be 2 versus 1 situation, which will not be allowed furthermore by Niku. No loss of players coming in from Blind Esports. All 4 players will stand intact. Now HG with only 2 players remaining, they are choked into the sniper tower. Above them on the upper ground, they have got Team Shaman Esports, a squad strong, and Blind Esports have already got loot coming in from Headhunters. I think Headhunters were just on point in terms of picking up that battle, which was very good decision, getting the first knock, but they delayed the rotation, and that's exactly what Blind Esports were waiting for. Players racing into the open area, into a delayed second is equal to 4 players attacking all together and eliminating teams like Headhunters. Talking about this battle 2 versus 4, Zalim with the farmer scope in, scope out has exactly revealed where is he hiding into, and now that is exact information that Shaman Esports wanted. It is going to be a full-on rush coming in.
Gonna be a full-on rush indeed, and I mean, one thing's for sure, this is the best performance Blind Esports has put in all 5 matches. So Blind Esports, they're looking strong. 6 kills already, did eliminate 2 squads all by themselves. That must be, giving them a lot of confidence. It looks like Helping Gamers are in deep trouble. Shaman Esports, high ground advantage. But guess what? Helping Gamers, they did take down 1, but that's not good. That's not gonna be enough, because Swastik will take down the player. On the other hand, the AC Gamers, I believe, that is taking down 1 player. The Kevin Esports will be the one eliminating Helping Gamers. Just helping them get out of the server in position number 10. Well, Rank is an elite. They lose a player. That was one of the best players, Iconic. He goes down without any kills. Orangutan, not the game they expected for. Look at his positioning coming in. He's not afraid. But Daisy Gamers, they are not afraid either. They will take this fight. They want to take this. Oh, godlike. Beautiful grenade coming in from Kinotra. Oh no, is that Headhunters? Yeah, that is Headhunters. Headhunters, they are not in a great spot because there is backup coming in for Godlike Esports. So Godlike, if they can make their way towards this, and that UAV is spotting out a lot. UAV, I believe, is destroyed finally. But Headhunters, they need to make their way into the zone. They're here towards the Mount Villa spot. But that high ground advantage, you're gonna be losing it in a while, because Godlike, they're already on the way towards this zone. But the side of Headhunters, they're taking a long way out because they don't want to take this fight against the side of Godlike. Yes, Godlike not having a great day, but Headhunters, they're not having a good one either.
Absolutely, Circle has taken its place. Again, we can expect some rotations coming in. Godlike deciding to go towards the peak of the Mount Villa with the split of entire different location. Now only Western Island is the massive part of the circle, and it is going to be Team Assassin Army making a move towards the main bridge, and they don't have anybody that is gatekeeping. Difficult part is for Blind Esports to make a move towards Western Island because there are a total of 2 teams waiting for them, and they're already seconds, but they're going to welcome them with heated up lead. But talking about lead, it is Headhunters who is showering lead against Team Godlike. Will Godlike come into the crosshair? And talking about Blind Esports, well, certainly they did try to deliver a lot of damage to the Team Orangutan Elite, and they were going with the vehicles on the main grid, delivered a little bit of damage, but unfortunately there was no casualty seen, not even a vehicular blast. But still, the players have jumped out of the vehicle. They are still in the process. Grenade launcher coming in from the side. Well, if connect shall be the question, and it did not connect. A massive miss that was Killerless with very low HP. They don't have the Grenadier with that, but it is Logan once again with the perfect AC-80 attacks. He is able to take down Killer. Now, previously we had the other two players, Killer and Pahadi was lost. This time it is Iconic as well as Killer lost. Let's see how the duo about Pahadi and RDP is going to go. It is a 4-2 situation. Wukong ability deployed right on time. Combat with Max 7 trying to push it in. Nico is down on the knees. Firing shots would not get exchanged at any single time, and with hand cannon, it is going to be RDP delivering a lot of damage and also creating a defensive wall to not give a strong push in. Kumban using the inhaler over here and is taken down by the side of Pahadi. Again, a hand cannon pops in. How many is he going to take down? More sight is going to be not enough, but ultimately side decides that I'll use my grenade launcher and I'll take down one player on the course. He was able to take down Kumban. He will be revived. Blind Esports definitely delivering what we asked for. 9 frags already, no loss of player, but they are being gate kept by Team Shaman Esports as well as TG Tycoons.
Blind spot. Well, that's gotta be it. You know, Blind Esports using that blind spot. No one expected them to be this dominant, getting that 9 kills already, taking that Orangutan Elite. I did not see that one coming. Well, on the other hand, Shaman Esports, you're right, they were gatekeeping, but I think the side of TG Tycoons, they wanted the third party this, but now they decided not to. They're making their way back. On the other hand, AC Gamer still on the server. Someone to look out for. But Blind Esports, they are not looking to stop whatsoever. Assassin Army, on the other hand, take down Arsh, and Raja will take down one of the players of Assassin Army. Will confirm it as well. Well, there you go. I mean, you wanted revenge, you get it. Headhunters. They're right next to the players of Assassin Army in that grenade. Beautiful glue. Perfect timing coming in from Asim. But let's see. Amin versus Asin it is, and the beautiful grenade almost takes down Amin. That second grenade might just be enough, but side of Headhunters. Let's see. There you go. Asim will be taking down Amin with the grenade launcher. Confirms it as well, and Asim in trouble right now. He was almost caught off guard. Oh, no, beautiful grenade coming in. It's going to be Radhika getting that knock on to Norman as well. Headhunters, they're losing players. 1,000 will get one. Asim, once again, takes down Conceptor. Headhunters looking strong right now, getting 4 kills. Licky will take down Arsh. Blind Sai actually knocked out the base on 3. There you go, Kevin Esports get themselves a double kill. Licky will take down one, Anand will take down another player on the side of Blind. Sorry, Blind Esports. Licky getting himself double. TZT right there looking strong. Licky looking strong. Abe, Godlike, they will be alive. A Blind Esports completely decimated by Kevin Esports there. And the side of Headhunters, they only have one more player here, Tanya. That is Raja, while Abe is eliminated. Outside of the play zone, is it, I believe? But not really sure. Assassin Army, Tycoon. They will take down. I mean, it's about the underdogs right now. The ones at the bottom of the scoreboard are actually the ones, doing a lot of job. Are dealing a lot of damage as well. That is Tycoons and Blind Esports. Blind Esports, yes, they did get eliminated in position number 7. But having 9 kills, that's gonna help them, get a good position on the scoreboard. But another fight, and Raja will get taken down by the side of Tycoon. Headhunters out in position number 6.
Talking about Team UG Empire, 4 frags already as a trio with the last man of God Knight surviving. It was the CA. He is going to face the bullets coming in from all 3 players together. Talking about Team TGTY, they are definitely outshining and bright amongst all the teams who are playing. On the course, UG Prince will be able to take down Godlike immediately. And now with only 14 and 14 players, Team TG Tycoons are definitely doing a lot of stuff. They've got the opportunity to gatekeep, and with Mini 14 War was able to take down Java Boy as well. And on the course, it is going to be Team Heart. It is going to be Heart taking down one player. So now it was a fair trade scene over here. Gatekeeping opportunity is being used very nicely, and Prince will also be put to shut down with the Rosa pressure coming in from Licky. 8 frags already, 2-man roster alive. It is going to be Desi Gamer to show who holds the throne here. Throne of position 1 coming in, or they will be put to shut down and now need to be able to take that one. Also, Prince Farm will need to be revived. That should be waiting for the day. That was shot, delivered water grenade coming in, exchange, and ultimately it was put to shut down by none other than Harsh. But on the course, they have lost 2 players already, 4 frags all done, but 2 players surviving. Only team having the advantage of members is none but the team 7 Esports going with and Kenneth using the blue wall. What a perfect defensive wall created, which will be not any furthermore they are tolerated, and it is going to be Ade Thakur going with the grenade launcher and shutting down the last team as well. A very good play team from team Shemini Sports. Radhe Thakur becomes the MVP here. And next half is the mix of booyahs. No repetitive booyahs seen over here. And the teams into the bottom half are definitely outshining and bright for themselves, for our eyes as well. Just like how the booyah is sparkling, so is Shemini Sports with the sparkly booyah into their pockets.
Well, that was some game coming in from them. We expected a lot, and they did deliver it us deliver it to us right now. You know, so did Blind Esports. I mean, you got to give it to them. They did a really good job playing this map up, especially, and Gemini Esports as well, taking down Blind and also Daisy Gamers. That is a feat to achieve, and so they must be feeling really confident moving on to the last map of Kalahari. But talking about this map, there was some unexpected turns. You know, Orangutan Elite getting eliminated by Blind Esports, Chemin taking down Blind Esports and also Daisy Gamers. These are the things, and also TG Tycoons coming up strong. I think they have 7 kills. You know, all these underdog teams, as we were talking about, they needed to end the day off strong, and looks like they have heard us. I think they're watching the stream. They're trying to see what we are saying, and right now I believe they have done enough to give themselves a better chance of making it to the top 7, top 8, maybe for today at least, and then come out strong tomorrow and take that top 6.
You really don't know how many more are they going to go for, but definitely we demand and Blind Esports deliver. So definitely the motivation is working, and this is the actual Blind Esports that we expect to perform, and it is a very good performance coming in. But there's one team that is catching my eyes, which is TG Tycoons. How dominantly they are holding any minor. It is not always they are trying to hold on to our biggest compound available. They're going for the small shacks to hold on to. They're going for the caravans to hold on to. They had the opportunity to gatekeep, and so nicely they were able to gatekeep teams like UG Empire. Now for the underdogs, this is the exact performances required, but for the teams like UG Empire, that is the last thing that they would have expected, being gatekept into the small caravan. And let's talk about a map wise scorecard, which is going to be total score of 21 coming in from Shevin Esports, very close with a buffer of 4 follow as TG Tycoons and Desi Gamers on position 3 with 13 points. Blind Esports for the very first time spotted in top 4 with 12 points, which is also shared by UG Empire. But the difference is Blind Esports were playing for frags, which is 9, and UG Empire got the mix of frags as well as placement.
Well, you gotta give it to them though, Blind Esports. I mean, 9 kills. You have to give it to them. That is just an insane amount of kills, especially considering the fact that they're the bottom of the scorecard previous to this. But TG Tycoons, another impressive gameplay from them. 9 kills, and so did it's Kemin Esports, 9. So not what we expect, not what everyone expected, but we did expect them to come on and show. Actually, look at this. All these things, if I'm not wrong, except Desi Gamers, are at the bottom half of the scoreboard before this, if I'm not wrong. Right? UG Empire, Headhunters, Blind Esports, TG Tycoons, and Kemin, they were at the bottom half, and I mean, fortunately, this time around, they're at the top half, the first half of the scoreboard. That is absolutely beautiful to see. It's healthy competition. That's what we need. We don't want to see one-sided matches. We don't want to see one single team dominating every single time. But talking about the later half of the scorecard here, Godlike, 7th position, 8th position, Assassin Army, still, I mean, it's better performance from last time, but still not enough. Ranked at a lead from 2nd position to 9th position, no kills, eliminated by Blind Esports. Well, not a good thing. Helping Gamer, 0 kills. Team Avatar and Hyderabad Hydras, 0 points each, Tanya.
bottom half has only got total of 2 frags compared to what everything has in the first half of the leaderboard. So I think first half top 6 teams did not allow frags coming in, except for one coming in from Godlike and one coming in from Assassin Army. Now we did talk about that we don't want to see a dominant affair coming in from few teams, but ultimately those are the remaining few teams are also joining in the lead to procure all the kills available in the lobby, that there's nothing left for 4 teams and one each for 2 teams. So this is something, again, entirely different set of play seen towards the final half. We did expect some aggressive play coming in, but this sort of an aggression where 6 teams are lagged for picking up any kills, all they are thriving, all they are struggling it to remain into the leaderboard is just by the standing point. And now this is going to be very, very crucial and critical alongside with only one match remaining into their hands.
Mhm. One more map for today, guys. Chill. We still have 6 more maps coming in tomorrow. Okay, so you still have a good chance of making it to the top 6. So even if you're at the bottom half, still no need to worry. I know you guys are doing your math, trying to figure out how many points you need, but all you need to focus on right now is the map of Kalahari, the shortest map here. So get those initial fights, get as many kills as you can, because trust me, there are times when you get eliminated because you don't have enough number of kills. Yes, you might be getting those booyahs, like how Godlike got 2 booyahs, but they only had 4 kills. That's not a good thing, right? So all you need to do is maybe get a balance, or maybe get as many kills as you can. Even if you get eliminated in maybe position 9, position 8, it's okay if you have 10 to 12 kills, right? So make sure you have 10 to 12 kills. That is going to help you in the long run, but also at the same time try to be in the top 6. Get eliminated in top 6, that is fine. Get the booyah if you can. That's going to be the cherry on top. But even if you don't, it is fine as long as you have good amount of kills, because kills are the ones that are prioritized when you have same number of points alongside any other team that is having the same number of points as you. Having those extra, maybe even one kill, having extra one kill might just be the X factor for you not qualifying or qualifying to the next stage.
Absolutely, kills are going to matter as long as the standing points are alongside. But definitely, if you have tiebreaker is going to get sorted only with the team who has got more kills to follow. Let's see if there are any ties for the day, because by the matches that we are seeing today, I don't see any scope of tie coming in. What I exactly see is the teams who are into the first half of the leaderboard, they are continuing to retain the position, and now they have also realized that they have created a margin of not trying to go all in, not playing very risky. They are playing very smooth, subtle 8 to 12 points, and that is exactly what they need to retain their position. They need not hustle so much furthermore. But now next map is the map of Kalahari, the map of snipers. I would definitely want to see Pahari kicking in with the double MA2B, but alongside that, now MA2Bs are not so easy to find, and the rotations coming in are also very, very difficult to follow each and every hard compound to procure the loot, or maybe farm in some of the weapons that you desire to procure. So it is going to be very, very difficult for M8 to be that to double M8 to be. But if at all Pahari is able to get that, I am very sure Orangutan might be the team to get the booyah.
I mean, yeah, if you give him a sniper rifle, he is gonna make you pay. You kind of have to start hiding because he's really good with the sniper rifle. And I mean, you gotta believe us when we say that, right? Because we've been watching him for a while. Party best sniper on the server right now, if you ask me. So you either gotta take him quickly or take him before he gets his hand on the sniper rifle, or make sure the tight side his side doesn't find a sniper rifle, because it doesn't matter who finds it, they will throw it to Pahari. They will let him have it. And if he starts hiding and getting those frags, you just can't stop him. There's no way you can stop him. But let's see if Kevin Esports once again can come out on top. Let's see if Blind Esports, was that a one-time fling, or can they, put up a better performance yet again, be that consistent players? And on the side of helping gamers, still not the game that we were expecting. Still, expecting a lot more to come from them. Let's see what happens. But here we go. Game number 6. Day number 1, group number 2 of the Indian regional group stage. Final map, Kalahari. I mean, before we head into the match, Tanya, who do you think might come out on top? Because I have my bet on Blind Esports.
Let's hope Blind Esports are able to continue with what they have started into the last half of the day. Talking about of the day, we are on the last match for the day, and Flight Path has already picked up its route, and the players are already taking the lead. It is Group 2, Day 1, map number 6. This is the final match to decide about who takes down whom. Flight Path being northeastern towards a little bit of southwestern, and the split is almost 60-40. Spread out shall be good, but ultimately Desi Gamers are against team. It is going to be Team TR against them. Let's see who is going to survive, and it is a difficult call for sure. Team Avatar versus Team Desi Gamers, 4 versus 4. You have to fight with whatever is available. Council Hall is the location. Lynx doesn't even have any weapon to work out with. He's chasing to open with MP40 frag with that split required. Double Wukong ability used on both ways, but ultimately Killer will be able to take down. Well, Killer takes down the first knock, and that comes into the advantage automatically. Pahadi with the grenade, though. No sniper spotted, but definitely a defense mechanism is on action, and one more player down on the knees by Killer once again. It is Killer who is going to survive so strongly, and if he at all he is able to survive, he'll make sure to get that booyah. And this is the exact team that I was talking about might go away with the booyah. Randeep chasing into the open. Grenade popped in. No, Pahadi denies, doesn't want to pop the grenade yet.
Orangutan leading. Elite starting off really strong, and he decides to pop that grenade. Almost took him down. You know, it was all about the timing. He was waiting for his teammate to be right next to him, and there you go. They have a teammate, you know, running towards that run there, and that is MVP. Grenade comes in, will not be dealing any damage. A bit off, but it doesn't really matter. Randir is still low. I don't think he has anything to heal himself up. Good is the only, you know, second survivor. On the side of Avatar, and Randir goes down to Iconic AUG. To Groot, the sole survivor. Let's see if he can do anything. Orangutan, a lead after the previous match, 0 kills. They have already secured themselves 3, actually make it 4, because Team Avatar got eliminated in position number 12, 2 minutes in, or that's it. Orangutan taking down 4 kills to their name. And UG, let's see, they are in a fight against Orangutan. They actually wanted a third party this, but Orangutan, you know, they know how to third party, because they have been third partying for a long time. They know how to counter the third party as well. So they actually took down all the players, made sure UG, you know, they had no chance of getting any kills or stealing any kills, and now they have to take down the players of Orangutan. And I don't think UG wants to fight Orangutan, especially after the start that they had.
Absolutely, we have clearly seen, and you clearly mentioned that Team Orangutan is looking forward for the third-party free kills, and let's hope they're able to procure those, because definitely Team Orangutan is also underperforming for the day, and this might be the map. And as we always mention, Kalahari is always the leaderboard changer. Coming back to Team Assassin here, they are on the grounds of Mammoth, where loot is not much, but safety is 200%. Not anymore. Now two teams are going to collide against each other. It is going to be Assassin Army against Hyderabad Hydras. If we talk about Hyderabad Hydras, they are having the advantage of height. They are walking on the fossil to get the perfect view required. An Assassin Army walking into the open, getting a view pixel of the player, is able to deliver a lot of damage. But Legend will be the man to be taken down first. And let's see, is he going to get into revive? Because you can clearly see Team Hyderabad Hydras is going ahead playing with the split. And if you have a look at the opposition team, which is Assassin Army for now, they're also going for the split. And then this sort of a split plays if one player gets down, all that is that has in the destiny is nothing but bleed to death. Sanu is again down on the knees. That is not something that Hyderabad Hydras were looking forward to, but Assassin Army is coming back stronger, trying to prove their existence, and will powerfully play one frag for his team, but that is definitely not sufficient enough towards Booyah. In this early battle, all that is happening is getting handicapped and then disengaging from the battle and entering into the circle in such a pattern where ultimately you have nothing much more to do but go for the placement points.
That's all you can do, you know, when you lose a lot of players at the very early stages into the game. All you need to do is maybe stay alive, maybe third party, a couple of teams, try to get those kills. But here we go. Mammoth is a place where it looks like it's gonna be a really good fight, but Powerful will take down one more player inside of Assassin Army. Goes down. So 2 versus 2 it is as of now. Let's see if the side of Hyderabad Hydras, they want to take more, more fights, or at least more players from the side of Assassin Army, or are they gonna let them survive, let them run away right now? 5 minutes in, the first zone is just coming into play. And those vending machines, once again, as you were talking about that previously, Tanya, they help cook up a lot of grenades. They will help you. We did see those grenade launchers last time, Assassin Army. They've been using it beautifully. So this time around, let's see if that's going to be if it's going to be the same case. Because right now, they see gamers. Oldhampton is under their control, and so is Foundation. To be honest, Council Hall, it's being conquered by the side of Orangutan Elite, and that zone moving towards that north, but we don't know where it's going to go yet. Maybe towards Bayfront, maybe towards Foundation. You don't really know.
Absolutely. We really don't know about where exactly will the circle go, but I am appreciating the circle this time. For the very first time, we can clearly see the circle is behaving very normally, consisting of all the different directions, not being far east, not going far west, but trying to centralize a little bit towards the northern direction, but that is still retaliable. Talking about Team Desi Gamers, Orangutan, they have been able to get 4 frags for themselves. Killer getting 3 frags for himself. Council Hall is their drop point where they utterly dominated and decimated one of the teams. And now it is going to be Durgesh who's trying to deliver a lot of damage. Really be successful with already 3 to 4 blue walls being deployed and more still being deployed. They are trying to survive, and I could clearly see there is a natural airdrop nearby. That is what the exact battle is for. The team to survive this battle is going to go ahead and procure that grenade launcher required, and the blue walls being deployed is stopping any angle or any view coming in, and that is exactly what Assassin Army is trying to do. Bhavish with the double barrel will not be able to pick up the long range battle, but Dracula with VSS is definitely trying to deliver a little bit of damage, or maybe just trying to deliver some spot shots so that it's right time to take a rotation to disengage from the battle and again go ahead with the survival points. And on the fourth, Durgesh is taken down. Revival shall not be a problem, and powerful using Wukong, using G, using Blue Wall, using everything available. Firing shot would not stop even for a second, getting the cover of the ridge, using inhalers, trying to reunite with his teammate. Will the opportunity come in to revive? Because you can clearly see distance battle is on. Bhavik trying to give the perfect cover fire, and Dracula pushing it in. Ridge cover is gone now. Dracula on top of the peak of the sandy dunes, using the glue wall as a savior. 1v2 will be the situation for now, but once again Dracula will take down Durgesh. Revival shall come in handy, but grenade has been cooked. What will happen once again? It is going to be freeze bomb. So luckily Durgesh will survive to see another day, but how long will he be allowed to survive with the shotgun? Once again Durgesh has been knocked for the very third time, and this time he is confirmed as well with little no HP left. Hyderabad Hydras are put to shut down by Team Assassin Army. Dracula taking away 3 flank treatment gun being used. Bhavik will be healed immediately.
That was a beautiful fight coming in from Assassin Army there, but yeah, you gotta feel bad for the side of Hyderabad Hydras there, I believe that is. And on the other hand, Team Helping Gamers just making their way. And as we were talking about the second zone, it is actually towards the refinery and Bayfront area. So Foundation being excluded, Oldhampton's being excluded, so is Council Hall. But Godlike, ooh, Godel, they're gonna let them go. Oh, they're actually gonna give away their position with the grenade. Beautiful onto Conceptor, dealing 30% damage, but that's not enough. That second grenade is not gonna be of any use. But TG Tycoons, they don't want anything to do with this. They're just making their way into the zone. They want to make sure that they are the ones in the zone first, and then they want to take the fight, which is good strat coming in, decent decision. But Helping Gamers, Moldy will take down Dracula and confirm it as well. 37 players still alive here on the server here, Tanya. Chemin Esports, on the other hand, not a lot of kills, not any kills to be honest, to their name just yet. Helping Gamers, that was their first kill. So expecting a lot more, but looks like Assassin Army, they might be in for a surprise. They might go for a fight against Helping Gamers, but it's gonna be a 2 versus 4, so they gotta be careful here.
They gotta be careful. Command post is the location. It is half command post is within the circle, but they've got the disadvantage of being on lower grounds, and where 3G Tycoons have got the upper hand here. Multi will be able to put the shutdown to the last man remaining of Assassin Army, and now Team HG is tanking up a lot of zone damage. Now that is the last thing you want in terms when you are into the map of Kalahari, one of the smallest map, where you will try to enter the circle, and as soon as you try to enter the circle, you will be gate kept immediately, and if you reach there within the low with low in HP, survival stands no chance. Godlike going very safe this time, and with the cover of the containers, Team TG Tycoons are already trying to get a preview required about how to initiate the fight. They did dodge one of the battle on the right hand side of the mini map, but they are not aware that they've got one more team waiting for them on the ground. rounds of Refinery itself, and they are also having the advantage of height, which is nothing but Shemini Esports on the course. Yellow loot crate was left unopened where the advantage was picked, and Nivesh the Grenadier of the team Godlike is going ahead with the grenade attack. Unfortunately, he was not. He was assuming he might get the first knock, and UAV has already revealed all the locations, all the positions of the opponent, and now exactly Godlike versus Blind Esports definitely know each other. And Godlike Esports was once a Blind Esports. Who is going to survive? Who is going to be taken down by whom? This is one of the important fights that has to be spotted. Nivesh once again using the blue wall, want to make sure he gets at least one grenade before the fight actually initiates. Combin left, triple to the no HP grenade coming in from Niku shall be connected, and indeed it does. It was not sufficient enough to get the knock because it was freeze bomb and not the exact frag grenade. Nivesh taken down by the grenade of Niku coming in. Dinotra confirming the knock here, and it is 3 versus 4. Nivesh should be revived immediately, and the hard compound advantage it goes into the hands of Blind Esports is not going to matter much because it is shotgun into the heads, into the faces, pushing into all different angles. Logan is down on the knees as well, and the response without a doubt. And he is. It is all about 97. It is all about M1887. Blue wall being destroyed by the Dinotra over here. 2 versus 1 in the situation, and he's able to again deploy one of the blue walls where he's not being able to take down very easily, but the attempt coming in for Dinotra puts it to a shutdown and a confirmation. 2 frags already with no loss of players.
Play some Blind Esports. Ouch. Get eliminated in position number 8. Position number 9 by Titans. They have 2 kills. They're looking good right now, having that upper ground advantage. They're not, they're not wanting to give it up. Godlike Esports on the other hand, having 2 kills. Kinotra is kind of low, but he's going to be healing himself up. He gets that knock on to Licky. Can he confirm the kill is a question. There are 3 teams right next to each other here towards this position here. But oh no, Orangutan lead, they're in danger. Killer gets one onto Alex. DC Gamers versus Orangutan. This is a fight everyone's been waiting for. OG versus DG, and it looks like OG, DG, they're dealing kills. Trading back and forth. Orangutan Elite does have the advantage right now. Iconic is bleeding, and he is going to be bleeding, and he's going to bleed out completely. Shawnee will be the one taking him down. Godlike Esports can stay. Third party this. This is the best time to take down the 2 big dogs. That is Orangutan and the Desi Gamers. Licky's going to be revived back to 4 points of health. Almost. He's going to start healing himself. But look at the position of Kevin Esports. That position is absolutely beautiful. But can they take advantage of that? Is the question. Pahadi. Beautiful grenade takes down 2 on the side. Make it 3 because he just got himself a triple with the grenade. Absolutely nuts. Doesn't have a sniper. Doesn't give a damn. Grenade is good enough for Pahadi right now. Gets himself 4 kills. RDP MVP is knocked out. Swastika on the other hand gets knocked as well. MVP. He's revived right now. 9 kills on the side of Orangutan Elite. Once again, getting a lot of kills. Anand getting himself a double. Can he get himself a triple? Might as well. He will actually confirm the kill. Licky is still down. Okay, I think he's gonna get that kill as well. Killer on the other hand will take down one of the players from the side of Headhunters there. 7 squads alive. Anand will get the knock on the Licky once again. Kinotra takes on Beam, and Anand will confirm that kill onto Licky. Pahadi with the sniper takes down 1. Radhik, the sniper as well, will confirm it. Will confirm. I think that's an auto sniper, isn't it?
Well, certainly.
देखते कहां पे बढ़ता है सर्कल. ओ माय गॉड, सर्कल ले लिया. एक हार्ड शिफ्ट जहां पे परेशान है सभी टीमों को आने वाले. एंड यूजे पार की टीम गायब. पहाड़ी का आखिरी नेड इस बार पूरी टीम को लेता हुआ जाएगा. क्या ही प्रदर्शन. पहाड़ी के 4 किल, किलर के 4 किल, 2 प्लेयर्स 4 8 किल्स यहाँ पे निकाल के जा चुके हैं. पूरी टीम के 9 किल्स है. आरडीपी खतरे पे आ चुके हैं. नॉकआउट करे गए थे, बट यहाँ पे रिवाइवल भी पॉसिबल. आइकॉनिक को सिर्फ खोया. 9 किल्स निकाल के गई है टीम, और रैंगुटन छा रही है इस बार. आनंद दूसरी तरफ से यहाँ पे वर्टिकलिटी का फायदा उठाते हुए जो है फंगल से यहाँ पे गार्ड करते हुए जा रहे हैं, और वहाँ पे किल्स बटोरने की कोशिश टीम टीजी टाइकून यहाँ पे फंस चुकी है. बट इस बार सर्कल ले लिया. एक तगड़ा हार्ड शिफ्ट, एंड सभी टीमों को सर्कल में पड़ना पड़ेगा.
एग्जैक्टली. एंड जहां पर हमें आनंद की तरफ से 1 किल जरूर आता देखने को मिलेगा टीची लिक्की के ऊपर, लेकिन बीम हमें ट्रेड होते देखने को मिल चुका है. एट द सेम टाइम ओरंगुटैन के पहाड़ी की तरफ से हमें एक नॉक आता देखने को मिलेगा. एट द सेम टाइम हमें कंसेप्ट एलिमिनेट होते देखने को मिलेंगे. बहुत सारी चीजें यहाँ पर हमें एक साथ होती देखने को मिल रही है, जहां पर हम अभी भी देख रहे हैं ओजी ओरंगुटैन के प्लेयर्स नॉकर्स के साथ यहाँ पर अब हेड हंटर्स से फाइट ऐसे देखने को मिलेंगे. हेड हंटर्स जो कि अपने आप को रिडीम करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन सेम टाइम पे देसी गेमर्स ओरंगुटैन के ऊपर पुश करेंगे. जो ग्लू वॉल का डिफेंस बना रखा था उसे रोका जाएगा. आइस ग्रेनेड्स यहाँ पर इस्तेमाल होंगे बिकॉज़ आइस ग्रेनेड्स का डैमेज जाएगा वॉल के पार, और पहाड़ी खुद को नॉक कर लेंगे. ये उनके लिए मुसीबत हो सकती है, बट फिलहाल के लिए किलर का मैं यहाँ पे कुछ देखने को मिलेगा. पूरी की पूरी हेड हंटर्स में फाइट ले रहे हैं.
Oh my god, oh my god, kill off.
Can he get the 3?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. OG Killer, what a performance. Gets 7 kills. What an elimination for Headhunters.
OG orangutan यहाँ पे छा रही है, but oh my god, at the end final blow insane का पूरी टीम लेके चला जाएगा 13 kills से orangutan के पास. Oh my god, टीम ने क्या ही प्रदर्शन यहाँ पे दिखाया. 2 प्लेयर्स ने पूरी जंग जीत ली थी. बट बात करें दूसरी तरफ कैमरी स्पोर्ट यहाँ पे थंबनेल का नाम ले रही है. गोल्ड की टीम को यहाँ पे रोकने की कोशिश है जारी, क्योंकि सर्कल है, सर्कल अगर है, सर्कल को डिफेंड कर लिया तो आखिरी किल, आखिरी फाइट भी आप जीत सकते हैं. बुया भी निकाल सकते हैं, बट टीम गॉड लाइक उनके पास है मैन पावर. दिस इज अ फाइट बिटवीन मैन पावर एंड सर्कल. अब देखते हैं ये दोनों में से कौन सी टीम आगे बढ़ी. बट दूसरी तरफ टीम डीजी भी यहाँ पे कोशिशें जारी रखती हुई, यहाँ पे थोड़ी बहुत शॉट लेने की कोशिशें चलती हुई जा रही है. बट राधे ठाकुर यहाँ पे आते हुए बैकग्राउंड में थोड़ी अपनी प्रेजेंस दिखाते हुए जाएंगे. एक प्लेयर को कर दिया है नॉक, बट टीम कैमरी स्पोर्ट्स अभी के लिए जंग खत्म नहीं हुई है. बाकी रहने वाले तो टीमें यहाँ पे 4 टीमें आर स्टिल सर्वाइविंग. 11 टोटल प्लेयर्स यहाँ पे सर्वाइव करते हुए जाएंगे. आनंद अपने पैराफिल को रिलोड कराए. इंफॉर्मेशन है वहां पे शॉट दागने की कोशिशें जा रही है, बट क्या वो बच पाएंगे? ओह माय गॉड, यहाँ पे इंसेन आएंगे पीछे से एक ऑफ एंगल के साथ और उसी के साथ नॉकआउट करने में कामयाब रहेंगे. टीम डीजी के पास है 5 किल्स. यहाँ पे नेट कुक हो सकता है, देखा जा सकता है, वहां पे आराम से मुश्किलें डाली जा सकती है. टीम डीजी 4 प्लेयर्स के साथ अभी भी जीवित रहने वाली है. सबसे बड़ी प्रबल दावेदारी यहाँ पे दिखा सकती है.
Exactly with that, हमारे पे गॉड लाइक एलिमिनेट होती देखने को मिलेगी. We are now in the final fight, जहां पर हमें HJ हेल्पिंग गेमर्स आते देखने को मिलेंगे अगेंस्ट टीम देसी गेमर्स, जहां पर उनके एक प्लेयर हमें नॉक करते देखने को मिलेंगे. इंसेन को पिकअप जरूर किया जाएगा, बट यहां पर हेल्पिंग गेमर्स किस तरीके से पुश करेंगे, बिकॉज हाइट डिसएडवांटेज है उनके पास. एंड उनके प्लेयर माल्डी को यहां पर नॉक कर दिया जाएगा, फिनिश किया जाएगा. देसी गेमर्स के हाथ में है ये पोजीशन. एंड ये बुया क्या वो इसे सिक्योर कर पाएंगे? रोनी देगी ओपन में क्या करें यहाँ पर. ओके, जोन उनके फेवर में बिल्कुल नहीं जा रहा है. हर्ष हमें यहाँ पर एक ग्रेनेड डालते जरूर देखने को मिलेंगे. सालिम जोन के बाहर पुश होते देखने को मिलने वाले, वो ऑटोमेटिकली जोन के बाहर जा रहे हैं. रोनी लेगी आउट ऑफ गेम बाय शॉटी एंड हेल्पिंग गेमर्स हमें एलिमिनेट होते देखने को मिलेंगे विद इंसेन फाइनल ब्लो. लेकिन हेल्पिंग गेमर्स कर क्या रहे थे? मैं कहूंगा यहाँ पर उन्हें ऊपर पुश करना था, उन्हें मौका चाहिए था, बिकॉज देसी गेमर्स के एक प्लेयर नॉक्ड थे. किलफील्ड को थोड़ा फॉलो कर पाते और ऊपर पुश करते तो आई थिंक ये बुया जाता उनके हाथों में. हेल्पिंग गेमर्स सेकंड पोजीशन पे आए, नॉट बैड एट ऑल, बट आई थिंक यहाँ पर बुया कन्वर्ट हो सकता था.
बिल्कुल, लेकिन मैं यहाँ पे एक चीज देखी कि जो हर्ष थे वो नेड को कर रहे थे और सामने से रोनेडो भाग रहे, इधर उधर भाग रहे हैं. वो बस वहां पे गन निकालते आराम से रोनेडो को टेक ओवर कर सकते थे, टेक डाउन कर सकते थे और आराम से वो जो किल है वो निकाल सकते थे. बुया थोड़ा पहले आ सकता था, लेकिन वो चीज हुई नहीं. लेकिन हाँ, तारीफ 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 टीम ओजी की कितनी करूं मैं भाई साहब. क्या ही लड़ाई लड़ी है, पहाड़ी ने क्या लड़ाई लड़ी है. हर एक प्लेयर ने, किलर ने, ओ भाई किलर ने तो यार यहाँ पे क्या ही मजेदार प्रदर्शन दिखाया. लिटरली आपने M1887 से 1v4 करा और वो जंग जीत भी ली. वो जंग जीत ली, लेकिन सर्कल के बाहर थे और उसी के चलते, क्योंकि सर्कल जब आपका नहीं होता तब आपके पास वो चांस नहीं रहता बुया निकालने का. बट 13 किल्स निकाला इतने पहले समय पे, इतने जल्दी उन्होंने 13 किल्स निकाला, वो बहुत ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है. आपके अगर बुया निकलता है तो वहां से 12 पॉइंट मिलते हैं. इन्होंने किल्स के 13 पॉइंट्स गैदर करके गए. इससे ज्यादा और क्या ही कर पाएगा कोई टीम. तो ये चीजें हमें देखने को मिली आज के इस मैच में. मैंने कहा था कलाहारी का डिजर्ट कुछ अलग ही आग लेके आएगा. वो आग मिल चुकी है. कल के दिन की शुरुआत मैं कहता हूँ आग से ही होने वाली है.
एग्जैक्टली, एंड ये जो आग है ये एक बहुत ही बड़ी ज्वाला में बनती देखने को मिलेगी, बिकॉज कल जब हम वापस आएंगे और रैंगुटैन इस मोमेंटम को अगर कैरी करने में कामयाब हो गई तो मानना पड़ेगा कि वो आराम से यहाँ पर हमें टॉप पे आते देखने को मिल सकते हैं. ऑल्दो मैं यहाँ पर बोलूंगा कि यार जो मिस्टेक मुझे आज रैंगुटैन की तरफ से देखने को मिली, कहीं ना कहीं उनकी जो रोटेशंस थी, या तो बाकी टीम्स कुछ ऐसा कर रही हैं या फिर उनकी रोटेशन में कुछ टाइमिंग का इशू हो रहा है कि वो रोटेट सही से नहीं कर पा रहे. दैट्स द ओनली थिंग जो मैं रैंगुटैन को नहीं देख पाया. बट अब वक्त आ चुका है कि हम जो स्कोर कार्ड है उस पर नजर डालें एंड देखें कि यार किस पोजीशन पे कौन सी टीम आई है, कितने पॉइंट्स के साथ आई है एंड कितनी सारी मिठाइयां उन्होंने अपने हाथ में चुरा ली है इस कालाहारी के डिजर्ट से, जो कि हमें बहुत स्वीट एंड सार देखने को मिलेगा. एंड देसी गेमर्स इज गोइंग टू बी एट द टॉप. ओरंगुटैन एलीट विद 13 किल्स लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन. 19 पॉइंट्स के साथ सेकंड पोजीशन पे देखने को मिलेंगे. गॉड लाइक फाइनली इन द टॉप 6 वंस अगेन. एंड 12 पॉइंट्स के साथ यहां पर आएंगे हेल्पिंग गेमर्स भी 12 पॉइंट्स के साथ देखने को मिलेंगे. केमिनी स्पोर्ट्स 11 पॉइंट्स के साथ फिफ्थ पे. एंड टीजी टाइकून्स 7 पॉइंट्स के साथ 6 पे देखने को मिलने वाले हैं। आई वुड से कि सेकंड हाफ में सबसे इंपैक्टफुल जो रहे हैं वो टीजी टाइकून्स रहे हैं, बिकॉज कंसिस्टेंटली वो हमें टॉप 6 में आते देखने को मिले एंड इससे ज्यादा पोजीशन शायद ही मिले।
मैं सिर्फ एक चीज कहूंगा, ओरंगुटैन 5th पोजीशन पे एलिमिनेट हुई थी। आप देखिए 13 किल्स है और 19 पॉइंट्स के साथ सेकंड पोजीशन पे हमारे इस स्कोर कार्ड पे आ चुकी है। यही तो है रुतबा खेलने का, यही तो है वो जज्बात जो यहाँ पे दिखा रही है, अपने नाम के साथ यहाँ पे टिकी हुई है। बड़ा क्या ही परफॉर्मेंस यहाँ पे जरूर से दिखा के गई है ये टीम, बहुत ही शानदार प्रदर्शन। बट हेल्पिंग गेमर्स की टीम आप देखिए सेकंड पोजीशन पे आने के बावजूद भी 4th पोजीशन पे हमें नजर आ रही है 12 टोटल पॉइंट्स।
एग्जैक्टली, बट यहाँ पर मैं एक और चीज कहना चाहूंगा यहाँ पर मोनीश, वो ये कि यार अगर ओरंगुटैन सर्वाइव करती 3 या 4 पोजीशन और ऊपर जाती, तो अगर हम देखें तो 3 पोजीशन पॉइंट्स और उन्हें मिलते, 9 हो जाते, 22 पे वो आ जाते। लेकिन अगर वो 3 पोजीशन और सर्वाइव करते तो वो किल्स भी लेते। डेफिनेटली यहाँ पर हमें एक आराम से 26-27 का आंकड़ा आता देखने को मिल सकता था।
जी, लेकिन एक चीज रहती है कि आपके पास मैन पावर ही नहीं है, आपके पास 2 ही प्लेयर सर्वाइव करे तो वो चांसेस ही खत्म हो जाते हैं वहीं पे। बट यहाँ पे एक चांस जरूर से था, आप जैसे कहा कुछ भी हो सकता है गेम पे, लेकिन आपके पास फिर से आपको ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा कि मैन पावर को आगे लेके जाना है। 2 प्लेयर्स ऑलरेडी ऑब्लिटरेट करे जा चुके हैं, 2 ही प्लेयर्स यहाँ पे सर्वाइव करें। बट दूसरी तरफ अगर बात करी जाए तो यहाँ पे आता है दूसरा पन्ना। ये मुझे हमेशा बहुत ही ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग लगता है क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो टीमें हैं वो दिखाती है कि कौन सी टीमें ओवरऑल पे पीछे आ रही है, कौन सी टीमें ओवरऑल पे आगे जा रही है। बट बात करिए यहाँ पे 7th पोजीशन पे असैसिन आर्मी हमें देखने को मिलेगी, हेड हंटर्स की टीम हमें देखने को मिलने वाली, यूजी एम्पायर की टीम 9th पोजीशन पे देखने को मिलेगी। देन हैदराबाद हाइड्रास की टीम 2 ही अंक यहाँ पे लेके गई क्योंकि जो पहला पन्ना है वहीं पे इतने सारे पॉइंट्स गैदर हो चुके हैं कि ज्यादा पॉइंट्स हमें बचे नहीं है। आप देखिए बहुत ही कम हमें पॉइंट्स लेते हुए टीमें नजर आने वाली है, ज्यादा अंकों का जो डिफरेंस है वो हमें देखने को नहीं मिलेगा। लेकिन टीम अवतार वो इतने देर से अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस दिखा नहीं पा रही है, उन्हें कुछ ना कुछ करना पड़ेगा, कमबैक दिखाना पड़ेगा। दूसरा दिन यहाँ पे बाकी है, आधी गेम अभी बाकी है और इस आधे गेम पे एक बहुत ही शानदार प्रदर्शन दिखाना पड़ेगा। लेकिन क्योंकि ये छठा मैच था और हमने कहा था कि छठे मैच के बाद यहाँ पे आएगा हमारा ओवरऑल, जिसका हम सभी बेसब्री से कर रहे थे इंतजार, कुछ ही क्षणों पे वो ओवरऑल आता हुआ और वहां पे हमें आज के दिन का जो ओवरऑल पिक्चर है वो दिखने वाला है ऑन दिस ब्यूटीफुल प्यारा सा स्लीक सा इन्फिनिक्स इन बुक X1 के स्क्रीन के ऊपर यहाँ पे आता हुआ। और देसी गेमर्स की टीम, ओ माय गॉड, देसी गेमर्स 106 पॉइंट के साथ इतनी बेहतरीन लॉबी पे डोमिनेट करते हुए जाएंगे। मैंने यही तो कहा था कि मुझे देखना है कि ग्रुप स्टेज पे कौन सी टीम 100 पॉइंट्स लेके जाएगी और वो इस बार देसी गेमर्स की टीम ने दिखा दिया है। एक चीज और है यहाँ पे गॉड शॉट 40 अंकों के डिफरेंस के साथ लेके गई है 42 ओके 42 अंकों के डिफरेंस के साथ वो लेके गई है फर्स्ट पोजीशन। क्या ही तारीफ करो, कितनी तारीफ करूं देसी गेमर्स की। ओह माय गॉड, यही रहता है कंसिस्टेंसी, जब आप इतने कंसिस्टेंट रहते हो तभी ये आंकड़ा देखने को मिलता है। दूसरे रैंक पे आएगी टीम टीजी टाइकून्स।
एग्जैक्टली, बट यहाँ पर आप ये देखिए कि यार 106 पॉइंट्स 42 पॉइंट्स के साथ जो उन्होंने इस वक्त बफर बना रखा है, पूरी लॉबी एक तरफ, देसी गेमर्स एक तरफ हमें देखने को मिलने वाले हैं। लेकिन मैं यहाँ पर खुश हूँ ओरंगुटैन को 4th पे देख के और उनके साथ साथ टीजी टाइकून्स को 2nd पे देख के, बिकॉज अभी भी इनके बीच में सिर्फ 4 पॉइंट्स का अंतर है एंड आप क्लियरली देख सकते हैं कि ओरंगुटैन एलीट एंड टीजी टाइकून्स इन्होंने अपने आप को कितना पुश किया है। ओरंगुटैन जरूर 6 पे थी लेकिन अब वो 4th पे आ चुके हैं एंड ऑल्दो डिफरेंस उतना नहीं है, बट जिस तरीके से पहले डिफरेंस था 3rd मैच के बाद जो ओवरऑल था उसमें जो डिफरेंस था, उसके बाद यहाँ पर इस तरीके का परफॉर्मेंस लेकर आना, ओरंगुटैन ने काफी अच्छा अपने आप को यहाँ पर पुश किया, सेम विद टीजी टाइकून्स। लेकिन गॉडलाइक की बात करें 58 पॉइंट्स पे यहाँ पर जड़े हुए हैं, इवन दो वो बार बार 7th पोजीशन पे से गिर रहे हैं।
जी हाँ बिल्कुल, मैं यहाँ पे सिर्फ एक ही चीज कहूंगा, 49 किल्स हैं उनके, सिर्फ 49 किल्स, और बाकी आप देखिए 33 किल्स उसके बाद आ रहे हैं। जो सेकंड नंबर ऑफ जिसने किल्स करे हैं वो 33 पॉइंट्स के साथ आ रहे हैं। कितना बड़ा मैसिव डिफरेंस यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी क्रिएट कर दिया देसी गेमर्स ने। बात करें टीम गॉडलाइक की तो 11 ही किल्स ये बटोर के गई है, लेकिन उसके बाद से मैं कहूंगा जो 40 अंकों का डिफरेंस है उसने ही सारे डिफरेंसेस चूस लिए हैं कि अभी से अगर बात करें सेकंड पोजीशन से 6th पोजीशन तक जो डिफरेंस आप खुद देखिए कि सिर्फ और सिर्फ 6 अंकों का डिफरेंस है। 6 नहीं 5 पोजीशन में 6 अंकों का डिफरेंस इतना कम बना दिया कि कोई भी अभी के लिए ओवरकम कर सकती है। बट दूसरे जो पन्ने की अगर बात करी जाए केमिनी स्पोर्ट्स को आप देखिए 54 पॉइंट्स है, वहां पे सिर्फ और सिर्फ 4 अंकों का डिफरेंस अभी देखने को मिलेगा। देन असैसिन आर्मी के बाद से जो डिफरेंसेस है वो बढ़ने स्टार्ट हो गए हैं और यहाँ पे परेशानियां आ सकती है। हेड हंटर्स को आएंगी, असैसिन आर्मी को आने वाली है, ब्लाइंड स्पोर्ट्स को आने वाली है, हैदराबाद हाइड्रास और टीम अवतार में कहूंगा आज हालांकि पहला दिन था लेकिन इतना बड़ा जो है गैप बन चुका है कि 12 अंकों का क्योंकि गैप बन चुका है, देखिए 12 अंक ही लेके गए हैं ये टीम, एंड
Exactly.
कल के दिन पे हो सके कि नियर टू इम्पॉसिबल हो जाए इनका कमबैक करना।
वेल मैं ये कहूंगा कि भले ही ये पहला दिन था, लेकिन इतना बुरा परफॉर्मेंस आप देखे
जी
बिल्कुल फंस जाते हैं। मैं
जी
ये नहीं कहूंगा कि आपका जो सफर है वो खत्म हो चुका है, बिकॉज आधा गेम
जी
बचा है। आधे गेम में अगर देसी गेमर्स 106 मार सकते हैं तो टीम अवतार क्यों नहीं मार सकती, बिकॉज वो भी यहाँ पर
जी
क्वालिफाई होकर ही आए हैं। मैं ये कहूंगा कि भले ही ये पहला दिन था, भले ही ये एक ही दिन था जो 2 दिन हम खेलने वाले हैं उसमें से, लेकिन आप इतना बड़ा डिफरेंस बनाने देते हैं तो वो आपके ऊपर चढ़ के बोलता है कि यार
जी
कल तुम्हें ये करके दिखाना पड़ेगा तब तुम आ टॉप पे जाओगे। तो वो एक माइंडसेट जब आपके ऊपर आता है तो आपके ऊपर प्रेशर बनता है,
जी
एंड उसको अवॉइड करने के लिए यहाँ पर आपको चाहिए एक बैलेंस्ड अमाउंट ऑफ पॉइंट्स, जो कि हमारी 7th पोजीशन तक आपको देखने को मिल रहे हैं। 54, 58, 60, 62, 63 ऐसे पॉइंट्स
definitely.
आपको देखने को जब मिलेंगे तो आपके ऊपर वो प्रेशर नहीं रहेगा कि यार हमें बिल्कुल ही अब बस यहाँ से कंसिस्टेंट खेलना है, थोड़ा सा बेटर खेल के दिखाना है बाकियों से, हम
थोड़ा नहीं
qualify हो
बहुत
जाएंगे।
ज्यादा यहाँ पे
ना,
बेटर।
अगर
जी
टीम अवतार की बात करें तो
जी
उन्हें बहुत बेटर खेलना है,
जी
लेकिन जो सेकंड टू
जी
7th
सेवन
पोजीशन
पोजिशन
है
से
उनको सिर्फ थोड़ा सा आउट
बिल्कुल
परफॉर्म करने की टेंशन है। ये नहीं कि यार हमें 6 के 6 गेम में आउट परफॉर्म
जी
करके दिखाना
एग्जैक्टली
है।
7 से 7 की अगर बात करें डेफिनेटली थोड़ा सा अगर बेटर खेले तो अच्छा रहेगा। बट 8 पोजीशन की अगर बात करें 32 पॉइंट्स के साथ आए थे एंड 54 पॉइंट्स वहां पे है, तो दैट मींस कि जो डिफरेंसेस है
Exactly.
थोड़ा बड़ा यहाँ पे रहेगा। लेकिन हाँ, कल के दिन पे भी आपको 6 मैचेस मिलने वाले, और यहाँ पे मैटर ये नहीं करेगा कि आप टॉप पे पहुंचो, आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ मैटर ये करेगा कि टॉप 6 पे आना है। किसी तरह से ये टीम अगर टॉप 6 पे पहुंच जाती है तो ये आगे बढ़ सकती है। और जो जो संघर्ष है, जो स्ट्रगल है यहाँ पे, जो कंपटीशन है वो इतना ज्यादा बढ़ चुका है। मैं कहूंगा गॉड शॉट की मैं जो सोच के आया था कि इतना इस लेवल की फाइट होगी, यहाँ पे देखने को मिल रहा है देसी गेमर्स की
Exactly.
टीम जहां 100 पॉइंट्स के साथ है और जहां कहां हमें 12 अंकों के साथ टीम अवतार देखने को मिल रही है। तो जो बड़ा डिफरेंसेस है वो हमें देखने को मिलेगा। बट इसी के साथ हम बढ़ेंगे सीधे एनालिस्ट की तरफ एंड राय लेंगे आज के इस फाइनल मैच का।
जी हाँ, कंपटीशन लेवल तो सच में बहुत ज्यादा है। कुछ टीम्स बहुत ज्यादा डोमिनेट कर सुपर इम्पोज कर रही है बाकी टीम्स को, जैसे कि देसी गेमर। इस पर्टिकुलर गेम की बात करूं, मैं कहूंगा ओजी ने बहुत ज्यादा अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस करी,
बिल्कुल सही।
बट वहां पे मैं कहूंगा कहीं ना कहीं आइकॉनिक को जब आप एक होल्डिंग पोजीशन पे होते हैं, स्पेशली जिस होल्डिंग पोजीशन पे वो थे रिफाइनरी के नीचे साइड, आपके नीचे माउंटेन साइड पे अगर पूरी टीम भी आ जाती है आपको उतना आइडिया नहीं लगता है। वही चीज हुआ, हमने देखा किलर ने, आप भी बहुत शॉक हो गए थे कि किस तरीके से हेड हंटर को वाइप कर दिया था अपने M1887 के स्किल से, साथ में वुकोंग की एबिलिटी के साथ एक अलग लेवल की परफॉर्मेंस दिखी।
एग्जैक्टली देखिए किलर पागल है और कुछ नहीं, मतलब कुछ बोल नहीं सकते। सारे एडजेक्टिव शायद इस बंदे के लिए यूज हो चुका है। पिछले 1-2 महीने से उसने जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दिखाया है भले वो छोटा, बट जिस तरह का मैच्योरिटी अपने गेम में लाया है ना, आई डोंट थिंक कि अभी तक फ्री फायर कम्युनिटी में किसी ने करके ऐसा दिखाया होगा। क्योंकि मैं शायद आइकॉनिक से बातें कर रहा था एंड वो ऐसे बोलते हैं कि अभी तक एशिया में इस तरीके का वन टैप्स कोई नहीं देता है। क्योंकि हमने अभी कुछ 2-3 दिन एक्चुअली एक हफ्ता पहले यहाँ पे एक इंटरनेशनल टूर्नामेंट चल रहा था, कुछ ऐसे परफॉर्मेंसेस उन्होंने दिए, घूम घूम के ऐसे एक वन टैप्स लगाए हैं। वहीं पे पता लग जाता है कि ये प्लेयर यहाँ के लिए नहीं बना है, इंटरनेशनल में परफॉर्म करने के लिए बना है। और जिस तरीके से उन्होंने, जब 3-3 प्लेयर आपके ऊपर चल रहे हैं, वो कूद कूद के M87 के एक शॉट कनेक्ट कर रहा है, नॉक कर रहे हैं। हाँ, वो तीसरा प्लेयर नॉक जरूर से कर दिया, बट आरडीपी आ गए सही समय पे और उन्होंने वहां पे क्लच करके खत्म किया वो फाइट को। एंड किलर को वो दाद देना पड़ेगा उस सिचुएशन को कन्वर्ट करने के लिए।
एग्जैक्टली, बट पॉइंट्स टेबल हमने ओवरऑल सभी ने देख ली है, बट मैं कहूंगा कैमिन स्पोर्ट्स बहुत ज्यादा पीछे नहीं है। जो टॉप 6 की रेस है अभी के लिए, तो कोई भी ऊपर नीचे आ सकता है, बिकॉज हम हेड हंटर्स को भी जानते हैं, वो बैक टू बैक इवन बुया के हैट्रिक भी करने का पोटेंशियल रखते हैं। तो हेड हंटर्स भी कर सकते हैं। असैसिन आर्मी जिस तरीके से आज शुरुआत
किया था,
अमीन बहुत अच्छा खेले थे, बट मैं कहूंगा बाद में 2 गेम्स में 12th पे एलिमिनेट हुए, जिस वजह से वो हमको ओवरऑल टेबल में काफी ज्यादा पीछे नजर आ रहे थे। बट अभी ये देखना है कि कैमिन आगे क्या प्लान बनाती है, क्योंकि हमने देखा देसी गेमर्स को छोड़ के बाकी कुछ भी चेंज हो सकता है ओवरऑल टेबल में।
एग्जैक्टली देखिए 106 पॉइंट पे बैठे हुए हैं, काफी लंबा और बड़ा डिफरेंस वहां पे क्रिएट किया गया उनकी तरफ से। तो कल उनका दिन जो है बहुत आरामदायक कटेगा, जो मेहनत था उन्होंने आज के दिन में ही कर दिया है। बट आई थिंक आज के 6 मैचेस के हाईलाइट आपके सामने जरूर से आएगा, बट उससे पहले हम जाना चाहेंगे छोटे से ब्रेक पे। आप देख रहे हैं इन्फिनिक्स स्मार्टफोन प्रेजेंट्स वर्ल्ड ई स्पोर्ट्स कप ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बाय इंडिया टुडे गेमिंग। ब्रेक के बाद आप लोगों का फिर से स्वागत करना चाहूंगा इन्फिनिक्स स्मार्टफोन प्रेजेंट्स वर्ल्ड ई स्पोर्ट्स कप ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बाय इंडिया टुडे गेमिंग। जैसा कि हम लोगों ने आपको प्रॉमिस किया है कि हम हमेशा एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद वापस आते हैं और आपको 6 के 6 मैपों का हाईलाइट दिखाते हैं। बट आई थिंक हाईलाइटिंग मोमेंट में बहुत कुछ आ सकता है। अगर जनता में से किसी ने मिस आउट कर दिया है तो आप लोगों के पास यही मोमेंट है उसको एंजॉय करने का, और हम उसके ऊपर जरूर से ब्रेक डाउन करेंगे, थोड़ा सा एनालिसिस डालेंगे। और मुझे अभी भी याद है एरो, जब हमने शुरुआत किया, जब हम कास्टिंग डेस्क पे थे, हम कुछ 2 टीमों के लिए बात करते क्या हो गया टीजी टाइकून्स को, बट क्या सब कुछ सही कर दिया उन्होंने, फिक्स किया। लास्ट के 2-3 मैच मतलब सेकंड हाफ में उन्होंने बहुत शानदार परफॉर्मेंस दिखाया।
एग्जैक्टली मैं कहूंगा कि पहले टीजी लिखी, मैं बोल रहा था कि उनको पहले ही यहाँ पे टेक डाउन किया जा रहा था, बट बाद में जब उनको यहाँ पे गेम दिखाने का मौका मिला है तो उन्होंने अपने फैंस को निराश बिल्कुल भी नहीं किया। चाहे ये फाइट की बात करें जहाँ पे कैमिनी ईस्पोर्ट्स वर्सेस अवतार हमको देखने को मिला था, अवतार ईस्पोर्ट्स बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रगल करती हुई नजर आई, बिकॉज उन्होंने मैं कहूंगा कि आपने अगर एक होमवर्क किया है तो आप कभी भी ऐसी टीम से ऐसी जगह पे क्लैश लेना पसंद नहीं करोगे। कैमिन से आप लड़ रहे हो शिपयार्ड पे, ओजी से आप लड़ रहे हो काउंसिल हॉल पे, वो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है।
एग्जैक्टली आपने बहुत सही चीज पॉइंट आउट किया है। एंड आई थिंक अगर आप एज एन अंडररेटेड टीम आ रहे हो, आप ओपन क्वालिफाई से क्वालिफाई होकर आ रहे हो, आपको थोड़ा सा टाइम लेना चाहिए। ऐसा नहीं कि आप एक्सपीरियंस टीम सीधा भिड़ जाओगे और आप इतनी आसानी से उनको एलिमिनेट कर दोगे। वो भी तैयारी करके आते हैं, एंड उनकी जीत की तैयारी थोड़ी सी अलग सी होती है क्योंकि उनके पास एक्सपीरियंस है। जो यहाँ पे टीम एवाटार को समझना पड़ेगा कि कल का दिन उनके पास है। बट एक के बाद एक फाइट्स हुआ, और इस सिचुएशन में तो जो यहाँ पे यूजी एम्पायर ने तख्ते बदल लेना, जो ओरंगुटान एलीट को यहाँ पे एलिमिनेट किया, क्योंकि देखिए जोन का जो हार्ड शिफ्ट है ना, वो यहाँ पे काम खराब कर रहा है हर एक टीमों के लिए। एंड इसी सिचुएशन पे आई थिंक ये हमारे हैदराबाद हाइड्रास की टीम थी जो यहाँ पे आखिर में एलिमिनेट हुए थे, या फिर हेड अंडर, समझ में नहीं आया। उसी फाइट की बात कर, जब एच दिख रहा था ना, इसी फाइट में मैं प्रॉब्लम्स क्रिएट हुए।
एग्जैक्टली देन हमने देखा ब्लाइंड ई स्पोर्ट की फाइट यहाँ पे, जिस तरीके से टीजी से यहाँ पे फाइट हुई थी, बहुत ज्यादा क्लीन फाइट थी, दोनों तरफ से अच्छे इनिशिएटिव्स लिए गए। बट लेटर ऑन हमने देखा ब्लाइंड ई स्पोर्ट को यहाँ पे टीजी टाइकून्स ने एलिमिनेट किया, हालांकि 2 ही प्लेयर बचे हुए थे। देन ये फाइट जो हमें देखने मिली असैसिन आर्मी वर्सेस ओजी, एक भी प्लेयर यहाँ पे नहीं खोया असैसिन आर्मी ने, एंड इसका पूरा क्रेडिट जाएगा अमीन को। 2 नेट से नॉक निकाले, एक 77 से नॉक किया। देन यहाँ पे ये जो गाड़ी फंसी थी ना, इसकी वजह से हेड हंटर को मिला 1 नहीं 2 झटका।
एग्जैक्टली आई थिंक उस टाइम पे आसिम और वाइपर जरूर से बोल रहे हैं कल से तू गाड़ी चलाना बंद कर दे। पहली बात तो कल से गाड़ी मैं चलाऊंगा, तुम नहीं चला रहे हो। कुणाल बेचारा वहां पे फंस गया क्योंकि वो भी उसके पीछे बैठे थे। गाड़ी अगर फूट जाते एक तो आप उस सिचुएशन में फंसे हुए आप क्या ही कर सकते हो। बट ये जो जाले का सिचुएशन था, ये जो हुकॉन्ग बना सिचुएशन है ना, प्लेयर को पता भी लगता है कब अंदर घुस जाता है। बट यूजी की टीम ने एक कंसिस्टेंट परफॉर्मेंस दिखाया। केमिन ईस्पोर्ट्स की टीम फर्स्ट हाफ में ना थोड़ा सेटल नहीं हो पा रही थी। यही टर्म हम लोगों ने टीजी टाइकून्स और केमिन के लिए इस्तेमाल किया था, एंड उन्होंने उतना ही अच्छा परफॉर्म किया था सेकंड हाफ में, जो आपको कालाहारी के बाद देखने को मिला।
एग्जैक्टली ये मोमेंट बहुत इंटेंस था। मालदी का जोन के बाहर जाके नेट करना कहीं ना कहीं टीजी शॉन्टी को बुया दिला के गया, बट स्टार्टिंग में ही यहाँ पे टीजी टाइकून ने एक प्लेयर खो दिया था वो 3000 को। बट लेटर ऑन जिस तरीके से खेले हैं वो, उस चीज की भरपाई में कहूंगा कर ली उन्होंने। बट हाँ, हायर ग्राउंड का यूज करना कोई हेड हंटर से सीखे।
एग्जैक्टली देखिए, एंड एक चीज कहना चाहूंगा, गॉडलाइक ने आज देखिए टॉप 6 में एंट्री तो मार ली है, बट उनके पास प्लेसमेंट पॉइंट बहुत ज्यादा नंबर में है। उनके पास 2 बुयास भी थे, बट उनके पास किल्स नहीं है। 11 किल्स थे ओवरऑल स्कोर बोर्ड में यार भाई, हमने देखा था, और हम इस पे ऊपर बात भी कर रहे थे कि देसी गेमर्स वहां पे पोजीशन भी निकाल रहे हैं, किल्स भी बहुत अमाउंट में निकाल रहे हैं। बट ये टीम के पास जो पोटेंशियल है, जब हम कहते हैं निवेश के बारे में या फिर उनकी टीम के बारे में कि ये टीम बहुत ज्यादा फायर पावर में विश्वास रखते हैं, बट आज थोड़ा कम दिखा किसके मामले में।
एग्जैक्टली बट यहाँ पे कसाना अकेले ओजी एलीट को परेशान कर दिया। मैं कहूंगा सिर्फ परेशान नहीं, एलिमिनेट भी कर दिया। वुकोंग का यूज किया, जो किलर का डिफॉल्ट एम था वो नहीं आया। देन लेटर ऑन टीटी ने किलर को नॉक किया और लास्ट बचे मेंबर को कसाना ने फिनिश ऑफ कर दिया, जो कि थे पहाड़ी, और ओजी एलीट 5वें पे एलिमिनेट हो गई। देन यहाँ पे लास्ट में गॉडल की जो वापसी हुई, जिस तरीके से टीजी को एलिमिनेट करके बुया निकाला, वो एक अलग स्तर पे था। लेकिन यहाँ पे स्टार्टिंग में ही क्लैश यूजी वर्सेस असैसिन आर्मी।
एग्जैक्टली देखिए यही चीज तो हम बोल रहे थे कि बार बार असैसिन आर्मी का जो फर्स्ट हाफ था बहुत अप टू द मार्क था। हम जब उन्होंने परगेटरी पे एलीट को एलिमिनेट किया, ओरंगुटान एलीट को, तो उन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा तारीफ की कि ये टीम में पोटेंशियल दिख रहा है, एंड काफ़ी अच्छा प्रदर्शन दिखा रहे हैं। अमीन अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दे रहे थे, बट सडनली सेकंड हाफ में वो परफॉर्मेंस दिखाने, यानी यही बात तो आप कर रहे थे कि केविन के साथ फिर से, जब आप पहले मैप में मुंह की खा चुके हो, दूसरे मैप में आप ये ट्राई बिल्कुल भी नहीं कर सकते, आप बिल्कुल भी एक्सपेक्ट ये नहीं करोगे कि केविन आपको छोड़ देगी। बट आई थिंक गॉडलाइक एंड ऊपर देसी गेमर्स ने बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान किया ये मैप में एलीट को, एंड ओरंगुटान एलीट यहाँ पे एलिमिनेट हुई।
एग्जैक्टली यहाँ पे पहाड़ी को जरूर एलिमिनेट कर दिया दिया था, बट बाद में आइकॉनिक ने और साथ में आरडीपी ने जो कमाल
बिल्कुल।
संभाली, बुया के बहुत नजदीक ले गए थे, लेकिन
Yes,
इस
इसी
तरीके से यहाँ पे हेल्पिंग गेमर को परेशान कर दिया था। जालिम बिल्कुल अकेले बचे थे, उनको एलिमिनेट किया। देन लेटर और ये 2v2 फाइट आपने बताया था, लिखी जिस तरीके से प्रेडिक्शन रिफ्लेक्ट नेट फेंक रहे थे, वो कितने ज्यादा कारगर हो सकते थे, और मैं कहूंगा कुछ ना कुछ हुए भी, और जिस तरीके से गन फाइट्स में लास्ट में जीते वो कमाल का था। इसी चीज की मैं बात कर रहा था, लेजेंड को यहाँ पे बिल्कुल भी पीक की जरूरत नहीं थी, क्योंकि उनके पास कोई भी नहीं था। तो एक ये ब्लेंडर निकल के जरूर आता है हैदराबाद हाइड्रास की तरफ से, जो उनको स्टार्टिंग में एलिमिनेशन भी देता है।
एग्जैक्टली, आई थिंक देखिए ये कुछ चीजें हैं ना कि आपको एक्सपीरियंस के साथ सीखना पड़ता है, बट ये कुछ बेसिक मिस्टेक्स हैं। अगर आप बेसिक्स को फॉलो करते हो, बेसिक्स क्या होते हैं, पहले उतरो, अर्ली फाइट्स मत लो, आप पहले लूटो, उसके बाद धीरे धीरे करके जोन रोटेशन दो। जब आपके सामने कोई टीम है तो तब फाइटें लो, कि तब आप जब स्ट्रांग हो उस टाइम पे तब आप एडवांटेज क्रिएट करो। ऐसा नहीं कि आपने प्लेयर देखा और घुस गए, क्योंकि फिर आपको पता नहीं लगेगा कि क्योंकि आपके अलावा इस लॉबी में और भी 11 टीम है जो आपको परेशान कर सकते हैं।
एग्जैक्टली, टीजी टाइकून एक के बाद एक सारी टीम्स के लिए एक तरीके का चैलेंज बन गया था कि कैसे इनको हराया जाए। एक तरफ यूजी से लड़ रहे हैं, दूसरी तरफ देसी गेमर से लड़ रहे हैं, बट पहले ही बहुत ज्यादा क्षतिग्रस्त हो गए थे। टीजी, लिकी जो थे, अवनीत जो थे, बहुत कोशिश करी कि भाई अब देसी गेमर को भी एलिमिनेट करें, और कोशिश कहीं ना कहीं कामयाब भी थी, लेकिन देसी गेमर को एलिमिनेट नहीं कर पाए। लेकिन हाँ, डैमेज बहुत दे दिया और कैमिन स्पोर्ट्स के लिए काम जो था बहुत आसान कर दिया।
एग्जैक्टली, यही फाइट के बारे में आप बात कर रहे थे, जहाँ पे अर्ली सिचुएशन में ही एवाटार की टीम ओरंगुटान एलीट के साथ फाइट लेने में चले काउंसिल हॉल पे भी, वो भी जहाँ पे एलीट का एक डेरा जमा रहता है। एंड एक और फाइट, ये जो निवेश के आज नेट से ना, ये आखिरी कालाहारी में बहुत सारे फेल्स हुए हैं। निवेश यहाँ पे जरूर से अगर देख रहा होगा ये मैच, जरूर से बोल रहा होगा आज क्या हो रहा था मेरे साथ, नेट मेरे प्रॉपर ठिकाने पे नहीं जा रहा, क्योंकि हमने देखा था एक टाइम पे टीजी टाइकून उसकी रोटेशन डाल रही थी, एलोवेरो के साथ उन्होंने प्रोजेक्टाइल सही मूवमेंट में डाला था, बट डैमेज थोड़ा कम पहुंचा। आप बता रहे थे कि ये कुछ चीजें हैं जो प्लेयर्स को दिमाग में रखना पड़ता है, एंड काफी इंपॉर्टेंट होता है। ये छोटी छोटी चीजें, माइन्यूट चीजें होते हैं जो आपको एक अच्छे मोमेंट को एक ग्रेट मोमेंट टर्न आउट कर सकता है यही फाइट।
एग्जैक्टली, ये फाइट की बात करें, किलर जो जंप कर करके हेड दे रहे थे, और यहाँ पे आरडीपी ने कहीं ना कहीं उनको एक प्रॉपर फिनिश सपोर्ट होता है वो दिया, और पूरी टीम को वाइप किया। बट यस, मैं कहूंगा आज निवेश के नेट्स भले ना चल रहे, लेकिन पहाड़ी ने एक नेट से पूरा टीम वाइप आउट कर दिया था। लास्ट में काफी आसान सी सिचुएशन थी, स्लोप था, एडवांटेज था, हेल्पिंग गेमर को एलिमिनेट किया, एंड एक और बुया लेके गई देसी गेमर्स।
एग्जैक्टली, आई थिंक हेल्पिंग गेमर को वहाँ पे कुछ हेल्प की जरूरत थी जो उनके पास था नहीं, एंड देसी गेमर्स के पास नंबर्स एडवांटेज था। बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से बुया सिर्फ बुया कन्वर्ट नहीं किया, उन्होंने यहाँ पे इतने ज्यादा लीड और नंबर्स कलेक्ट कर लिए कि कल का दिन उनका बहुत आसान सा कटने वाला। बट हाँ, ये माइंडसेट के साथ बिल्कुल भी कोई टीम उतरती नहीं है कि हम तो 100 पॉइंट पे हैं, हम तो आराम कर सकते हैं। वो भी ठीक उसी मेंटालिटी के साथ उतरेंगे जो आज उन्होंने शुरू किया था। उनको पता है हमने 100 किया है तो हम यहाँ पे 200 भी कर सकते हैं यारो।
एग्जैक्टली, एंड बाकी टीम के तरीके, हेल्पिंग गेमर एक ऐसी टीम है मैं कहूंगा जो बुया भले ना ले पाए, लेकिन सेकंड नंबर पे हमने उसको बार बार देखा। कंसिस्टेंसी के लिए हेल्पिंग गेमर यहाँ पे बनी हुई है, एंड देखना ये होगा क्या हेल्पिंग गेमर टॉप 6 में होगी, बिकॉज अभी किसी को आइडिया नहीं कौन कौन सी टीम टॉप 6 में होगी। हाँ, देसी गेमर के चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा हाई हो चुके हैं टॉप 6 में रहने के, लेकिन बाकी टीम्स में अभी बहुत अनसर्टेनिटी है।
एग्जैक्टली, देखिए इसीलिए हम कह रहे थे कैमिन ई-स्पोर्ट्स अभी भी उनके पास मौका है आने का, बट ये सब आपको कब पता लगेगा, जब आप हमारे साथ रेगुलरली स्ट्रीम पे जुड़ते हो। क्योंकि देखिए ये प्लेयर्स फाइट कर रहे हैं टॉप 6 में जाने के लिए। टॉप 6 के प्लेयर्स जाने वाले हैं ग्रैंड फाइनल्स, जो इंडिया फाइनल्स होगा। इंडिया से वहां पे टॉप 4 टीम्स आगे बढ़ने वाले जो अपने नेशन को, मतलब हिंदुस्तान को रिप्रेजेंट करने वाले हैं। ये हिंदुस्तान की चीजें जब खत्म हो जाएंगे तब हम सीधा बढ़ेंगे पाकिस्तान की तरफ, उसके बाद नेपाल पे। सेम फॉर्मेट है, पाकिस्तान एंड नेपाल की टीम्स को भी यही चीजों का जो सामना करना पड़ेगा, यही मुश्किल सिचुएशनों का सामना करना पड़ के फिर ही वो आगे बढ़ सकते हैं, फिर वो अपने मुल्क को, पाकिस्तान एंड नेपाल को इंडिविजुअली रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं फाइनल्स में।
एग्जैक्टली, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट हम अपने सफर में आगे बढ़ते जा रहे हैं। अभी इसके बाद कल भी 6 मैचेस होंगे इंडिया के ग्रुप स्टेजेस के, देन हम बढ़ेंगे पाकिस्तान की तरफ, देन नेपाल की तरफ, और जब 4-4 टीम्स हर एक कंट्री से आ जाएंगी तब होगा असली महासंग्राम, ग्रैंड फाइनल ऑफ WEC कोई मामूली इवेंट नहीं है, ये है वर्ल्ड ई स्पोर्ट कप जो प्रेजेंट किया है यहाँ पे इन्फिनिक्स स्मार्टफोन ने, एंड यस डेफिनेटली ऑर्गेनाइज किया है इंडिया टुडे गेमिंग ने। एंड अगर हम लोग यहाँ पे मोबाइल्स जो इन्फिनिक्स के हैं वो देखें, यहाँ पे नोट 11S बहुत ही कमाल का मोबाइल है, स्पेशली अगर बात करें फ्री फायर के लिए तो एक अच्छी स्मूथनेस प्रोवाइड करता है, बहुत ज्यादा आप एक FPS जो होता है वो भी बहुत अच्छा निकल के आता है। तो एक मैं कहूंगा आइडल फोन है फ्री फायर के लिए।
एग्जैक्टली एंड हमारे सामने जो लैपटॉप रखे हुए इन्फिनिक्स इनबुक X1, ये भी आई थिंक इन्फिनिक्स आप लोगों का खास ध्यान रख रहा है, मोबाइल भी लेके आ रहे हैं, लैपटॉप भी लेके आ रहे हैं। आज के ज़माने में दो चीज़ें बहुत ज़रूरी है, एक है लैपटॉप, एक है फ़ोन या फिर पीसी। बट अभी लैपटॉप है आप लोगों के सामने, मेटल बॉडी के साथ आ रहा है, स्लीक है बहुत डिज़ाइन, और लाल कलर में तो अलग सा ही दिखता है। जब भी वो ओवरऑल स्कोरबोर्ड का वो ट्रांजिशन आता है ना, बहुत मज़ा सा आ जाता है। बट आई थिंक हमारा समय आ चुका है यहाँ पे एरो आप लोगों से अलविदा बोलने का। बट आप लोगों ने अभी तक अगर सब्सक्राइब और लाइक नहीं किया है ये स्ट्रीम को और इस चैनल को, तो फटाफट से कर दीजिए, क्योंकि आई डोंट थिंक यहाँ पे कोई भी लोग मिस आउट करना चाहेंगे अगले एक्शन को। कल का दिन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होगा इन सारे ग्रुप के टीमों के लिए, क्योंकि यहाँ से हमें मिलने वाले हैं टॉप 6 टीम्स जो आगे जाके नेशनल फाइनल जो कि इंडिया का होने वाला है, वहां से जो 4 टीमें हैं वो आगे बढ़ने वाले हैं वर्ल्ड ई स्पोर्ट्स कप के ग्रैंड फाइनल्स के लिए। तो तब तक के लिए आप लोगों से लेते हैं अलविदा। मेरा नाम है और मेरे साथ जुड़े हुए थे एरो IB। हंसते रहिए, मुस्कुराते रहिए, गुड नाइट एंड स्टे सेफ। आप देख रहे हैं इन्फिनिक्स स्मार्टफोन प्रेजेंट्स वर्ल्ड ई स्पोर्ट्स कप ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बाय इंडिया टुडे गेमिंग।
Thank you.